No, it's my birthday bourbon.
Oh, yeah. It is your birthday bourbon.
It's my birthday bourbon.
Yeah, birthday bourbon's legit, man. That's the way to go.
Yeah. Celebrating birthdays is the way to go.
Celebrating birthdays is the way. How was your birthday?
It was fabulous. So
I got to know about the lingerie chess party.
We didn't actually play chess.
Oh,
we did all the lingerie things, but we did play like poker and spades and
in lingerie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stuff.
Is it weird that like when you're telling me about a lingerie party, like my dream is to imagine
that
the chess.
Yeah.
Part of, you know what I mean? Like you would
be like, who was good at chess?
Yeah. Well, no, it's not like, you know, like if you tell most people you have a lingerie party, you think like, well, who's going to be there? Well, they look like half naked, you know?
Yeah. It's like, but what about the chess game?
Yeah, I didn't actually, truthfully, I didn't really picture, that didn't cross my mind. I just pictured like random women in lingerie.
Playing chess.
But playing the chess was what I was like, what is that about? Like that's where my imagination went to, like, okay, yeah, we're playing chess and like thinking about the next move.
Like
and hit
bishop to K9.
Yeah, hit the little thing, ding, like on your turn.
Pink.
And you have like leather, I don't even know what they're called, stribbly straps on.
Stribbly straps.
Yeah, or like things. So that's fun. Were your friends into the lingerie plus board games aspect of the party? Like,
yes.
Okay, cool.
Everyone had a really good time.
Because that's fucking awesome, man.
There's also a big sword. You know, I have a very large sword.
A real sword?
I mean, it would be if it was sharpened. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So it's like made out of metal.
Yeah, for sure. And it's massive. It probably sits 4 feet tall.
Nice.
It's a sword.
It's a broadsword.
It is a
like
broadsword.
It's one of those you need like beheading swords.
Yeah, and it's got like a swoop, swoop, swoop. For those of you who didn't see that, I made swoop, swoop, swoops with my hands.
Yeah, kind of like a figure, like a person's figure.
Yeah.
Right?
So it has like
hourglass.
kind of swirlies, but like four little swirls.
It's like a fantasy sword.
It is.
It's like one that you're
It
gonna.
was definitely bought probably with like incense and chimes and bells and dragons all in the same.
It's like one that has like magical powers endowed inside of it.
Yeah.
But you just have to be the right. It has to find its user.
Yes.
And then like the magical powers will get.
I play with it in the yard. There's a lot of room to swing it around. I see why people accidentally chop off their legs though whenever they.
So you're at the front yard, right? Just like getting it.
Yeah. So since it's a really heavy sword, like just practicing like shoulder stabilization with it all the way extended out in my hands, and then like almost how you would do like half a chest fly and like a full extension on the other side to like grab and exchange.
So you're practicing health and mobility and fantasy at the same time.
Yes, dude, that's my life.
Dude, you're living your best life.
I lived all the best dreams.
Yeah,
and like bourbon and birthdays and stuff.
Yeah, I gotta think
a lot of cute things.
Yeah, I gotta thank you for the birthday bourbon idea.
Yeah,
that was fun.
That was a fun time.
That was
our first podcast. That was our first podcast.
Yeah, that was the first podcast. That was fun.
Yeah,
that's when it really jumped off.
Yeah, jumped off. We're gonna do birthday bourbon.
Birthday bourbon.
Oh, if we had a nickel for every time birthday bourbon was said.
Yeah,
we'd have like $20.
Yeah, at least
like 25.
At least. What's the Prost. As many times as I've rewatched that episode, I should know that.
Should know.
And if we don't make eye contact, that means you're gonna have bad sex for 7 years.
Yeah, 7 years bad sex.
I got it.
No bueno.
Yeah, that's not good. That's a bad way to live life.
We don't want that.
It's like, shit, redo it. I wasn't paying attention.
It's like, take another drink.
I wasn't paying attention,
What I didn't know. It's like, do we look at everybody? So whenever we did that when we were in Germany, everyone's just like looking at each other. I'll look at the camera for there. They're just like,
no, we're looking. We're
looking. And then you like scan the whole room. Be like, we're looking at everybody.
It's like, we're all good. We're all good.
We're all good. Perfect. Now we can have a beverage.
Everybody drink, man.
So, yeah.
So how much, like in Germany, like how much is, you know, because like my picture of Germany is all stupid because I've never been there. You know what I mean? It's just like, in Germany, I know a lot of people drink beer.
Yeah.
But what is it like? Do people drink like hard liquor there, or is it like most folks drink beer?
Most folks drink beer. A lot of people make their own liquor, which
really?
they call schnapps. Schnapps is their word for booze.
Gotcha.
Which I didn't know that.
Like peach schnapps.
More like.
Well, I mean, like when you go to the liquor store,
yeah,
or
not that kind of schnapps.
or when you're in high school and
let's get some peppermint schnapps.
Yeah, like when you know someone is 21 or has a fake ID, what you want, you're like, schnapps, man,
peach schnapps.
Yeah,
man.
you
Get
know
the
what I
gold
mean?
flake at the bottom.
Yeah, well, that's like Goldschlager.
Yeah. No, so the schnapps that like my opa, what he makes,
that's your grandpa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Is like floured herbs. And then it's fermented and liquored with a grain alcohol.
Really?
Like that's like, if I'm not mistaken, memories.
Does it taste like alcoholic hippie? Flour and herbs?
No,
like,
it tastes
together?
like deliciousness.
Yeah, okay.
but like the alcohol is so strong. It's like a grain alcohol. It's like 90 proof.
It catches on fire.
Oh yeah.
Like
oh yeah.
What's that shit called?
You can't buy that here.
Yeah. Oh man, what's that shit called? Golden grain. That's just tough.
Yeah.
Have you ever had this? You probably never had this. You ever? It's called I can't say it. Conquito.
Conquito?
You ever had that?
No. I've heard you talk about it though.
Yeah, because it's fucking great.
Yeah. Gets you real kind of crazy.
Yeah, so it's a Christmas drink that it might be other countries, but I know Puerto Rican folks, like it's a thing that they do. I have some patients that are Puerto Rican, and they gave me some Conquito like, I don't know, 8 years ago or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And so I hate eggnog. Like,
oh, is it cinnamony?
It's eggnoggy.
Yeah.
It tastes like eggnog with lots of lots of rum inside of it.
Okay, yes.
So it's awesome. So like you can drink it at Christmas time.
Sal gave us some.
Who's Sal?
Sal and Doris. Sal and Doris.
Oh, because see, you should thank me. Because
you told them about it?
Yeah, I was talking shit. I was like, I've had the best Conquito I've ever had. And they were like, what?
Like what? They gave me a nice bottle, or like it came in a nice like pop bottle too.
So the last kind I got was he said he ran out of rum. So he
just mixed it?
No, I don't know what he did. He put golden grain in it. It's awful. It's like drinking eggnog and golden grain. It's awful.
It's like you just taste the golden grain.
Yeah, it's awful.
And then egg wash. You're just gonna egg wash, put yourself in the oven, get nice and golden.
Yeah, it's not good.
Have eggnog. Your next flavor.
So what did you guys do? Like, tell me about the birthday party. I specifically haven't asked you about it because I was just like, that's fun stories.
So
fun recorded stories.
In typical Sarah fashion, everything started much later than I had planned. But it worked out really, really perfectly well. I obviously don't make a lot of Facebook events, and I didn't like really check the time. You know how you set an alarm for the day and it's like 8 a.m. and I'm like, all right, I'm not going to change it, because who would think a party would start at 8 a.m.?
Yeah. Everyone thought it was at 8 a.m.
One friend did. She got up early.
Yeah.
But she was like, save the day, man, because I was like out shopping. Me and my friend Maggie, we shop a lot. We spent like 3 hours shopping for stuff.
Was it for the party?
Mm-hmm. And just looking at shit, we just like, that's pretty.
How did the photos come out? Because you guys did the boudoir photos with Polaroids, right?
Mm-hmm. It was really awesome. Everyone had enough for like, some people didn't want 10 photos, but there was enough for like 10 photos for every person.
They come out cool. People were happy.
Yeah, super great. Especially like when you're like directing, like, kind of like directing people, because they're like, what do I do? Like, help me. So it was really fun to like.
It's like stick your left hip out this way.
Yeah,
Look like you're mad at the camera.
There is a whole thing with like the face. It's like, smile with your eyes, then like through your lips, and it softens your whole face. And I'm like, dude, it feels stupid, but it's fucking great.
Is that how the duck face came? Like that's like the.
I don't know if it came that way. It was like that went the opposite direction. It's like, let's put all of the tension in our face. But yeah, this like little exhale through the mouth helps soften the jaw.
How'd you know that?
Someone who used to model told me that.
Okay. Well, that's a good, I've never heard that before.
I wouldn't have known it either if, she was taking all these photos, doing maybe a 700 photo shoot day. Whoa. And
is that typical for a model? Like one shoot?
I have no idea. Okay. I have no idea. But she was just talking about, she was like, man, my lips are so chapped. And so she brought that up because she just through her mouth all day, and it was like my lip was dry. And it softens your mouth, and it gives you a good face. And so it was really fun to encourage friends, and to be able to fun Polaroid one, it comes out white, and then you're start to see the shape, and you're like, oh shit, be like, look. That was like, girl, I know it looks crazy, but fucking look at you.
Yeah,
it was really fun.
So that Outkast song, Hey Ya, shake it like a Polaroid picture.
Yeah.
Did that come up? Were you guys shake it like a Polaroid picture?
No, they were listening to some gangster rap. I didn't really.
But that's not gangster rap.
No, I know they were listening to other.
If I had a boudoir picture of me and it was a Polaroid, I'd be singing that song the whole time. Shake it like.
I'm sure they had in their head. It wasn't in my head. I was just directing, and I'd bought a lot of flowers and plucked the heads off of everything and kind of created an altar at the fireplace and in the kitchen. This chalet was really long.
What do you mean by altar? I know what the word means, but what do you mean by the word?
Made an intentional space. I had broken apart flowers and put them in a kind of design around those different areas. So I had one at the table around a what are they called? Salt lamp.
Okay.
Had like baby's breath and rose petals, and
That's
then
cool. I like
fireplace.
Yeah, I never thought of it as like a intentionally decorated space. Like that's a really cool because like with the intention there comes like a lot of cool. You could tell when something's intentional.
Yeah.
And then like you can see like the thought process behind it, and then like there's like gratitude when you see that when you walk, you're like, oh shit, man, like this is for this moment.
Yeah, exactly. Right, like the sword I was talking about, that was in the kitchen.
Dude, did you wrap flowers around the sword?
I didn't around the sword, but I did lay it on a bed of like flowers that were across the.
That's
and then I did take all of the flowers from the evening, and I did make a bundle.
That's awesome.
And it's drying in my garage right now.
That's awesome.
That's really fun.
I would like to see like the sword. Like that's like some mythological shit right there. It
was really
man.
cool. People had a lot of fun with the sword. They're like, "Can I take a picture with this?" I'm like, "Absolutely." So I brought it.
You guys have Polaroid pictures in lingerie holding the fucking broadsword, a decapitated
Some of them are
sword?
some of them are just like on the bed, or some people are posing with it. Some people got me like taking a picture while I'm like cutting the cake with it. I didn't actually stick it in the cake because it'd been on flowers.
That might be my new favorite part of the story.
Yeah,
because that's pretty freaking cool.
The sword was really fun. It made a good ambiance.
Yeah, because it's like a contrast to the what's the right word? Delicateness of like lingerie.
Yeah,
like there's like delicate lingerie, and then there's a fucking sword.
Right fucking sword. Be like, don't fuck with me.
Yeah, no,
cut you up.
Yeah, that's cool. That's kind of cool. That's a good. That's a good like metaphor for like not masculinity, femininity.
Femininity?
Is that how you say it?
Feminineness?
Yeah, well, I was going to say femininity. And as soon as I was about to say it, I was like,
those are a lot of N's and M's.
I was like, that's a bullshit word.
That's a fake one.
I made that word up. But you know what I mean? Because like that's a cool like representation of like feminine traits.
Yeah,
of being a woman, like the delicateness of it, but like also fuck you up.
Fuck you up with my sword.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Because guys, a lot of times you don't like with like masculine traits, you don't get like delicateness. You don't get like anything. Yeah. It's just all like.
Unless you throw a cat in the mix.
Yeah.
It's the only time you get like soft man.
Yeah.
You're like kitty.
Yeah, but no one wants that fucking douchebag asshole. Like, you know what I mean? So there has to be like when it comes to like
nice
a masculine. Yeah, you want to be nice and kind and like, loving and caring, but you don't really get to like represent that in a way. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. But men have a little bit of a tougher time kind of navigating. Yeah, because you have to like societal norms.
Yeah, you have to put on kind of like, I don't know if it's a fake. That's not true. A fake or like a, I don't know what it is, but you don't really can't like show that side. Yeah, for some reason.
To be super vulnerable with it, like
to be vulnerable, like hey, like but like everyone knows, like you don't just. Well, I shouldn't say everyone, but I would imagine like most cool dudes.
Yeah, like cool dudes you'd rather spend your time with.
Yeah, but people that you enjoy don't go home and just fucking fuck shit up constantly. You know
Unless
what I mean?
you're like a 4-year-old boy.
Well, I'm talking about like adults. Yeah, but even 4-year-old boys will come up on you and just kiss you and say, "Dad, I love you."
Oh my gosh! Speaking of boys, my brother and his wife are about to have a boy.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Do they have any other kids?
Yeah, they have the about to be 5-year-old girl.
Okay.
But they just found out the gender like Friday.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's like having a young lady. I wish I did, truthfully.
They're pretty funny.
Yeah, exactly. I wish I did. I only know what it's like having a little dude. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It is energy. I'm sure they're all energy, so I can't, but I just know it's just.
But it is really crazy how like not being taught, the 2-year-old. Shh, dinosaur sleeping. Shh. I grabbed toy for dinosaur. Shh, sleeping. Oh, I need to grab the carriage for baby. She's just on it. She's just mommy.
Yeah. So
like out of nowhere.
My son at that age was like, watch this. Elbow drop the dad's face.
Bam. Dean's got his glasses on. Bonus points.
Yeah. But then, I didn't even get mad. I'm like, dude, did you just elbow drop me when I'm asleep? He's like, yeah, I got you like squarely. I'm like, good job, bro.
Good job.
I'm
glad you like maneuvered through that.
I can't even get mad at him. I'm just like, oh God. Oh, I do get mad when he messes with my glasses because he knows the rule.
And it hurts whenever you hit your glasses. It hits your nose, hits the side of your head, and glasses.
It's just, I don't know what it is. It's just a piss off. Like when my glasses get bumped, I'm like, dude. He's
not
like, dude.
Okay.
He's like, he barely touches them. He looks at me. I'm like, I know that was an accident, but like, I don't know what it is. Like,
don't hit my glasses.
Like, I don't know if it's a me thing or if it's
It is very uncomfortable.
Yeah, or if it's just like you wear glasses, don't fucking touch my glasses.
Touch my glasses.
But also, like when you jiggle them, like it changes like where your eyes focus and like everything gets freaking weird.
Yeah, it is definitely a.
I just try to like straighten my fake hat again.
Yeah,
I should start wearing hats on the podcast. If you're not watching the video, like how you can like if you ever wear a hat, you can kind of like jiggle it to make it feel better.
Yeah,
I just fake jiggled. I think it's the headphones. They're fucking with me.
Yeah, they do feel crazy. That's how I feel whenever I have like a headband on, which isn't often. If I'm wearing a headband, it's usually cat ears.
Yeah.
which people took part of this weekend too.
That's awesome. Whenever I picture you in my head, like you have cat ears.
Yeah.
That's why I made it when I made the logo.
Bam.
I put cat ears because
I do have like 4 different sets.
Yeah, I don't know, but maybe that's why. It was just like, I was like, I got to make this logo.
They're my
like,
go-to.
So to make you, not make you official, that sounds, yeah, but I mean like, yeah, but like to get it fully, that logo fully transferred on everything, I'm scared to hit the one button to do it. It has nothing to do with you. So, but like, cause like Apple Podcast is like really specific.
Oh, about changing.
Yeah, about changing stuff. And like, I don't want to fuck it up. But like on all the websites and everything else has changed except for, I'm like, I just have to do it on that one. But I have to like research like what happens if they freak out and like deny it. Like, cause one of the things is if they reject your cover art of the podcast, like if you're on the podcast app, if you're listening to us on a podcast app, if they reject that, they reject the whole show. Like they just take it off. Yeah, but if you ever notice, like on Apple Podcasts or all podcast apps, they all have cool.
Yeah.
They might not like the way the podcast cover art looks, but like you can tell they put thought into it.
Yeah.
So they won't let you have like a non-picture on there.
Yeah. So anyways, you can't have nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you ever look at it, they all have like.
I just need to get like cat ear headphones.
Yeah. We should just glue them on there.
Yeah. Bink.
Just glue them right there.
Yeah.
But I just got to hit the one button to do it. It's all sized appropriately. I've checked it like 7 times, but I'm just like, man. What if they freak out?
But what if they're like, fuck your show, you don't get to play no more?
That's okay. I'll just have to figure out how to like unfuck it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that. So like, that's the thing. So I was going to tell you that. I was like, it's like changed everywhere. Except for
there.
Except for right
and then
there.
you said Spotify?
No, everywhere. Well, I think it's changed everywhere. Is it not changed on Spotify?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't use Spotify. I only use Spotify to listen to Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
So that worked out really good. Spotify. You got that guy, and I'm like, hey, I need the Spotify app. Let me listen to that. It's the only show. It's the only show. I listen to ours. I haven't looked at the icon. Actually.
Yeah, we can do that now.
Yeah, I'll just do it right now. So if you guys do listen to us on Spotify, I appreciate it.
Yeah, for real.
For realsies. If you do listen to us, slight commercial break as I dive into my phone. Tell people that we're awesome and we talk about funny shit.
Yeah.
Nope, it's still just my face.
Tell your friends.
So I have to change it like deep in the interweb where like we upload the podcast and then it'll change it'll change that one.
Gotcha.
But when you click on it and when you go to the actual shows,
it's there.
Yeah, it's there. It's just like, I'm just scared to do like change that one because that's how if they don't like your art, they fucking reject it.
They're like, no.
Yeah. Anyways,
we don't play.
I don't want you to think that you were like on it. Like, I just haven't like.
I didn't feel that way to start with. So.
Okay, cool. I was thinking about it the other day because I was like, it's too much of my face.
That's my face.
I was like, I get my face off of there.
But it's a fun one.
It is a good one.
Got your glasses.
Yeah, it's good. I'm glad that worked out really good. I was proud of that. Yeah. I was like, hey, I made that, man.
I did that.
It gave me something to tinker with when I was really stressed out with owning a business. Like, it gave me a good tinker.
Yeah.
A good like outlet to tinker.
Yeah, something to kind of shush the brain, but still focus on something, but not focus on the.
Yeah. So now I have a lot of time, and then I'm like, I'll learn about that later.
Yeah. What you been reading?
Well, I haven't been reading anything.
Or listening to.
Okay, yeah.
Indulging your brain in.
Yeah, I have been indulging my brain in just more Alan Watts philosophy. But anything new? I know if you guys listen to me, you know, like, oh, all he does. But there's literally.
All he does is listen to Alan Watts and Joe Rogan. Be like, yes.
That's true.
And aliens, okay?
Well, Joe Rogan has really cool people. Like, he had Elon Musk on yesterday or whatever. Like,
oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's creating missions to Mars and like extraplanetary travel and like it's really cool stuff, man. So like, I listen to him. I listen to Alan. I mean, on YouTube, I think I don't want to say thousands, but there's probably like 1,000 hours of lecture. You know what I mean? And it's really deep stuff. So like, it's like nonstop.
Yeah, it's like you can just keep enjoying it.
I really like his like his take on everything. Like, cause like he was trained as a Christian. I'm not sure whatever
branch,
whatever branch it was, but he went to seminary school, so like he's very educated, like seminary educated in that. And then he at some point of his life got introduced to like, where are we, Eastern philosophies, like so he really went all in on those, and so he can talk about them both. I
really liked the part he was talking about in the last thing I listened to.
Which would you listen to? So much
Soul
shit.
Spark.
That's a YouTube channel that has like 8 or 9 hours of, was it with music in the background? Yeah. So like, I don't know.
Zen chill spot.
Yeah.
But during that little, it's about a 53 minute.
It's cool because like, it lets you kind of like, just like vibe out and then like, oh shit, you just hit me with some deep truths.
I was like, I've been listening to that and like letting it kind of flow into your brain. But he was mentioning society things that you're taught and how it shapes you and how that's great, but then it also spoils us. So you kind of have to unlearn your like culture and your societal thoughts so that you can get out of just the single mold of the way that you were brought up and the way that you think, so that you can have more of a broad thought of the wholeness of it all.
Shit, no one does that. I shouldn't say no one, but like that's the problem. Well, that's a problem that a lot of people have, like being raised a certain way and then like just like being like whatever they put on horses, the blinders. Yeah, they just look straight ahead. I try my best to rip the blinders off. Yeah. So if I have blinders on in certain subjects for sure, but when
it's not even necessarily a bad thing, but if you wanted to, further on to he was like, if you're that seeker and you're not able to find your mind, he talks about, and that's part of it, is you have to stop thinking about everything you're thinking about, let it all go, and also unteach yourself the things you're taught and like the way that your frame of mind is, and to be able to step out of it.
Yeah, I wish more people would do that. People just get locked in on like whatever team they're in or like whatever they think is right, and they don't even like question it or think about it.
But I thought that was really interesting. I was like,
he's got a lot of interest. I like everything he does. I don't know what it is about him, but he's very trippy. And so like, I like that. And he does a lot of thought experiments. Mm-hmm. Like, well, what about this? Like, he's not as like, he just comes up with these ideas to think about. And he's like, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It's a thought.
Yeah. And I'm like,
I'll ponder it.
Yeah, I do. I like thought experiments and stuff. So one thing I was really kind of learning about is Zen. That's another thing I've been learning. Cause I will say, well, what does that word mean? I have like this dumb definition in my head. Like
Zen? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's really stupid. Like it's like some sitcom definition of Zen, like where your crazy cousin comes over and they're like talking about Zen, and then they're like all, you know what I mean? Like they're just like very flaky and wishy-washy or whatever. But I'm like, that can't be what the actual word means. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like what is actually Zen? So like I was using Alan Watts as a resource to dig into what actually Zen is. I can't teach it or speak on it because I don't know it very well, because it's a very easy, gigantic concept, which is very frustrating.
Easy and huge.
Yeah. But
I can't explain it with words.
Yeah, not yet. Because I kind of like moved on from that. I need to get back onto that one. But the one reason I like it, because like I was listening to him talk, and he was talking about the stickiness of your thoughts. Like they shouldn't be sticky. Mm-hmm. Like that's not, the Zen is like very free flowing, and like you shouldn't have sticky thoughts. You know what I mean? Usually the best, like one of the best examples I talked about it in one of the drunken podcasts is like, like your thoughts shouldn't be interlinked like a chain.
Oh yeah.
Like your thought, your present thought shouldn't drag the past with it.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. And it shouldn't be pushed against the future. Like the future thought shouldn't be pushing it back the other way. Yeah. You should just have the present moment. So I struggle with it. I think everyone does, but like, I feel like when he said your thoughts are sticky, like I've never personally came up with that way of verbalizing, but I was like, when he said, I was like,
but you're like, yeah, I know.
As soon as he said that, I was like, yeah, my thoughts are like fucking sticky, man. It's like little
kids. I'm a dirty ass mob just dragging all my shit around.
Yeah, man. It's more, it's like little kids' hands after they eat waffles. You know, they get like syrup fingers or whatever, man. Like it's just
sticky,
like
stays with them for days. And you're like, oh,
yeah, it's not super glue, but it's not smooth, man.
It ain't smooth. It's got a grit to it, and you're like, that's an unpleasant feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard that, but there's a train in the background.
Dude.
I don't know if you last time, like every time we always like, oh my god, it's so loud, and I go back and listen to the podcast, you can't hear it. It's
barely loud at all.
It's this fancy board here kind of cuts it out.
Made sound good.
Yeah, it made sound good. But if you did hear a whistle,
that's just a train.
It's just a train. I live in this weird part of town where there is a street. I don't know if anyone ever is, and there is a train track that goes right down the middle of the street.
Yeah, do they still use that anymore?
Yeah, every night at 11:30.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, every night here, but they honk the horn the whole way through, obviously, because there's no like
there's no garter,
there's no down rails to block people from coming, so it's just a train going down downtown Columbus. Man, it's crazy.
Yeah. I've seen the tracks. I thought it was for like an old tram that they don't use anymore, but I didn't know they still used it. I don't live over here.
Yeah, they use it. I mean, like that's about 11. I think it's 11:30 or 12:30. Like they honk the horn to go to.
Awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay.
Such a convenient time.
Yeah, it's cool.
I mean, it'd be better than 2:00 whenever it like gridlocks downtown.
Yeah,
that'd be unfortunate.
What's the bewitching hour? Have you ever heard of that? Was it 3:14? 3:00 in the morning.
The 3:00 hour.
Is that? Do you think that's real? Or
maybe.
Well,
like I heard the witching hour too. I think it's midnight.
Is it midnight? I thought it was 3:00. I thought like that's why people wake up at 3:00.
Me and Sam woke up at 3
a.m.
3:33 a.m. last night.
With you, I'm like, did you wake up at 3 p.m.?
I mean, that would be the most logical answer because I am a sleeper. But No, we woke up. I mean, we were downstairs on the fucking floor, passed out from all that Guitar Hero fun.
That's crazy, man. I haven't played Guitar Hero in such a long time.
Yeah, it was insane. Let's see.
I think it's called the witching hour.
That's definitely a thing.
And I think it's like 3 o'clock. And I read, sometimes I don't know if it's just that the mind is powerful. I read that one time, and then like I was like, yeah, I do wake up at 3 o'clock, and I woke up every day at 3 a.m. for like a month or some shit.
Well, this little part of Google said from like 5 p.m. till 12 a.m., like the noon.
Okay. I thought it was like a specific time.
Yeah, I don't know. This is also Google.
That's true.
So, but I do like the thought between like the thinning of the veil is that time frame.
Is that what that's supposed to mean?
Yeah, it's like if you're going to do like incantations or do a spell or do whatever you want to do, a ritual, to be able to have a thinner veil so you can tap into the other realm energies.
Yeah, like I don't even know how to think about a thinner veil. I mean, I know what it means, but like it's just like easier to kind of
maneuver through. Oh, there's a really good example of that in Twin Peaks.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that show in a long time.
Yeah, David Lynch, bless that man. He's got a good brain. Blessed be the man.
Blessed be the man, David Lynch.
David Lynch. But that's kind of how they find the White Lodge and the Black Lodge. The veil is thin, and they can kind of pass through at that hour.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But theirs had more to do with like scorched oil and like a particular place in the trees and a spot in the mountains, and the owls are not what they seem.
Yeah, I barely remember Twin Peaks, man.
That's a good one.
It's a good one. I remember I liked it, but I was like, I barely remember it. For me, when I think about the veil, I don't think you've seen this, but like there's a cartoon, Star Wars cartoon. It's called Rebels.
No, I don't think so.
Do you dig Star Wars?
I've seen all the movies.
But do you enjoy the world? Okay, then you should watch
the world of Star Wars.
Yeah, then you should watch either. Well, it depends on where you want to go in. So there's 2 animated cartoons, and they're both canon. So they're not like on the outside. They're both like canon for the whole story. There's Clone Wars, the animated series.
I saw the Clone Wars one.
The whole thing?
Not the whole thing, but I did see some of it.
Oh, yeah, it's cool. That one's cool. But I think even better is Rebels.
Rebels?
It's called Star Wars Rebels.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, it's about like the rebels or whatever. Yeah. But there's a part in there where they go to this part of the universe and tap into the Force, and they go into what they call the veil of the Force, and it's when they can traverse different dimensions and time and stuff like that. So when people talk about the veil, I'm like, fucking Star Wars. Yeah,
well, and that's kind of the whole thing too, like that 5D Christ consciousness, being able to move through dimensions. You can move through the veil. Revelations, the whole, dropping the veil.
I need that came from the one book you've read in your life, the 9.
Yes.
I meant to post that for folks. What was that? And for myself. What is it called?
The Alchemy of 9 Dimensions.
So I want to read it because when you talk about it, whenever you like drop some knowledge from that book, I'm like, I need to read that.
It's so good. It's very good. I like how they described everything.
Yeah, I have to read that.
For some reason, it just clicked, and I was like, I like that.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Especially, what made you read it? So for a non-reader, what made you read a book?
Sam read it. He liked it, and I was like, I want to read.
I want to read something.
And we didn't have... The first apartment we lived in, we were like piggybacking Wi-Fi from a neighbor. Yeah. But that was like after 6 months of living there. And if the bandwidth was full, I'm like, you ain't watching Netflix, you know?
What we gonna do? We gonna read?
We gonna read. So yeah, and we didn't have furniture. We had like a tiny couch that was like a straight up seat, barely a love seat. I mean, you've seen me and Sam sit next to each other, and like we took up the couch.
It was like a futon, kind of like where it's just a flat back.
It was a couch. It wasn't a futon, but it was very straight up. Yeah. And it was like a wooden frame.
Yeah. You know what? I thought I was gonna hate this couch with the separated pillows, but I fucking love it.
Yeah, it's a cozy one.
Yeah, because like you can move them like when you're not doing a podcast.
You can mush into them.
Yeah, because we're locked in certain spots, but like I can maneuver them where I'm just like. Everything I'm like ploof. I'm like this is exactly where I need to be.
Yeah, but like I'm fully supported.
You know, it's kind of crazy. Like you were talking about like you live in an apartment, you're stealing Wi-Fi, didn't have any shit, right? Yeah. Well, how happy were you guys?
Great.
Yeah, I know, right? And
that's so good.
Isn't that right? So like it's such a good story when you hear things like that. It's like, man,
that was one of my big things about the living room that in our current house is I didn't want a lot of stuff. I didn't want a new couch. We've only have one extra chair, but everything is pushed to the wall.
Yeah.
And you can just roll around.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We had someone stay the night with us because his lady was joining in on the festivities. So he stayed at our house and he was just like, man, your living room's all big. I can roll around on it. And it's carpeted too, so it's nice.
That's awesome. And here I want to get something for that wall that like in between those two windows.
Yeah.
I know you guys, if you're listening, you've never been in my house.
We're just pointing at things.
Yeah, you've never been, but I got like this empty space. Like I want something really cool there.
You
like
can get a huge canvas.
Yeah, a huge canvas or a cool bookshelf. I have lots of cool.
Oh, yeah.
I have
bookshelves are cool.
I have a million. Well, I don't have a million, but I have a lot of books.
Would you have like a floating bookshelf or actually have something on the ground?
I don't know. I just wanted to look really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like you want to walk in, I want that to be like, because it's kind of often the cut.
Yeah.
Ideally, I would like my TV to not be where it's at. Like I want a hidden TV.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, I don't want the TV to be like
the focal point of the room. Yeah, that's how we did in our living room. We're like, I'm gonna have that shit.
Yeah, so I just don't know what I want to do. Like here, if I put it there, you couldn't plug it in.
Yeah.
So
you could get like a bookshelf and close it in.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking I could do, but I have to get kind of narrow. Anyways, that's not important. But like it is important. Making your space. Your space, yeah. Beautiful is, whatever your definition of beautiful is important. Yeah. I went on a rant about the guy, Jordan Peterson, last time. Mm-hmm. He's a good dude. He talks about like the relationship people have with beauty. Oh, yeah. And like, he was like, how can people help tell other people what to do with their life or like vote for, or I don't know if vote's the right word, or have an opinion about how to restructure society or like government if they don't make their bed. Yeah. Like if you walk into their bedroom and it looks like dog shit. Yeah, and like you have no say. Yeah, it's not. You don't even got your house cleaned up. Yeah, you're like your house is unorganized. Mm-hmm. He's not saying you have to be rich. He's like if you're poor and you have no money, you can clean your room. Yeah, you can make your bed. It doesn't say you have to have like you can take care of your stuff. Yeah, it doesn't have to be Louis Vuitton sheets. It could be Walmart sheets that have holes in them, but you can spread them out. Make it look nice as possible. You know what I mean? But when I heard that, I've always heard like people say, make your bed in the morning so you feel accomplished. So there's a Navy SEAL or a military dude. That's awesome. I don't remember who. I think it's Jocko that said it. I don't know if you know who Jocko is. Yeah, he's pretty big in the book and podcast space. He's a cool dude. He's in that book realm. Yeah, he's in the podcast realm. Yeah. People like, he's a cool dude, man. Every time I listen to him, I like him, but like, it might not be him. So if it's not him, don't get mad at me. I mean, we still like him, but yeah. I mean, but like, it never resonated with me. And he was like, make your bed so you feel like you've accomplished something. You started the day with an accomplishment. Made zero sense to me because I was like, nah. That doesn't. I don't get that. It doesn't even matter. I'm gonna jump in that bee in a little bit. Yeah, and I was always weird. I always fought making my bed because I was like, in this. I don't know why, and I was just like, well, I'm just gonna fuck it up again. You know what I mean? I was just like, it's a ritual in stupidity because I always had the top bunk, so it was a little challenging. But when you got a twin size bed, you just kind of you throw your blanket and it's fine. Yeah, but everyone used to get on me like, you never make your bed. And I'm like, why? I'm just gonna mess it up tonight. I'm just gonna mess it up. It's like I'm gonna do this cycle over and over. And then a lot of people quoted, I think whatever book that is, I think it's Extreme Ownership. Is the name of the book. But don't go read that book for the making your bed part. I'm not sure if that's right. And I was like, nah, that doesn't deal with me. But now I listen to Jordan Peterson talk about like the relationship you have with beauty and how you can organize your what you have control over first, and then that allows you to have a better eye for it, or relationship with beauty, organization outside of your house. And I was like, oh yeah, it's like that. I get. Yeah, now I make my bed every day. Yeah. Once, you know what I mean? Like for me, and it wasn't because I make it. My mom used to like, make your bed, or your grandma, make your bed, whatever. That's fine. That's a task you have to do. That wasn't. But as soon as that wasn't something that came from you to want to do to accomplish. Yeah. So it's just kind of weird. Like when I heard that, I was like, and then it's kind of cool. He talks about like the aesthetics or the relationship with beauty. Like it's like once you do that. Yeah. Like once you start, like, it's important to make your space as beautiful as you can and keep working on it. Because then you have this relationship with beauty, and then when you're out in the rest of your life, you know how to interact with it, or you know how to create it in other realms of your life. Yeah. So it's really easy. He's like, if you don't know what to do, he's like, clean your room, clean your house, clean the front, make it look as nice as you possibly can. He's like, and you spend most of your time there anyway, but it gives you a good feeling. But he's like, once you start working on your stuff that you have a total ownership of, then when you're out in the world, you have this relationship with it, and you can kind of start interacting with it and start making other things beautiful. Yeah, that is really nice. And just like take care of yourself, take care of others, take care of space that isn't yours, not because you have to, but because you should. Yeah. That's why, like, you know, I was really thankful when you helped me with the flowers. I was talking about it all the time because in my head, I was like, you know, when I first moved in this house, if you're new to the podcast, it looked like a scary house on the outside, right? Only because like whoever lived here, like neglected the front of it.
Yeah. Or, you know, you take out all your things and like, then you just have dirt and sticks.
Yeah. So like I was like one of the first things that like someone kept asking me like, why are you not focused on cleaning the front of your house? And I was like, because it looks awful. Yeah. And I was like, I wanted to look beautiful. And I was like, not made out of marble and gold or anything, but like I wanted to look as nice as I possibly can. And then once I get a certain level of nice, I'll be able to make it nicer. You know what I mean? So I really thank you for that, man. It was my birthday too, man.
That was the birthday podcast.
Yeah. And that was like a fucking weird birthday, man. Like I had everyone bailed on me, man. That was this time where like, that's when everyone was bailing on me emotionally. Everyone was bailing on me because I wasn't an ATM anymore because I just sold the business. You know what I mean? Because for a while I didn't realize how much of an ATM I was for a couple of people. I didn't realize it. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to help. You know, I'm a helper. You know what I mean? And then when I had to like, hey, I can't do that because I literally don't have the funds to do that. Like people just bailed on me, and I was just like, oh shit, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what I thought I was doing. Pouring into a good cup. You know what I mean?
Turned out to be a colander.
Yeah, right. Like, but like, so I was going through all that. I was just kind of like, oh man, fuck it, whatever, man. And then you came over, which was cool, which was the start of the podcast, which was cool. And then like you helped me make the front of the house beautiful, which was very important.
And
to
they're
me.
still there.
Yeah,
and they look good.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
And like that helped me be happy. And I was just like, man, fuck yeah, man, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I really ever told you how much I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no, it was fun.
Yeah,
glad to do it.
Yeah, no, you know, sometimes I was getting like, there's a lot of kicks you know of, a lot of kicks you don't know of. I was getting kicked by every fucking facet in life was just like kicking me, and I'm like, man, I thought I've been pretty cool. Like, you know, I've been pretty nice to everybody. You know, I try. You know what I mean?
I tried.
Yeah, I do
I'm
nice.
sorry.
I mean, yeah, I'm like, you know, I do good, whatever. And then like it was just cool. It was a cool time because like a lot of people that I shouldn't say I lost contact with, or like weren't in my strong room. I had a fucked up strong room. I didn't realize it. And that was something I always took pride in, but I fucked my own strong room up. Yeah. In case you haven't like listened to me talk about it, which I've done on 3 different episodes.
It's important.
I think so. Like strong room is just a metaphorical room of people or things when you walk into, they uplift you and they help you. They tell you the things you need to hear, not the things you want to hear. Yeah. You know? So like I had a really fucked up strong room, but then like once it all evacuated.
Birthdays are a good time to like reminisce on that because you see who shows up in which ways.
Yeah, for sure. And then like, you know, all that shit happened. Then I had people come in that I have poured in relationally over decades, and they're like, boom, just stepped in. Like, yeah, man, we're here. Yeah. And I was just like, bet. It's not that I bailed on them or anything, but you know how seasons change. You know what I mean? Like, you know.
Yeah, you moved and working and
even proximity, like just the proximity to the people changed. Like these people aren't necessarily in close proximity to me anymore before I used to live, but like they just kind of got closer to me emotionally.
And adult life is kind of like that, where if you don't have the same work schedule as a friend, it's kind of hard to see them. And it's like, not that you can't be their friend, but you might not be able to be the friend that you want to be because it's hard to even just spend time with those people. Yeah. So it was just it was a really wild time. And I was like, oh man, this is going to be like fucking hard to get through. Like all the loneliness and all the bad stuff. But in actuality, it was the exact opposite. It was crazy. It was like the little spark of seed of like little blossom of happiness. Yeah, it was crazy because I've been struggling with like, I don't say loneliness because like that has like all these connotations to it, but like just like bad relations, not relationships, but there's all types of relations, not necessarily romantic, like all types of relationships. I was just like, what the F, man? Like, you know what I mean? I don't, this is crazy. So like when everyone bailed on me, I was like, okay, well that's a blessing, but the curse of the blessing is I have to go through a part of life without any support. Yeah. And that's hard to do, particularly as an adult, you know what I mean? Yeah. But it's scary too. But I didn't. Yeah. So like, I was like, you know, maybe that's why my strong room got fucked up, or like I had all these bad relations because I was scared of the gap. That's what I've been thinking about lately. Because like, you know, we tend to avoid uncomfortable shit if you can do it. So like, I was fully aware. Do the hard stuff last and procrastinate on it. Yeah. And I was fully aware of the hard stuff. So it wasn't like things were happening around me that I wasn't aware of. I was totally aware of it, but I was like, well, maybe this is better than going to the gap of like re-upping. Yeah. You know what I mean? So let me just see if I can make the best of this. Now, I don't know if I consciously did that, but like subconsciously, or like maybe
is half consciously a word? Like, you know, you kind
Consciously.
of, you know, you think about it and you're like, fuck it. And then like,
Just do something.
yeah, you know, fuck it, whatever. You know what I mean? So like I was doing that.
Oof. Yeah. Talk about mind cycling and being like making a decision to going over that decision, making a decision about your decisions, and then fuck it, I'm doing this anyways.
Yeah. But then it wasn't even like I ripped the Band-Aid off and then it was great.
Yeah.
It wasn't even bad.
Yeah.
But
cool.
Yeah. And it was like, I always look at my birthday. I don't know. It's because if it was my birthday, but I just thought, I don't know what it was about that day. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe it's because it was my birthday. You know what I mean?
And just kind of taking some time.
Yeah. Well, I thought about it, but then like, I don't know. You came over, we had birthday bourbon, helped me with, I was just like, oh shit, fuck yeah. And then everything's just been great. Everything's just been great.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's kind of crazy, man. I really, you know, like, maybe if you never know.
Yeah.
And if you wouldn't have came over, maybe I would have spiraled, man. I'm not a spiraler, you know what I mean? I don't want to put like this like persona of me, but I'm just being open. Like the things that people really think about that don't talk about, like, you know, maybe I would have been like, oh man, this is really hard, you know? And then maybe bad things would have happened for a while, you know, but it didn't. It was just the exact opposite. All good things happen.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Good things are about to happen to this black cat.
Yeah, it's true.
As well. He's out there on the hunting ground.
He's like, I'm good at squirrels. They've been after squirrels lately instead of birds.
I mean, catch what you can.
Yeah. But you never know, like, what your, like, acts of kindness or just, like, little extra efforts, like, what they mean to other people.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You know, I'm just bragging on you, actually. It was what I'm doing is self-deprecating myself. Not even really, just being, like, honest with, like, what could have happened in different states and bragging on you. But you never know, like, the extra effort you go for just a person, right?
Yeah.
And then, like, in that moment, but then, like, how it can, like, you're going, like, if you're driving a car, he's like, oh no, we're gonna go off this exit instead of the other exit, and then like you're in a whole different location.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was it or not, but it could have been. I don't know.
It could have been. Yeah. Yeah. It's nice to be able to have enough space held to like be there and show up for other people. That's really cool.
It is really cool. Whoa, sorry.
Oof.
Oh, fuck. So I just took a big swig of 1792 small batch.
Small batch.
The regular batch, not small batch. I think they're all small batches. The special one.
The special edition one.
Yeah, the special juice from the liquor store down the street. This one's got a little bit of a burn to it. I like the regular one better.
A little burn.
Yeah, the regular one doesn't make me make a face at all.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so anyway, that's what that face was. Oh, I got you a birthday present. I forgot about that.
Birthday gifts.
Birthday gifts. I want to go get it.
Okay.
It sounds so weird with the headphones off.
Yeah. It's like, it's not even real. It's not even real life without the headphones. Oh my goodness. Birthday gifts. Okay. Yes. I appreciate it. Yeah. People have been really kind with their things. Oh my gosh.
All right, I'm back. Hopefully I'm in the right spot. Okay.
Okay. One, it looks cozy.
I'll tell you why I got it for you after you open. I'll tell you what it is, and we'll tell everyone.
To everyone.
So if you're just listening, you're listening to the you're listening to the exciting uncrinkling of a birthday present.
Of a birthday present. Okay.
That you can't tell what it is except for it's squishy.
You know, I had mine to bring my knife in.
You have a pocket knife? I don't have a pocket.
Of course I have a pocket knife.
Yeah, that's how you can rip my eyeballs out.
Yeah. It's got the seatbelt cutter and
oh, does it?
And the window breaker.
That's right.
Yeah. One of the many gifts from Dad.
Dads know what's up.
They do. Oh, this is a hefty duty guy.
Yeah, sorry, I did open it once I got it. Like I never like mess with it.
Let's see. I can make this
happen. Do it.
I have baby nails because I have to cut them. We may need sharp assistance.
You think so? Let me see it. let me open your birthday present.
Help me.
This can't be that hard, right?
It's kind of hard.
This is kind of awesome because I get to open a present. And it's not even like anything. It's not my birthday. Oh, it's just like vacuum sealed.
Yeah.
Bro. That's legit.
You got to get in there. Hiya. Yes.
Hold on.
Strongness. There we go. I appreciate that.
All right, we got it. Sorry about that. If you're listening to it, it's just feel that excitement of that sound.
So we have some shirt. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it hits all the Sarah criteria when I saw it.
Yes.
So
my gosh.
So it's cozy. So it's a cozy blanket. It's a hoodie.
It's a hoodie.
It's a cozy blanket hoodie, and it's got space.
And it's got space.
You could literally wrap yourself in
infinity of space.
In infinity.
Yes.
And you could wear it like a hoodie.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Hopefully, yeah. High five. I thought they hit all the
you.
criteria right there. I was
Absolutely.
like, that's fucking legit.
That is super nice.
Oh, no. It's a robe.
It's a robe.
No, technically it's a robe.
It's a robe.
It's a robe, hoodie, cozy,
Hoodie,
infinity
blanket.
of space. That's why I was
Yes.
like, yeah, hook it up. I was like, that's what it is. That's legit.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so hopefully you enjoy that.
I do. You know, it's fun because Sam has one of these.
Oh, really?
It's got a
I had never seen it before. I was looking for cozy shit, and I was
cozy
like,
shit.
I
Well,
saw that. And I was
you
like,
know, I'm cozy queen.
that's why I typed in Amazon cozy, and I was
Cozy
like,
things.
I was like, that's it.
But his has like laser lights, but he didn't get the Sherpa.
Oh yeah,
I was like, how do you not go Sherpa route?
yeah.
And it's a large, so it's like really big on me.
Yeah,
So this one looks more my size.
I got the medium size.
Yes. This is fabulous.
Yeah, right. That's cool. All right, cool. I'm glad you like it. Happy birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Cozy.
Most gifts have been centered around. I've got a few sexy things. I got some jewelry. I got.
Hold on. What's sexy? Hold on. Go into that.
So it's a badass skirt, but it like hits like right at the booty. So it's nice.
What does that mean?
It's also like mesh and stars.
Who gave it to you?
Amelia.
What is? Explain all those adjectives. So, sorry. It's like, I mean, maybe the ladies listening know exactly. They're like, "Yep, I know that."
Yeah.
But like,
So it's like a mesh skirt.
so it's not a real skirt.
No, it's a skirt.
Okay.
It's just made out of mesh.
You can see through it.
It's see through. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not a real skirt. I mean, okay,
It's still a skirt.
Okay. It's
It has a waistband
Okay, so the skirt is for sexy time.
for sexy time.
Okay, so
skirts.
you're not like gonna come over. You're not gonna
No.
go to
I mean,
Publix.
if it was a rave, sure.
You're not gonna go to Publix in the skirt.
No.
Okay.
Unless you're going to Publix after you went to a rave, and then all bets are off. And like,
You're like, man, I need some.
I got my mask on. Like, fuck off.
I need some OJ, man.
Need a discotheque, man.
And then
Lemon
what?
tech.
I can't remember, man, because raves were like when I was younger, wasn't it? Like OJ,
Yeah, or lemon juice, or
lemon juice, like MDMA.
yeah,
You need
mushrooms,
some-
all that kind of stuff.
And then Vicks inhalers. Isn't that right?
Yes, it is.
Sorry, you're bringing back my college days, man. I haven't
the
thought
first
about
time
that
I
stuff in a long
experienced
time.
that, someone was like, "Can you like blow this in my face?" Like the nose inhalers. He was like, "Be careful! I just opened it. It's brand new." So I had a stranger at what was it Wild Bill's? This was me and Sam's first. Like,
Is that in Marietta?
yeah,
Not
It's
that I've
huge.
Been, not that I've been there.
I haven't been there.
I just knew it by the name.
It's
yeah,
fine.
I used to live in Marietta.
Yeah.
I was like, shit.
And so you
when did
like
you go to Wild Bill's? Hold on, what year was this?
this is like 2013.
No, I was already out. I was out of Marietta in 2013.
Yeah, we saw
That was
Flex
like shit.
Pavilion and Cookie Monster, and
I
that
was
was
like-
me and Sam. That's the night I told Sam I love him.
Nice. I was
I was like, I love you. He's like, I love you too.
fuck yeah,
Yes.
man.
Yeah, our first picture on Instagram was at that.
That's
spot.
cool. You guys do anything for Valentine's Day?
We're home.
That's cool.
He just paid stuff for our new shower, or on the process of making new shower happen.
Home renovations.
Home renovation.
Okay, sorry. I was like, wait a minute. Is that a sexual metaphor? Sorry, I was like, man, like, am I out of the,
Absolutely.
am I out of the loop, man?
I was like, man, there's a lot of new terms since I've been around.
I don't know, man. I was like,
Oh man, that was funny.
I was like,
No, I mean, I do so much for my birthday. Like Valentine's Day is like, I'll make you dinner and use my hot stones on you.
yeah. No,
So-
I was just wondering.
Yeah, Valentine's Day is like my break off for birthday and like spend time for Sam.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
So that's nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Probably kick his butt and some Guitar Hero later.
There you go.
You know,
You can use the pinky key.
Oh, yeah.
You have to, is it orange?
it's orange.
Yeah. Dude, see, I haven't played guitar here in a while, but I was like, yeah, can you fuck with orange?
Burnt orange.
Can you fuck with orange?
Can you fuck with that orange? Yeah, that one was really fun.
My old favorite one was Black Magic Woman. And
Yes, yeah. We have the
Because that one is like the beginning, like the notes are simple. Because you feel like you're really playing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So like that one's cool.
Especially if you can like get the whammy in there and to
yeah.
get your star power.
Yeah. Oh man. I have it in my room, man.
so
I haven't played it in like a long
I've been
time.
asking my brother to like, I was like, man, let me get that. And my brother's like old school when it comes to like me and his relationship. Like his is very, I have to do something to get a reward from him.
He's like, do 75 jumping jacks.
It's more like, get me food,
Oh, okay.
do something else for me. It's like, what are you going to give me?
Yeah.
So pizza rolls used to do it. That used to be my currency to spend time in the
Yeah.
room. And then it'd be one of those, get out. And you're like, all right.
Dude, pizza rolls when
Come
you
back a
first
few
get
minutes
them.
later, be like, you guys want some Hot Pockets? Like, what you need?
Pizza rolls
So.
are death when they come out of the oven.
Oh, they're the best.
Well,
Burn
they're
your mouth off.
That's what I'm saying, man. Because
Yeah.
there's the tasty ratio is so high that you're willing to melt your mouth
Like
off.
I'm gonna burst that space right between your teeth.
Yeah.
In the front, and then you just like have this like hangy piece of skin that you keep tonguing, and you're like, this is the worst thing on the planet.
You're like, fuck it. Let me
Be like, oh.
Did you ever do the move where like you nibble the front off and you rip it open?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And then
Like,
you gotta squeeze.
yeah, because that's how you get like next levels. Because it cools it down faster.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah,
You gotta open it up and
and then like you could do that, and then if you want to really step it up, you could dip it in ranch.
then cool it down even more.
Yeah, and then you have ranch on it, which makes everything better.
I'm not so much a ranch head. Like, I mean, you know, I'm not gonna double dip my celery for ranch. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna only dip myself. I mean, bam.
Every dip, every bite is a dip.
Only reason I eat celery is as a ranch carrier.
Yeah, it's just a vehicle of ranch.
How much ranch gonna get in my mouth?
Especially if you got like the nice celery that's got like the long sides, so you can really scoop it all.
That's true. That is like perfect.
And
It's
just
like,
hold it and
it's just
support
like,
a ranch support holder.
and it's like you don't even have to eat it fast. You just hold it up. It's just like
Yeah.
It's like I got you,
Just
bro.
keep it level.
I got you, bro. Here's some ranch.
Here's some ranch.
It's all good.
It's gonna drip off the long strings and get on your shirt, and you're gonna find out about it later.
You know, like what were we talking about? Valentine's Day. Like the origin of Valentine's Day is really weird.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
Most holidays are
Yeah,
pretty
they're all
weird.
pagan and weird.
Yeah. I
Isn't it
mean, you know,
weird,
St.
like, how-
Valentine and
Yeah, but there's something before that.
Go for
That's
it.
the Christian cover up.
tell us
Yeah.
about the Valentine man.
You know, I say I never remember anything, and then I'm like,
I remembered a thing.
there's a whole bunch of details about some random shit. You said that on one podcast. I was like, I can't remember it. I was like, blah, blah, blah. And you was like, you remember a lot of stuff.
I remembered all the things, of different things at different times.
You know, one thing I don't remember?
What?
The end of podcasts. Because usually the birthday bourbon kicks in.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, especially whenever there's been a few times where I've like laughed out loud in my own car.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I did say that.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. It's so
like,
cool,
oh,
man.
I forgot that was even a part.
Some people was like, I can't believe you think that. I was like, I kind of think that. They're like, what do you mean? I
I
was
think
like,
that in the moment.
yeah, I was like, I thought that in that moment. And I was like, I was kind of drunk. So I was like, I mean, like, what are you going to do?
I mean, in all like spiritual fairness, you're allowed to think differently.
You should be allowed to think differently.
Like, there's like, fuck you for holding me to something I said a week ago.
Yeah, for sure. New information.
I mean,
new
integrity,
experiences.
sure. Like, but I mean, even your thoughts of what integrity is.
Well,
can
your
change.
opinions. So your
Yeah.
opinions should be changed.
They should be able to change freely without being judged on.
Yeah, if not, we'd be stuck in the whatever
Suckhole of suckness.
1,000 years ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
We still be like, oh,
I mean, down here in Georgia, we are kind of behind.
I think we're behind everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Because like even like in New York, like all the ethnicities have like different boroughs and neighborhoods and stuff, and like there's a street you don't cross. It's the white neighborhood, the black neighborhood, the Greek neighborhood, the German neighborhood,
Yeah.
whatever. You know what I mean? So I think Southerners just get a bad rap just because of fucking slavery.
Yeah. Well,
might-
just
we-
like
we
our
might-
technology, we're kind of behind in like how we maneuver in society
Oh, gotcha.
and like just how we could utilize technology for like our communities.
Yeah.
We could utilize things better. Another thing, random topic, but it just
Random.
really, solar energy, renewable energy. People are like, you can't just not use whatever. You can't just spend all this money and change all of it. I don't get why people think, folks who are for renewable energy think that you can't have both.
Yeah. Why you gotta have just one?
Like, I don't understand. Like, who thought that? And why are we pushing those concepts of, no, just oil? Like, keep oil. It's doing what it's doing. You know, why would you make all these people lose their jobs? And then, you know, renewable energy and be like, we're going to create all these jobs. We just need $80 billion to do it.
Well, a lot of people can't think past their own life cycle,
It's
meaning
like,
their kids
do both.
like all the kids that they're gonna see.
Yeah.
Our life, our kids' life, and maybe our grandkids. And if you're lucky, your great grandchildren.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Like, you
you'll
can't really think about infinity
Yeah,
or expanding space.
Yeah, you can't think about it. Like, so like some people can't process that. You know what I mean? It's
I
just
just don't
something
see why that's a hard thought to fathom. Like,
I don't either.
we can still have gas in our cars, but maybe have a solar fucking panel on your roof.
Yeah.
Or a
in the
hydrogen
future-
generator. Like, why can't we have it all?
You know, in the future, I don't know how far they're all going to be electric cars.
Yeah, I mean, and
gonna
that's
be a
cool.
thing.
Was it EV?
Yeah.
I don't know. Sam's got a stock in one of these things.
Yeah. I
It's
want to
like what Tesla did, being the energy source, being the maker of the vehicle, but it's for an Asian
Oh, that's cool.
company. I don't know if it's Japanese, Chinese, Korean.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure.
I don't know if I told you, I put a deposit down on the Cybertruck a long time ago. Did I tell you that?
No.
Oh, yeah, man.
I knew you wanted to. I didn't know you actually did a deposit on it.
Oh, yeah. I'm in line.
Oh, hell
I'm
yeah.
in. I don't know. I forgot when I'm way down the line, but I'm in the line.
I'm in it.
I'm in the line.
I'm waiting.
Yeah. So, well, if you put a deposit down on a Cybertruck in like the past year, I beat you. So I'm gonna get one before you do.
Yeah.
I don't know if I actually want to buy one because it's like 40 grand, but I'm like, that's a pretty
40
good deal.
grand is not that big much for a brand new vehicle.
Especially a truck. Like F-150s are 40 grand.
Yeah. A minivan is fucking crazy.
Yeah. But then something happened. The new Broncos came out.
Oh, Lord.
Have you seen them?
No. They look sweet.
Yeah. I don't want to Google them right now, but you should.
I mean, trucks just aren't my jam. I mean, they're cool because how big they are, but
the new Bronco.
I mean, show it to me.
No, I'll show it to you.
Wow me. Wow.
I'm going to wow you.
Wow me.
You're going to be wowed.
Be wowed. I mean, I know they're cool on the inside.
They're cool on the outside.
I feel fancy when I ride in Sam's big truck for work.
Yeah, I'm not a big truck guy.
huge.
I'm not a big truck guy either, but the Broncos, they're not that big. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh shit, man.
It's like, I like that.
Yeah, and I used to drive a lot. I don't drive that far anymore. So like, I don't.
Yeah.
Like, that's where I really wanted the Cybertruck.
You gonna be able to pull into that driveway with a big old truck?
Fuck yeah, man. I'll park on the street.
I get on the street. You fucking move out of my truck's way.
Yeah, it's fine. And there's a charger right there. There's a one right there, so it's fine. Oh, that looks lame. I'm trying to find the cool one.
See, he's gotta wow me.
I am gonna wow you. Well, I'm not. The car is.
The truck will.
Yeah, the truck itself is gonna wow you. Well, the Bronco hasn't been released in like a long time. It's like a new
Was that
one.
its whole thing?
Well,
like, look,
it's
you
been
remember that?
gone. It's been gone.
Why was it gone?
I don't know.
Usually when they stop making a type of vehicle, it's because they sucked.
Yeah, well, whatever.
They're like, we had to revamp.
Yeah.
Revamp.
Sorry, I was asking me about cookies and shit.
Yeah, fuck your cookies.
Fuck Fuck your cookies.
We ain't got no small ears here today, so we can say fuck all we want.
Yeah, we do it even when he's here. It's fine.
Yeah, well, yeah. He
It's,
doesn't listen.
yeah, it's true. I always ask him. He's like, I don't hear what you say.
Cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
You can listen to it in a little while.
Anyways, I'll find it later.
Yeah.
I'll show it to you later. But Google, like, I'll show it to you later. But if you're out there, that's cool. But yeah, I really wanted a Cybertruck. I still do. And
I mean, if you don't get that truck, you get your deposit.
you can get it back, yeah. But I'm probably not gonna. I mean, what the fuck? I'm gonna forget.
Yeah.
They keep changing the release date, so like I don't know. He moved.
We got an email yesterday about a new, COVID blop stuff being canceled. We were going to go to Reggae Rise Up
Where's that at?
in St. Pete, Tampa.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. So they're going to do it in March.
That's fun.
We just got an email
Yeah,
yesterday.
Florida's legit, man. They don't give any F's down there.
No.
You can still roll. They had the Super Bowl in Florida, I think.
I didn't see any of that.
You didn't see that?
I know there's a Puppy Bowl.
The Puppy Bowl's good.
I've seen the Puppy Bowl more than I've seen the Super Bowl.
For real? I'm a sports fan, so.
Yeah.
But like this, I've gotten like as I've gotten
Those
more.
puppies are so cute.
They are, man.
They're just in a bowl.
As I've gotten more and more adult, though, I have less and less time for all the sports.
Yeah.
So I just went all in on the Falcons, the Atlanta Falcons. Like that's my team. I used to watch like all the sports like constantly. I was like a sports almanac. You know what I mean?
Like, we're just gonna have all of it. It's like I know stats.
I did. I do all.
I know
stuff.
when people do things.
Yeah. So like when my son was born, like 2014. Like that's when my sports almanac knowledge stopped in 2014.
It's like done.
Yeah. That became more casual after that, just because like other things became more important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Humans.
yeah.
Gotta take
Well, some
care.
people won't do that, man. Like they'll like neglect their family just because like a football game's on or a basketball game or whatever. I mean, I like football and basketball. Don't get me wrong, but like other things are more important.
But
Oh,
put your Bud Light down.
yeah. Put your Bud Light down and read a fucking quantum physics book. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Listen to Alan Watts. Will change your life.
Man. There's can't just call out the men.
Man.
The man, the woman's.
The one. Oh, so Valentine's Day, open story. It was a holiday. It was I guess holiday is the right word. Like a celebration. Yeah, back in the day, you used the word celebration in ancient Roman times. I don't know how far back, but like
Roman shit.
Yeah, before stuff, before all the stuff. There was no Teslas back then.
No.
Whenever that was.
Before the Cybertruck.
Yeah. So it was like February 13th to February 15th was the celebration, and what happened was it was. Men went out and killed animals, and then they got their hides, and then women lined up, and then they hit them with the hides. I don't know if they did like roll a towel up. In my brain, when I read this, I was
you're
like
they pop in their butts with
Yeah.
the wet towel.
I have no idea how they actually hit them, right? And the thought was like when you got hit with the hide, it increased fertility. And then there was a text message. Hey, it's from a friend. Yeah, we had a So you whap it. And say in my head, dudes go out and kill animals. They got their high. They're smacking naked ass. like you know what I mean? Like that. But anyways, but they really did do this. But in my head, it's funnier.
Yeah.
That maybe what it was. It might have been brutal. I have no idea.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
Greek time.
Yeah. I don't know.
Their idea of fun was odd.
Yeah. It's very odd. And they would hit them. They would hit the women. The men would hit the women with the hides. So they would be fertile.
Yeah.
And then they would have a lottery. And in my head, they have all the women in a jar and the guys pick out a name. I'm sure they didn't have jars, but it was something to that effect.
I'm sure they had jars.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So whatever, like however they got
in the bottle.
So they got matched up, and it was a lottery. It was random. It was a random matchup for men and women, and then for those days, the 13th, the 15th, they would go out and do it, like sex it up, right?
Yeah, sex it up out in the woods, probably.
Yeah, whatever. And then it was either over, like we're done, like I'm good on you.
Yeah, bye.
Or if the match was very good, they would keep on rolling and fucking.
Cool.
But that's the start of it, right? And then later on in years, there was a guy named Valentine. That was one of the emperors or popes or whatever. I think it was emperor killed on February 14th. And then 3 years later, just happenstance, there was another dude named Valentine or Valentine that was killed. They executed, publicly executed on February 14th.
St. Valentine's Day.
Yeah. So what?
Or just Valentine,
so that's what happened in that little time, and then later on in years when Christianity became a thing, the Pope. This is where the Pope came in. They tried to like Christian whitewash it. So what they did was they basically just put clothes on everyone. Like, you're still fucking.
Still fucking, but you had clothes on.
Yeah. Basically, I mean, it is romance, and that's the whole point of romance is for fucking reproduction, fucking right, for fucking reproduction, man. But
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not about chocolate, but so like they made them a martyr. They made the two Valentines a martyr and made it Valentine's Day. But it's really a pagan celebration and
fertility day.
Yeah. And it's weird, right? Also, that's where the term, like when someone hits on somebody, like I'm hitting on a girl at a bar, that's where they come from, because they used to hit them with fucking hides.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Like, isn't it crazy the remnants of the past?
I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit on you.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about it. I was like, where does I'm gonna go hit on a girl real quick. That's not what you would say. Yeah. Excuse me, bro. I'm going to hit on this.
Excuse me, bro. I got to go hit on this gal.
I got to go hit on this gal. But like, that term, I got hit on or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, where'd that come from? And that's where it came from.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Fun fact.
Fun facts.
There you go.
Fun facts from the mines.
Yeah. So I was just like, dude, that's crazy, man. Another weird thing, buttons on like men's dress shirts.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're women, but like predominantly men's dress shirts. Those are remnants of the past where they were on servants and slave shirts, so they wouldn't wipe their nose on their sleeve. But that became a thing.
Because if you've ever wiped your face with a button, you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
That hurt.
Yeah, if you look at it, I did that because it looks like I wiped my nose right there.
Yeah.
That doesn't look right.
Yeah.
I don't remember doing that.
But you wipe your nose.
Yeah. So there's no button on there. But
I've witnessed my niece. She was like, oh, before the snot comes out your face. And she just went up to my sister and like straight wiped her nose on her shoulder. I was like, that was rude.
Dude, kids don't give a fuck about nose boogers, man. They think it's funny.
She was like, I didn't have a tissue. And she's like, you had to use my shirt?
Dude, like my son, like if he's sitting right beside me to my right or whatever, he sits real close to me, which is awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's 7.
Snug as a bug.
Yeah, like he's just up in the nose. And then as a dad, I'm not like, get your finger out. Dude, you got a booger, get it out, bro.
Yeah.
I get it, man.
Like get it out, but also like maybe a tissue. We got those.
Yeah, like I'm not against boogers. Like I get them, man. Like I got boogers. I would like them out of my nose.
Yeah,
like,
get them out of there.
Yeah, and he's 7. Like he's not skilled in the ways of booger digging yet. I mean, I get it.
His dexterity is low on the totem.
Yeah, I get it. He's got awful handwriting. Like he's like, he's like have that skill yet, right?
Yeah, dexterity not there.
Yeah, I get it, man. So like I'm not like a prude about his finger in his nose. But like he'll do it, and I'm sitting there staring at him, like, and then like he's just in there. Yeah. He's going for a booger. He's not doing it as like a habit. He's like, no, there's a. He's
like I am working towards a goal.
Yeah, I want to scoop. He doesn't know like up, scoop down. Like
he's like, why do I keep pushing it away?
Yeah, he's like, got it, man. And like he'll be like digging, and then like all of a sudden he's just like, he's there, like he's beside me, and he's just like.
What a turd.
Yeah, so like, sorry, that was without words. I did actually do this there. Like he'll just like gently like put his hand on my leg and like rub it away.
A booger.
And I'm like, dude, did you just? I was like, I always look at him like, dude, did you just softly put a booger on me? And he goes,
what? I did not such that. Yes.
You know what he told me? yesterday. You know what he told me last night? He's like, well, I didn't want it on my finger. And I was like, you motherfucker, man. I didn't say that to him, but in my head, I was like, God damn it, man. I don't want it on my knee.
Yeah. Fucking funny, dude.
Yeah. So
Things are a mess.
That's my life, man.
Yeah. Sam, Sam gets these roundies in his eyes. His eye boogers are the most perfectly round pearl. I don't know why either. They're just round.
Has he ever had pink eye before?
I don't think so. Nothing.
That's when like that gets like crazy in there. I was just wondering if he had like these like gold, like beautiful green pearls.
Crusties. Yeah. No, these are just his normal morning eye bugs. And he's like, here's an eye bug for you. So that's our game.
Do you put it back on him?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
It's tacky enough you can just be like, that's yours. It's not mine. That came from your body.
You're looking at it, you're like, mine are more irregular than that.
Mine are very irregular shaped. I'm usually black from all my mascara.
You know, I've never noticed the shape of my eye boogers.
They're so perfectly round. His eyes are like little clams, and he just produces these pearls.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's so good.
Oh, so
I want to check.
I wonder if though, like, kind of going off of like just a thought to be a thought. He has pretty decent eyesight, so I wonder if his eyes make perfect circles because his eyeball is a nice circle.
Maybe.
I got fucked up eyeballs.
Yeah, mine are elliptical. Mine are oblong.
Mine are just like those long weird grapes.
The ones you're like, I have to like bite it twice.
Yeah, I feel like, is this a real grape or am I eating something weird? Oh.
It was like baby toes, little baby toe grapes.
They're fucking long as shit. Yeah, they look. The first time I saw those, I was like, "That can't be good." You know, this was back when like GMOs were like really being blasted, and everyone's worrying about chemtrails and GMOs.
You should be
worried about those. But that's what I thought. I was like, "That is a fucked up grape."
You should be more worried about GMOs and chemtrails. I think chemtrails are real, or only because like they're trying to hide whatever that is. They don't hide the GMOs.
Not anymore.
Yeah, well, in most, like, we're in America, so like. Here it's like fucking free for all capitalism, right?
Yeah.
But in other countries, like you can't buy the food here because it's considered poison in other countries.
Yeah.
Like you literally cannot.
They won't make it.
They won't sell it there. It's illegal. It's illegal to buy a lot of things there. Even like fast food restaurants have to change what they do. Like McDonald's. I think McDonald's French fries have 14 or I think it's 14 ingredients.
Yeah.
But
it's
if you
it's supposed to be just be a potato and oil and some salt.
Yeah. So I think we talked about that on episode my birthday bourbon. Speaking of that, bourbon. Yeah. But I think in like the UK, I think there's 4 or 5 ingredients, but here it was 14.
Yeah.
But like all these GMOs and things, like in a lot of countries, they're banned because they're known to like cause long-term health problems.
Yeah.
But we're like, fuck it.
We're like YOLO.
We're like, YOLO, it costs 50 cents for a hamburger.
Yeah, done. I've never really, like, I know some people who are really
people are fucking
meticulous about that, what they would spend money on. They're like, I'm not fucking spending $20 on that. And I'm like, but you would spend $400 on that, but not on this.
Yeah, well, the question, like, the way we look at food is weird. And I'm a foodie, and I'm also like a natural don't fuck your body up, dude, right? Because
keep your shit good.
I've seen so many people that are at the end of life or at a certain stage of life where their body literally becomes a health prison. Yeah. Like their body is a prison. Like their soul is beautiful, but their body is disgusting. Yeah. They can't move. They're in pain. Like they're just shut. I mean, it's awful. And
it is. And it just hurts you. And like when you can see someone and you can physically feel their pain by looking at them.
Yeah. And it's
that hurts.
It's just bad, man. You know, it's just and they all wish they could do it over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like fuck, man. But when you're 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever time frame, you're like, YOLO, baby, fuck it. But then when you're at a certain age, you're like, oh, no, not fuck it. This is awful.
No, I have to really, it is really interesting, the conversations I have to have with people like 40s, 50s. They're like, fuck, it's exhausting taking care of this. And I'm like, you're going to really be pissed in the few years whenever you don't take care of it and you're like experiencing all this pain and you literally can't do anything without feeling pain.
Yeah. You can't go to the mailbox.
And I'm
you
like,
can't drive. You can't fly. You can't go on vacation.
And it's like fun taking care of your body.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, self-care, get a massage. Done.
Yeah. Or just,
ooh, eat good food. Delicious.
Yeah.
Take a fucking bubble bath. Fantastic.
We just like
put oils on your body.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah, we ignore everything until the crisis comes, and then it's like, oh shit, I had a heart attack.
Yeah, that's the only time people listen to their doctors.
Yeah,
when they're like, hey, you should lose weight. You know, I've been telling you this for 15 years. And you're like, yeah.
It's crazy,
and you're like,
man.
oh, I had a stroke. Maybe I should.
Yeah, and I now half my body doesn't work. What can I do? It's like,
no offense to people who've been in that situation and
no, you
ignored.
can take care of your body. It's gonna like the great. That's just the great thing. The equalizer in all humanity is like as soon as you get to a certain age, your body starts entropy, where it starts breaking down.
Yeah.
So like that's a thing. But
biologically, that's just a
well, you
thing
break
that
down.
happens.
So I always tell people or patients or people anyone who wants to talk to me about it is that you want to break down. You're gonna break down. Like that's a thing. That's why you die.
Yeah.
Something breaks down to a point of like no more biological life. So you want to break down gracefully.
Yeah.
You want to be 80 years old and walking and loving life and like working in the yard. You want to be 80 years old and you're bedridden and like you're people have to take care of you and you can't go to the mailbox.
Yeah.
And you literally can't go to the mailbox.
Yeah.
So you have to do the work now so you don't have this disaster ending.
You know what happens in 4 weeks, 5 weeks?
I don't.
Mr. Davis turns 96.
Ah, that's awesome, man. That's so awesome, man. I love it. So it's the patient we used to have, man. He was he's 95. He was in World War II, right? You know, so when I was
he was 18 when he went in.
yeah,
Or 17 in basic and then went in.
yeah, he's a spectacular human. So like he's 95. We met him when he was 94. This will be the second birthday. that
Yeah,
we've
his
known him.
birthday is March the 4th.
Oh man, shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, so that's like 3 weeks, yeah.
yeah, time goes
Time
fast.
goes by so fast.
That's
What
crazy.
happened?
But when I was a kid, when I was like a young kid, like kindergarten age, I remember World War II vets, but they were like grandpas.
Yeah.
Or like great grandpas or whatever. They were around.
But now they're very few and
It's-
far in between.
Yeah, it's like when you get so like when I first like met Mr. Davis, I was like I just fucking started picking his brain.
Yeah.
But he's not all there. Like he's I don't know what the right word is. He's not all there.
Yeah.
He's not
He goes
like-
in and out.
Yeah, he goes in. He's that quick. He's not. I mean, which is fine.
Fair.
But like
Very
when
fair.
you talk to him, you can't have like a. You couldn't write a biography on him right now. He wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to tell you. He wouldn't be able to verbalize his life right now.
Yeah.
But,
He'll give you bits and pieces and details, but the timeline is off.
Yeah, so like whenever, or just or he just goes on a rant about his cousin in Mississippi or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you're like, no, you're
Back
supposed
in the Delta.
Yeah, he talked about it. He always goes back to like before the war and after the war.
Yeah.
If you ever notice when you talk to him, it's kind of it's just probably on purpose. Like whenever he's talking about the time spent in the military and the war, he'll go down that path and then it'll like
And he'll
unexpectedly
time hop into something else.
time hop into before and after the war.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't know he's doing it, but he does that.
Yeah.
So when I first started talking to him, I was like really picking his brain or whatever. And then the only thing he would talk about World War II, which is like I Googled it and learned about it. Like, it's fairly common. He would only, because he was in France. Like,
Yeah.
that's where he spent most of his time. He only he wouldn't talk about like the harsh, how crazy it was, or like, I mean, that was like, that's for real war, man.
Yeah.
That's before like long distance war. This is like
Up close and personal in the trench.
two dudes like fucking each other up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He only talked about French women. He liked to talk about French women. He talked about the little kids that were there and giving them chocolate
Oh, yeah.
because they were like,
Yeah, there was nothing. People
Yeah,
didn't have anything.
yeah,
They were
so, like,
deprived. All their
so the-
ports were cut off. Yeah.
so like as a U.S. soldier, he would give them chocolate and it was awesome. He talked about that in French women, which I thought was funny. So I would go down the French women path with him and he
Yeah.
would kind of talk
He'd
to me
go
about
in
it.
there with it. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, he's so like his mind's so like wherever, and then like he's like very religious. So like, and I guess like he didn't want to talk about that sometimes either as well.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like he would bounce back into being back in the Mississippi like 3 years after the war, and that's interesting too.
Yeah.
But not as interesting as like what was going on in the war.
Yeah.
So, but apparently that was the thing. My grandfather, which was my dad, because I grew up with that lived with them like the first chunk of my life. He was in Korea and World War II.
Nice.
I just found that out like not too long ago. Like when I thought I was dying.
It's like, I need to know information.
Yeah,
about
when I got
people.
COVID. Yeah, when I got COVID and I was having these hallucinations. It was one of the podcasts when I was talking about. You can look at it. It's got hallucinations in the title. Like when I had this conversation, like hallucination of my grandfather speaking to 7-year-old me, like at me as an adult, right? So like after that, I was like, after I didn't die, it got me thinking about him because like he died when I was in 3rd grade. I'm 39, so like, you know what I mean. There's a big time
Gap.
stretch through there, so I still think about him all the time, but like I don't like, you know what I mean, like you know what I mean. It's like he died a long time ago. So I started looking at it. I did like a little thingy jigger. I knew he was in Korea. If I remember correctly, he was in World War II as well. If that timeline doesn't match up, don't like trash me, but I'm pretty sure that he was in both.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure World War II ended. It either started or ended in 42, and
Started.
it started in 42 and then ended in 44.
Yeah, and I think he was in Korea after that. I knew, and he doesn't talk about any of them. I remember asking about it. He just would not talk about it. I remember him like sitting me down, and he was like, "People that did that don't talk about it."
Yeah.
Yeah, and he said, "Don't." He didn't say don't talk to them about it. He said more like we don't talk about it. So he didn't tell me not to talk to people about it. He's just like, we don't.
It's like we're not going to share information.
Yeah. And I always remember that. And then so that's why, like, when people, like, I do meet people that went through even current wars, like, I don't push them. I do ask them questions because it's very fascinating, and I'm not brave enough to go through that. Obviously, I mean, that's not me. Like, and then not talking about it is, not disrespectful, but like, like acknowledging what they went through and having a meaningful conversation with someone who like went through some shit is very respectful.
To be able to give people space. Like I have this experience with like people who've dealt with trauma. Cancer is another thing too. Instead of just being like, oh, I'm so sorry you have this thing. Be like, can people stop fucking being sorry for me? Just either like, let me talk about it or not talk about it, but don't like feel sorry for me.
Empathy, like, is different. We talk about that. Empathy is different. Like, feeling what they feel is different than being like, oh, I like pity on you. It's like, I feel sorry for you.
People don't want to feel that. They don't want to feel that extra.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But then sometimes when you ask people stories, you could just like be like, oh shit, man, that's crazy. And they're like, yeah, that was crazy. You'd be like, well, how'd you feel when this happened? They're like, well, let me tell you. And you're like, whoa, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. I like working in a space where sometimes people will share stuff like that with me.
You get the bartender.
I get the bartender life, yeah.
Oh, speaking of Valentine's Day, I was gonna say, I had to work today.
Yeah.
So I think I adjusted like 100 people. Like they're literally like 100 people.
Yeah.
Which is great. So many people are, I almost say pissed off, venomous, like poison venom about Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Like it's just like this Valentine, like, I get it, man. Like, I mean,
there's like weird expectations.
Yeah. Then if you don't have like
memories of past stuff or whatever, and then if you don't have something, but you still want to,
because you have to have a significant person or a person. They don't even have to be significant. You have to have a person that you to participate in it with. Yeah. So it's not like a solo dolo
it's not a solo day.
Yeah, but
single times.
Shit, yeah, right, man. Like I wasn't even talking about it because like I don't want. It's not a thing I'm gonna talk to you about today. It's not on my agenda, especially after hearing all the fucking piss and vinegar about it. But I was just like, Jesus Christ, man! You guys go fucking take a walk and look at the trees, man. Like the trees are beautiful.
Go love yourself today,
or just go love the environment around you, man. Like you take shit. We all take all the beauty that we have around us for granted, man. Like just go look at the fucking leaves and flowers.
It's nice outside. I mean, it's gray outside, but we just got all this water. Like every time it rains right in February, I'm like, we're gonna have a fucking beautiful spring.
Yeah, just acknowledge what's going on around you, man. Like we're floating.
People do confuse me though. It's like, did you not know that February was the water bearer? Like, duh, fucking it's gonna rain. People have been bitching about the rain. My head hurts. Oh, this pressure. Oh, the rain. It's so gross. And I'm like, go fuck yourself. Like, we need the rain. Like, leave it alone.
We've got so detached from like the earth.
Like, it needs to do that.
Yeah.
It's hot. Like, let us have some fucking water.
Yeah, but if you think about it, we're so detached from nature.
Yeah.
Like, just in general, like some people, like.
It's like, don't you know the cycles? Like, it's going to rain. Be glad it's not snowing. Like, if you want to be upset about something, be glad you don't live in like New York or
I was talking
Connecticut.
Yeah, right. I was talking to someone who was a vegan the other day, which is totally cool if you want to be a vegan. But like the reason for being a vegan was killing another animal. Not like they grew up in like a pen, but that shit's awful. Everyone should like be concerned about like how we treat
the inhumaneness of our food industry.
Yeah, that everyone and like how awful it is. But like the actual killing like an animal, like the honor this animal died so that we can live, right?
Yeah.
Like they don't want to kill, and that's okay. I'm not against it, but like I was like, have you been in fucking nature?
Yeah.
Everything kills everything. Like so, like but like their whole thing is like, oh, we don't do this, and like we need to love them. And I'm like, or like whatever, you know what I mean? I'm like, dude, fucking nature is fucking vicious.
Vicious as fuck.
Everything eats everything. Like that's just how it goes. So it's like we're just like so like it's not any different than nature.
Yeah.
But
we do take it to next level.
That's true. Now, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the fact that like a pig had to die so I could eat it.
Yeah.
Like
it's like things die because there's a food chain.
Yeah, and like I'm okay with that. Like that's the way it is. Like, but like that. So like when people have a problem with that, like I like to pick on them about it. But if they go into like how inhumane and gross it is, like how we do it within like big industrialized agriculture, I'm like, you're right on.
You were spot on.
You're spot on that one. But like the fact that like like if I had to go out and like hunt an animal or whatever, then like that's just part of like, have you been in nature? Have you seen a bear?
Have you seen a fucking bear?
He will rip your arms off and hit you with them and then eat them.
And then I'll eat your face.
Bears will eat.
Go find a berry.
Bears will eat other bears to stay alive.
Oh, I mean, I bet bear is delicious. Maybe.
I've heard it actually is. I think, is it black bear? I think black bear. I've heard black bear is delicious.
Could you imagine having like a black bear snuggie?
Yeah, no, I can't, man.
Just have like that bear head on your head.
Yeah. Now, me talking all this shit, I have been hunting all of 0 times.
What's a gun? How do I hold it?
Yeah, I'm not pro gun. I'm like, there's too much pain in the world for like regular people to have guns, in my opinion. So
Fair.
if you, yeah. So if you like guns, fuck it, that's cool. But
like, cool, keep it in your house and you're safe.
Yeah. And so, but like,
taught how to use it.
Yeah, I can have my opinion. You could like, I need a gun. I'm like, yeah.
Okay.
My opinion is no, you don't. You know what I mean? It's cool. It's like I'm not gonna fight you over it.
Yeah.
It's cool,
it's
man.
like I don't live in your house. I don't need to know.
Yeah, and like it's cool. But like I've been like hunting 0 times. But I don't know, man. I don't know if I could kill. I don't know.
I don't know if I have the skill.
Well, I don't have the
I definitely don't have the skill.
I don't have, but you know, if I was hungry and like Andre is like wasting away because of my son Andre, because he doesn't have any
cut
food.
Your leg off first. Be like, here you go, boy.
Nah, man, I'll go out and fucking kill some squirrels, man. We gonna eat. We gonna eat, man.
You don't
but
eat.
Like,
I got a slingshot.
Yeah, but we're just so disconnected. I just go to Publix and get grass-fed beef or whatever. Like, I don't have to worry about it. But like,
maybe you can get some skills from the cats.
Yeah, I'll watch it, man. I got them, man.
I'd be like, all right, just got to sit and wait long enough, and they'll come.
Get a BB gun, fuck them up.
Pow.
Pow, 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 pow. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. We are really disconnected. Like, how many people have been out in the woods and like looked up?
Oh, that's such a good thing.
I asked somebody that the other day. They're like, "Oh, I've never done that." I was like, "You don't literally have to be in the woods, but been away from the city and looked up."
Yeah.
And like never. And I was like, "Well, then you can't have an opinion on a lot of things."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just a lot of things you don't realize.
That's probably my favorite thing about our new house.
You guys are out in the sticks.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, there's a light from the neighbor, and there's like down the street a little bit a street lamp.
Sorry. That was a tough one.
That was a bourbon. That was a bourbon one.
Sometimes when you drink bourbon, it'll go through your nose.
Yeah, and it just like lingers up there in the olfactory hangout.
Yeah, I had a nose burn.
Nose burn.
Had a bourbon nose burn.
Your nerves were just like,
my nose got drunk.
But yeah, our stars are really good. I told you I saw the Aquarius constellation.
Yeah, that's cool.
That was badass. I've never seen that. Last time we went to Tampa, I saw the Scorpio constellation out on the beach because we were waiting for my parents.
Did you have the app to help you? Okay.
Yeah, Sky View.
Is that one where you can like look up? Yeah, that's cool.
I'm not really good at calibrating my phone.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that. But we fucking figure it out. You find a marker.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was really nice.
That is cool. I've always been like a super urban guy. Like I like cities.
Yeah.
A lot.
I said that to a friend yesterday. I was like, damn, fucking Columbus is pretty as fuck. I left out of here. I worked with somebody downtown.
Yeah.
And just leaving, I was like, man, this is a nice warm glow. There was a few people like out bopping around, I was over there by the rapids, and like people were at the restaurant at the Hotel Indigo, and like it just looked really warm and it looked really nice. And I was like, look at all these people.
As far as Columbus, Georgia goes, I think I live in the historic part right next to Uptown, which is like the downtown area.
They had to rebrand it.
They rebranded it. Yeah. But I think this is the only good part of Columbus. The rest of it is like dirt, gross.
Yeah. And it's such like a microcosm.
Yeah. The rest of Columbus is fucking
This is the only thing I have in my head, but that is Columbus.
Yeah. But it's not real.
It's not real.
Yeah. The rest of the gigantic acreage of Columbus is like fucking dirty trucks and camouflage and like deer antlers.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
I mean, if it's your jam, cool, but it ain't pretty.
Yeah, I like it here, man. Like it's cool. Like I feel like my peeps are like more here than other places, so it's cool.
It is nice. Yeah, I like all my friends that I've met downtown and the things that they're down here, and like where people's mindset is and how they want to put money back into the community and how they really support each other's local businesses. That's cool.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot down here.
Yeah.
But I've always been like I grew up in Atlanta, in the city. I've lived in the city of Atlanta, and I've lived near Atlanta my whole life, basically.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's my shit. Like, I like big cities. I still do. Like, when I go to a big city like Chicago or any other city, I love Chicago. I just pick it, whatever. I really enjoy it. So I was like, I'm always going to live in a city. Like, in my head, this doesn't count. This shit doesn't count. This is as close as I can get. This shit doesn't count over here. Like, but as I've gotten a little bit older, man, I'm just kind of like, man, I want to live near a city, but where I can like, give me 30 minutes to the big city, but where I live on a mountaintop.
Yeah.
I don't know where that is yet.
Asheville.
That's where I need to go. That's kind of what I want, man. Like, I want really high speed internet on a mountain. And then drive 30 minutes to a fucking city.
Yeah.
Like a real city.
Sweet.
Like a real city, not like where there's like 3 restaurants.
Yeah, no, there's some fun nightlife and, mom and pop shops, but also like cool little bars and awesome restaurants, super good food.
Yeah.
Kind of hipster dipster.
I like hipster dipster.
Yeah.
That's my shit.
All the craft beer, all the fun mustaches.
I do.
The mustaches.
I never told you this. Cause it's
growing out your mustache.
I was. Did I tell you that? Did we talk about it? Oh, okay. Yeah, no. I have a patient. He's got like, he's probably 60, but he's fucking dope as shit. Okay, man, this motherfucker's got the most dope twist. So I was like looking, I was talking to him, and I was like, I hadn't shaved in a while or whatever, trimmed up in a while, whatever. And he was like, yeah, you're close to getting it. I was like, for real?
I was like, yeah.
And he told me what to do, and I started doing it. But then I couldn't maintain it.
You got to keep it off your lip.
I couldn't maintain it, man. I started like fucking with it.
I know when it gets in like in your nose and in your mouth, and like touches your other lip, and you're like,
no, for me, I kept fucking with it. So on a sad note, I wasn't going to talk about it, but the reason I kept fucking with it is because Marley, my dog of 15 years, my best buddy, passed away.
Yeah.
That's one reason why. There's 2 reasons. You had a birthday week.
Yeah.
And then I had a sad week.
Yeah. And we were just like, you know what? No talkie today.
I wasn't in a talky mood. So like my best friend woke up from the dream. Like we're talking about, if you remember, like, she woke up from the dream, man. Yeah. So she's in real life now. She transitioned over and, during that week, I had to take her to the hospital, the dog hospital. I took her to Auburn University, which is like one of the best in the Southeast, I believe. Yeah. And then like the whole like 3 or 4 or 5 days, man, like I kept just like, if you can't see me, like I'm rubbing, if you're a guy, you just rub my chin, man, you know what I mean? I just like, and I was growing. It was pretty long. Yeah. And like, cause I was wanting to twist it up and like have like this cool triangle thing going on. I was really close. I was doing really good. And then like, I kept pulling at it and fucking with it. Cause I was so stressed out that I had to like shave it off again. Yeah. Just cause like I was in, my face was in, I was in like mental pain. And then like, I was like fucking my shit up from it.
Like I'm hurting myself while I'm hurting.
Yeah. I got it. Like, man, I got a lot of phone calls and texts and like messages about it, but I didn't respond to only you. Anyone else I didn't do, because I was like kind of put my phone away. Like
you're like.
I even told my boss, I was like, where I work at, I was like, hey, my dog died, so if you need something, let me know. But like, I'm not fucking with my phone right now. Like, you need to like contact me, like some kind of like
call, leave a voicemail.
Yeah, some kind of indirect. Yeah, some kind of indirect channel. Because I was like, I turned my phone off. I was like, I'm not fucking with it, man. Like, it was just so hard, man. Man, that was the hardest shit I've ever did. Like I've had her for 42% of my life. I calculated it. I've had her for 42% of my life, man. Like she's my best friend. Unconditional love. I've only felt unconditional love from her and my son. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, unconditional love is hard, meaning no conditions. Yeah. Meaning you don't have to like meet a certain expectation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The love is already there.
Yeah. It's hard to get unconditional love. Like that's not something that's, love is validated and needed, but unconditional, like without expectations, is hard. Yeah. And like that, man, we woke up and like I took her outside and she was like like labored breathing. I was like, what the fuck is that? Like I think she's old and kind of fat, so I was like, so she came up the steps, and I was looking at her. I was like, well, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? Like, so I was like, okay, we'll chilling. It was Sunday too, so we're chilling. It was Sunday after we when I was supposed to like post not the Rick and Morty, the Dr. O and Sarah's Mind Blowers. Yeah. The one before that. And I was looking at her, I was like, Marley, what the fuck's going on? So I was like, she's a dog. I can't talk to her. Yeah. So I was like, literally she won't talk. Actually, I can talk to her. She can't talk to me. Yeah. So I was like, okay, they don't look good. But I was like, we'll give it some time, because like sometimes I feel weird and then it goes away. So I was like, you know what I mean? And what are you going to do? I just didn't, I was sitting there looking at her. She's labor breathing. I was like, fuck this, man. Yeah. So in where we live at, there's emergency vet on River Road up in North Columbus is supposed to be really good.
Yeah.
And I called them, and they've been closed this whole time due to COVID. Haven't been open.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then there's a shitty one down on Manchester Expressway, which I was like, well, fuck that. I'm not taking her to the shitty one.
Yeah.
She's gonna die.
Yeah.
So I took her to Auburn. I took her to Auburn. So like the best one in the South. Like, I think it's the best veterinary clinic in the Southeast. What everyone says.
Yeah, I mean that's where the school is. They have a huge facility. Yeah.
So I took her there, and then like I couldn't go in.
They have dog surgeons.
Yeah, all the shit. So I took her. I couldn't go in because of COVID. They're like super locked down, like way more locked down than we are, or whatever, like normal life here. So I took her in, and then I had to like hang out in Auburn. So I was eating breakfast in Auburn because I couldn't go. I had to like leave. Here's my dog. They got a history like in my car. Yeah. And then left, and they called me back, and they're like, man, we gotta leave. We gotta leave her overnight, and like because she can't breathe. She needs an oxygen cage. Yeah. So they had her in a box with like pure O2 going in because she couldn't breathe. And I was like, fuck, sure, whatever, man. So basically I didn't know this for like a day or two later, she had congestive heart failure. So like, just like in a human, when you get congestive heart failure, your heart doesn't work well and you get fluid built up in your lungs. So her lungs were like she was drowning in fluid. Like,
oh, dang.
Yeah. So they treated her for heart failure or congestive heart failure, but that didn't respond. And they went all crazy. So they thought maybe she had some crazy cancers and shit in her lungs or whatever. And I was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? And I've always been this guy. Like, I'm not killing my dog. Yeah. Like, most people, they talk about, oh, we had to put our dog down. She couldn't walk too well. And sometimes she would pee inside or she couldn't hear. Like, Marley was deaf. I was like, fuck it. Or she was blind and deaf. I'm like, fuck it. If Marley was blind and deaf, I'm picking her up.
Just be like, I'm carrying this little sausage around.
Yeah. Or I'll put her on a leash and just kind of tuck her. I mean, I'll take care of her like a human. You know what I mean? Like a human. Like, I don't care if she has trouble holding the bathroom or like can't see. I'm taking her with me.
Diaper, leash, all the things.
Yeah, I got her, man. Like I'm not the determiner of death. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's not, I love her. Like, I can make her tail wag. You know what I mean? They did all these things, and they you got to come to the hospital. It's not good. And I was like, okay. So like Tuesday I went there, and they're like, we can't. She's not responding at all. But she's happy in the oxygen cage. They were like, she can't live.
She was acting kind of normal.
No, she's great. Yeah, she's great, but she can't live outside of it because she can't breathe well. Yeah. So they're artificially keeping her alive with this oxygen, and they couldn't do anything that she wasn't responding. And I was like, I was crying and shit. The doctor was really nice, and I was like, well, what? I was like, I'm not saying I'm going to do this, but if I take her home tonight, what's going to happen? Because I was like, what I would love to happen is for her to fall asleep and not wake up. Yeah. Like just transition over. Like, obviously, what I would love for happen is for her to be fucking amazing.
Yeah. And be like, can you live for 40 more years?
Yeah. Her hearing to come back and her to jump and run. That's what I would love. But like, realistically, I would like for, if she's going to pass, I was like, that's how, that's how I want to die. Yeah. You know what I mean? And she was like, honestly, what's going to happen is like, she just went down this whole course of her drowning and spasming, going to seizure and suffocating slowly. And I was like, fuck. Yeah. I was like, I don't want that.
I don't want that.
And I was like, well, fuck, I don't want that. And there's nothing we can do. I spent $1 bajillion on her. You know what I mean? Like all the money I had, all the monies. And they were like, there's no more things that we can do. Yeah. Unless you have oxygen cage at home. I was like, I don't.
I was like, I don't. Let me take yours.
Yeah. So they didn't actually make a joke, but they were really kind. Yeah. And I was like, look, I'm not going to kill my dog. I'm not going to do it. But it's like, if she's going to die, I will gift her the gift of a peaceful transition. But I was like, if she's not going to die, I'm not going to do it, man. Yeah. Like, just like I wouldn't kill you. Yeah. I wouldn't kill Andre just because he can't fucking move well. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. You know what I mean? And she was like, okay. And I was like, they brought her out, and I was like, can I just spend an hour with her or 2 hours with her before? And then if she goes into this awful sequela of death that you described, then can we have her peacefully transition over? But if not, fuck it, man. I'm gonna take her home, or fuck it. You know what I mean? Oh man, it's hard to say. Yeah. And then I spent about an hour with her, and she was just like licking me, and like you could tell she knew. And the vet was like, she didn't eat today, like she's ready to transition over. And I was like, when she said that, I was like, fuck, man, like I don't want to rob her of that. Like I don't want to rob her of like the next step. You know what I mean? That's how I really look at it. I don't look at it as in like she's moved and transitioned on. Like the pain is mine. Like she's on to other things, like her spirit and her energies and such. So I was like, I talked to the doc. I was like, Doc, I can't kill her. I was like, but if she's gonna die, dying in my arms, that's different than like helping her ease the transition without suffering. That's what I would want anyone to do for me.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm not fucking killing her because it's a slight inconvenience.
Yeah. No.
You know what I mean? Or a big inconvenience. I was like, like, she's only person, like the first person to love me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, truly love me. So I held her, and like she was just looking at me. She just started crying. Like she hasn't laid on my shoulder like that like since she was a puppy, like a long time. And I could just tell, like she just started drowning. She just started drowning, man. And then I hit like a little button, and they came in, and they were very, very calm. I'm gonna say it in a funny way, probably, because I know how I avoid feelings, but like they were very calm and peaceful and loving. The doctor, I wish I knew her name. I give her a shout out. She was phenomenal.
Yeah, Auburn's really got it going on.
Exactly. But the doctor, and then this awful moment in my life was like fantastic. And then like it was like she was dying, and then I was just like I hit a little button or whatever. They came in. She already had a catheter because she'd been in the hospital for like 3 or 4 days.
They already had it poured in.
Yeah. And they were like, "Are you ready?" And I was like, "No, but she's ready. She's dying." And then they did a thing, and then I was holding her, and they put her to sleep, and they did the other thing, or whatever. She died or whatever. But before then, I was like, "Look, she had to pay for all this shit," which is fucking weird.
That used to be my job.
Yeah, so it's fucking weird.
That used to be my job, to get the paper signed and to take the payment and to see what they wanted to do, whether they wanted cremation. Or...
So I was like, I signed all the paperwork. She made me do that before I spent the time with her, which was she is better. I did it. I did that, and then I was like, look, after this is over, I want to leave.
Yeah.
And she was like, you can leave and I'll do it. I was like, no, I'm not going to leave her in this moment by herself. I was like, this is like my best, like some people might laugh at me right now, but I was like, man, this is my best friend. Like I love her. Yeah. Like I love her more than anything. And she's loved me more than any human has ever loved me. Yeah. And I was like, I'll be fucking damned. I don't think I live with myself if I was weak enough of big of a pussy to leave her like when she's like going to die, you know what I mean? Or dying. And I was like, nah, man, like, no, I'm not going to leave. But I was like, look, after it's done, I want to leave. Yeah. And I was like, I know I need to pay you guys, but can you just send me a bill? I was like, I'll pay you, whatever. But I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm not gonna be able to handle this, whatever. Yeah. She was like, oh yeah, it's fine, or whatever. She's like, that's a good way to do it, or whatever, whatever. And I was like, so then all that happened, and they beat me out. And I just fucking booked out of there. Yeah. It was crazy, man.
Yeah, it's intense.
It was hard. I haven't really thought. I thought about it like it was tough that week or what. You know, it was the week when she was sick and trying to figure it out, go through it, and like all the decisions and all that shit was hard. But I kind of like moved over my mind into thinking of like gratitude of having that soul or that energy in my life for so long. And I really do think of it like, you know, kind of about Alan Watts. Like the week before that, I just talked about like how like we think about the reality as wood, and like other societies think of reality as smoke. Yeah. Like it's real, but not as real. And then you wake up from the dream, and then you're really in life when you wake up. And then like I was just like, yeah, she woke up from this. So like her true self is like transitioned, whether it's a physical place or a different place, or just the energy has moved on.
She just woke up as a Southern woman down the Savannah, and be like, oh damn,
whatever it is. And then I got a chance to talk to her, and then as soon as I said all the stuff I wanted to say to her, I got what a human that was dying. Which sounds, if you're not into dogs, this might sound stupid, but like it's very emotional to me. Like one of the most impactful interactions I've ever had in my life, actually. Like when I was talking to her, like she's a little dog on a little table, and I was just talking to her, and she's fucking deaf, so she can't hear me, man. But as soon as I said it, like she had this other, she's a little puppy, like she just put her chin on my, as soon as I got done talking, like she can't hear me, and she put her chin like on my shoulder, and then like just collapsed with like, hold me. But before she let me talk to her, like I was looking at her like this, like if you're not watching it, like
eye level with her,
eye level, and I didn't make any motions where she would know. I just stopped talking because it was the end of the talk, and then like she just walked over and put her right there. And then she started drowning. Like you could hear it, like she was drowning, just like the doctor said, and this is gonna happen, and all this bad shit. She's gonna go into seizure, and
as soon as she gets off the oxygen, the lungs will start collapsing.
She was off the oxygen this whole time. Yeah, so she was dying. Yeah, but I wanted to know.
Like you wouldn't even made it home.
No, she told me she wouldn't have made. I wanted to know, and I was like, look, man, like I'm gonna stay with her. If she's gonna die, I'll gift her the gift of an easy transition. But if she's not gonna die and it's gonna be inconvenient, I'm gonna take her. Yeah, I want to take her for the next month, year, whatever.
Shout outs to vets, because they do this for people all the time.
Yeah, this is
and not a lot of people do stay. The vet's office that I used to work at, like people wouldn't stay.
I get it, man. It's hard.
It's hard, yeah. And people didn't want to take the hard. Like
maybe they don't give a fuck. There's also like it's just a dog. Yeah. But I did not have that relationship with my dog.
But the vets I worked for, they were fantastic people. Yeah. And like, you know, they'd be there. They would try to do whatever they could. And you know, that was part of their training, was us making sure we were super respectful for these people, because we had to be the ones to give the hard conversation.
Yeah, it's tough, man. So. And like it was hard. But like I thought about it, like a part of me wanted to be a bitch when I was driving, because Auburn's about a 35 to 45 minute drive from here.
Yeah.
That was part of me wanted to be a bitch. I was like, I could just fucking do it over the phone.
Yeah.
I could have, you know what I mean? Yeah. I could, but I was like, fuck. I mean, I had a thought flash. Like, you know,
it's like, I could just do it over the phone, and they could just do it, and I don't have to experience that or see it or like make that decision in front of another person.
Yeah, but it was a thought flash. I never thought of it and like comprehended it. So I don't want to think I don't even think I was actually contemplating it. That's not true.
Yeah.
But it flashed through my head, and I was like, as soon as it flashed through my head, I was like, fuck that, like, dude. No. I was like, that's a bitch move. I was like, well, I'm going to leave her alone with all the shit she's put up with me, you know, been there for me, you know what I mean? All the dumb shit she's
with all your bullshit.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, I'm here for you, girl.
Yeah. So like, it was a peaceful transition, and it was hard, man. And it was like, it wasn't even like disconjointed. It wasn't like, oh, okay. It was literally like a fucking spiritual movie, man. Like talking to her. She's fucking deaf.
Yeah.
She can't hear me.
She felt it.
She used to know words. So like, you know, you used to be able to talk to my dog. You know, they know words. And she knew a lot of words. She's pretty smart. I'm not just saying it because she's my dog. You have a dumb dog. You know, I get it. She was, I literally used to talk to her all the time. But like she was deaf, and then like her going through this, and like I just said my piece. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece. And that was crazy, man. Yeah. That was crazy. As soon as I was done, like I ended it. I don't want to say it out loud. I can't say it.
Yeah, that's fun.
She just literally just walked over and put her, boom.
No.
And that's when I heard her, all the stuff. I just hit the button right there. And I was like she was waiting for me to say that. Like she's like, it felt like she was dying. And it felt like she gave me the solace or the respect to say that to her. Yeah. It wasn't for her.
Yeah. She was like giving you that space.
She was giving it. I was like, God damn it, why are you so good to me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're the one, I should be better to you. Like, you're so good to me in this moment that let me say this and like feel this and like do that. And then you're like, as soon as I'm done, then you're ready to when I was driving home, I was like, what did she feel like for that 15 or 20 minutes when I was talking to her? Like, that's probably she was like, oh, I'm about to die, but I'm going to stay alive just so for me. Yeah. Did they get that out? And I was like, God damn, man. Like,
God damn it, Marley.
Yeah, I was
good
just
dog.
Like, yeah, man. I was just like, fuck, man. I've had a lot of bad weeks, just like everybody else in life, but that's top 5. Yeah. I don't know if it's number 1. It might be, man. Like, I don't, who your top. I don't want to rank my top 5 worst weeks. That's not something I actually put a lot of thought into. Like, well, which one sucked dick the most? You know what I mean? But like, it's in the running for it, man.
Yeah, that one is rough.
The weird part is, like, when I was at work and I was adjusting people, like, one day I wasn't there because my dog was sick, and I was like, hey, man, I can't come in. My dog's sick, whatever. Yeah. But there's another doctor, so it was fine. And a couple of people, I guess, got wind my dog was sick or whatever. They have known me some of the patients there have known me for like 8 or 9 years. They've known me for a long time. They've known Marley or whatever. So, and then some of the people were like, I told them or whatever was going on after she passed or whatever. No, like, you getting another dog? And I was just like,
it's like, whoa, can you give me a fucking second?
I was like, mate, I don't know. I was anyway, they hit my head. I was just like, fuck you, man. Like, maybe that was just a weird way to handle like.
Some people don't know how to handle the situation.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
They don't know how to be in their feels.
But if that was like a real like response to what was going on,
if it was a child, be like, you gonna make another fucking baby? Be like, oh, well, fuck you.
You're fucking your wife again?
Yeah, like, shit. Yeah.
But it was just
people
weird.
Say that though, and they're like, you gonna try again? Be like, can you go fuck off?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, right. Like, it's just really, I mean,
I get it. We weren't conditioned as society and people of like how to handle tough things and situations, especially death. Like, what a taboo, which is bananas, because it's like, that's like one of the only certain things we have.
Yeah, it's weird how certain
it's
things
change and death.
Yeah, well, and like it's weird, like people like taboo, like sex is taboo, and then dying is taboo, but it's like you have to do it. Yeah. I mean, you want to do one of them, but you have to do it. Really, I mean, the humans have to do it. Like, it's a thing you have to do.
It's part of it. It's part of this human experience. You don't get to be a human, or I don't think you get to be like a third dimension conscious life without those two.
Yeah, you got to do it, man. But it's weird how like you can't talk about
I mean, even plants. Yeah. They do it from afar.
That's true.
Do it.
They're like,
take my pollen.
Here's my seed. If you're not watching it, I just did a jerk off motion with pollen coming out of it.
Poof. And that is your pollen. Poof. And that is springtime. And that gets in your nose. And you're like, why is this fucking bothering me? It's because semen doesn't belong in your nose.
The plant semen.
It doesn't want to be there. Take your Zyrtec.
Yeah, that Marley shit was tough, man. Yeah. That's why I was kind of MIA.
That's fair.
Yeah, it was kind of fair.
Really fair.
Yeah, but I mean, when I was talking about it, I got a little emotional talking about it because like that was like some vulnerable, like, I mean, it was some emotional shit.
Yeah.
I feel like it's fair to be emotional.
That's some rough stuff.
Yeah, but like I
can't even watch the videos online.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like I'm not even attached to that animal.
But I have switched my head over to like gratitude of her and like thankfulness for her and like, God damn, man, she was the best thing that's ever happened like in my life.
Yeah.
Besides my son.
Yeah.
But she was here first.
Yeah.
It depends on how you look at it. Like
number one.
Yeah, or tied. You know,
number one good thing.
Yeah, or tied. You know, sometimes some good things there's not a race, they're just good.
Yeah.
Like, you know, she's good, my son's good. You know what I mean? But like, so I've transitioned over. Like, you know, when I talk about it, it's sad. So it's some sad shit. Like, you know, but like now I look at her, I'm just like, God damn, man, that was awesome, man. She was so good. And then I think about like she can hear or what I don't know, man. Like when I think about like that what happens after you die, I think like we just go to this magical kingdom and we're humans and we're doing all this stuff. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I think it's more complex than that.
Isn't it weird that we think we're still going to be human and doing like weird human things?
Why the fuck would I want to be human?
Harp lessons. Like, what is that thought?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened.
I mean, I do want to play the harp. The harp seems really cool.
That's fair. That's fair.
But that is a funny little thought that we have stuck in our head.
Yeah.
That we're just going to like be on a cloud and learn the harp.
Yeah, I feel it's gonna be way cooler than human existence. Like whatever. I mean, obviously it has to be, but like, you know, whatever it is, I'm like, you know, the equivalent of it. She can hear, she can run and jump.
Yeah.
You know, apparently her fucking heart has been dying for a long time, so she hasn't been. You know, I didn't know.
Yeah.
How do you know? But that's why her belly was big. She's like, yeah, her belly isn't big because of that surgery. She was gaining fluid. But they told me after the surgery her belly was gonna get big. So like, I didn't think that was a concern because they literally said, hey, she's gonna look like a potbelly pig after the surgery. And I was like, okay. Fine, yeah, fuck it.
Dog, little potbelly pig.
Yeah, like I don't know what happens actually, like, you know, after you die. People are like, well, what happens after you die? I'm like, well, no one knows. You know what I mean? So, but I think it's gotta be.
Gotta die. Go figure it out.
Yeah, but it's got. I don't think you're gonna be like in the kingdom or whatever. I mean, that's a word picture of what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? Like a word picture, like of what's gonna happen. But like, I don't really know.
Yeah.
Have you watched the switch subjects? Because talking about my dog dying sucks. Yeah. Have you watched the Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson lately?
Not lately, but I watched the one where it was Joe Rogan, Mike Tyson, and
that was on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Was it?
I think so.
Oh, and the other guy. No, I watched the one with Snoop Dogg.
That was good.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, okay, no. Like,
he's like, I'm just gonna take these joints. I'm gonna take one for my hairdresser and for this person.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just gonna take the whole jar.
Yeah, but so like the podcast used to be like real spiritual and like really cool, but I don't know if they got rid of. Like they had the guy that was with him, the big football player. His name was Eben. 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 Sorry, not Eben. Sorry, but that's the Southern coming out of me. Eben. Yeah, sorry, but like he's not there because of like some money thing or like with the whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know that stuff. But
situation happened. He is no longer there.
Yeah, but like now it sucks, man. Like it's not.
It was really funny, like just the two voices contrasting.
Yeah, but it was very spiritual and esoteric, and like they were both into like really trippy shit and DMT, and they were talking. But now it's just like regular bullshit.
Just talking.
Yeah, I mean, regular bullshit is cool, but like there's the depth is way more shallow of a podcast than it used to be. I don't know. So I don't recommend it anymore.
Oh, okay.
I used to recommend everyone what you watch. I was like, well, you should watch our podcast first of all.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know, obviously Joe Rogan has like top grade A, top tier guests. Like, you know, like he can get anybody. Everyone wants to be on there. So like all the cool people are on there. Mike Tyson had cool people, and he would ask him like, sorry, the reason I brought that up, besides changing the subject from my dog dying, is like one of the like everybody's like getting fucked up and talking about like esoteric shit. Every once in a while, Mike Tyson is like, what do you think happens after you die? Yeah, he said that almost every podcast that just random people
just to hear what other people think.
Yeah, and then he would talk about what he thinks and all this shit, and like a lot of it was like from the Toad and DMT and like you know, it's very very interesting. But now it's just like that
just that's not there.
Yeah. So that's gone. So like I don't recommend that podcast.
Yeah, there's your squirrel for dinner tonight.
No, I'm good. Actually, I'm going on a fancy friend date.
Hey,
it's not a friend, but you know, like a person date. Yeah, well, this person's texting me.
That's fancy.
Yep.
I'm for that.
Yeah, there's a new place in Columbus that I found.
There's a lot of places. Like I haven't eaten a lot of places here in Columbus.
I thought I had been.
If you in Columbus, Georgia, and you're a foodie, you got a few spots.
Yeah, there's a place. There's a condos that opened up down the street called the Rapids.
Yeah, that's where I was yesterday.
Where you were
at the Rapids.
Why were you at the Rapids?
I was working on a lady who's about to go in the Rangers.
Oh,
stuff.
bet. Do they live there?
Yeah.
Oh, at the bottom floor.
That's what I was talking about. Whenever it was really pretty, I was like, there was a nice restaurant.
That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, that's where I'm going. So the restaurant's called Chivoli.
Oh, okay.
It's
yeah.
on the bottom floor of it.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going. And then like, what time is it? 4 hours.
Nice.
That's real, babe. Yeah.
I'm going to make a steak dinner for
Booyah.
Sam. And probably put on some fun things.
Sam's a lucky dude, man.
You know.
Sam's a lucky dude.
He's a lucky guy.
Does he ever listen to the podcast? Because we talk about it a lot.
I don't know. I think he knows how much I talk about him. He's like, that's one thing that, like, I mean, if it's fair to say it causes him anxiety, is whenever people meet him, they're like, oh my God, I heard so much about you. He's like, oh God.
From the podcast?
Just in my life, I just talk about Sam a lot.
Well, that's what, I mean, like.
He is like a huge chunk of my life.
That should be reciprocal. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's awesome. Like,
yeah.
That's kind of the way you want it.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
And, same, he's around a smaller group of people than I am because he works with the same people. So, and I've met these people that he works with for the most part, like some of the key players and, but I'll talk about Sam to a stranger.
No, that's beautiful, man.
It's like, I'll just talk about, like, have you met my husband? Have you seen his face? He's very handsome.
Yeah, that's some beautiful shit, man. That's how it's supposed to be. Like, relationships supposed to be 100.
Yeah, so it's been good.
When I learned that, it kind of blew my mind because, like growing up,
everyone said 50-50.
And that's a compromise.
Yeah,
that means you get half of goodness.
Yeah,
I mean, you should go all in. Yeah, and then sometimes somebody needs all in for 3 months.
Yeah.
Or whatever, and then you need all in for 3. I'm making that up for a month or whatever it is. It's never 50-50. It's like
it's never 100 at the same time.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm fully in.
Yeah,
and then sometimes but it sucks when you're all in and then 50.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's supposed to be 100 when you go in like that. When I read that, I learned that, I was like, yeah, that is like you.
Be like, that makes way more sense. I like that much better.
People talk about, it's compromise. I'm like, well,
it's like,
no. I mean, like, compromise is a thing, but like if you compromise everything 50-50.
Like compromise on like, hey, I want steak dinner. Hey, I want shrimp. Like, okay.
Yeah, but like
let's go to the stock market.
if your relationship or marriage is 50-50, then like it sucks. Like it's half good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're half of yourself is not there represented. You know what I mean? So it should be 100.
Yeah. It is fun too, like having that in a relationship.
The Go-Giver, that book I made you read. That's
where I read that one.
That's where it came from.
Oh.
Boom.
Oh yeah, I do remember that piece.
Red book, motherfucker.
I'll read it right before bed for the morning of shift. Be like, fuck, I gotta read this.
Pickle Rick. Man, my kid's 7, so like obviously he doesn't watch Rick and Morty, but I can't stop saying Pickle Rick.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, and he's like, Dad, what's Pickle Rick? And I give him the G-rated version of Pickle Rick.
Yeah, it's like I mean, do you feel like Rick and Morty are kind of based off of just their visual? It's obviously Back to the Future.
Yeah.
That's them.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for they shit on time travel. It's interdimensional travel. It's funny if you watch it because Rick shits on time travel.
Yeah, interdimensional. Because I mean, time traveling is not good anyways because you create loopholes.
It's true, but he makes fun of time travel. He literally shits on it, like so, which makes that even funnier. Yeah. that it is kind of based off of that.
Yeah, visually, that's what they look like.
But my 7-year-old walks around going, Pickle Rick. But if you meet my kid, he's never seen Rick and Morty, but like I gave him like the Disney version of.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I know you keep his like visual of what he very age appropriate.
Yeah,
which is smart.
Yeah, I mean he's 7, man. Be 7. Don't be 14.
My niece. Yeah, we were talking about Harry Potter because that was what we did. We had fun lady night on Friday, and then dudes came on Saturday. Dudes. And we had poker and all that kind of stuff. Truthfully, we didn't really play much while we were actually in lingerie. We took photos and drank and danced.
No, I mean
that's about it.
Yeah,
the next day was poker and spades and
just tell me that you guys just got lingerie on and played chess. Just lie.
We lied. Yeah, I lied to you.
Just lie to me and just tell me.
I won the game. I'm the queen's game.
I don't think you realize how dope of an idea that is. And you're like, I
brought my chessboard, but people wanted to take photos.
Well, I mean, that's fair. I mean, that's the whole point of like, that was the point. Yeah. So,
and we all got a late start. It was like 7, 8, 9 o'clock. And then we all kind of got ready. I don't know if you've ever gotten ready with a group of gals.
No.
It's time consuming. And then I'm kind of a coordinator. And then I also had my friend Maggie who was like, when we taking some fucking pictures? I was like, get your butt on the bed, girl. I'll take your picture right now.
It only takes me like 17 minutes to get ready.
Yeah. I took like maybe 90% of everyone's photos.
That's awesome.
And then I had someone else take mine. It was fun. We had a good time.
Yeah, that's legit. That's a legit party.
But we took mattresses down from upstairs and put them in the living room, and I put my tapestries over them. So to set the scene whenever people came in, I got all the kind of shit. We had 2 carloads of stuff.
Of what kind of stuff? Lights
and blankets and flowers and food and stuff to create more of an ambiance.
Yeah.
So I brought my own like fun lights, and I have this like laser thing that puts lasers. We had a fire going. I had all my flowers around the fireplace, had my sword. My friend Maggie again got me this like huge cat.
That's just fucking crazy. How you just throw it and you're like, I had lights and, like flowers.
I had my sword.
Like you just throw that in like, this is a normal thing.
There's like a wand as well, because I didn't know what people wanted to use as props. So I just brought anything that was fun. I had a bunch of like
Harry
masks.
Potter shit.
I have a wand, and then
Expelliarmus.
Sam has this really cool blue fox leather like face mask that's really nicely made. So I brought that. And then Kelly with a B, she gave me this like cat bat with purple rhinestones. So I have that. But we brought 2 of their mattresses from upstairs so that we had like cozy spots all over the place. Because so there was a couch
for lounging.
There was a couch. There was a, kind of a bigger, it was a single seat, but it was like a little less than 2 of these cushions.
Yeah.
So it was enough for 2 people to sit in. And then another kind of long chair. And then we brought the 2 mattresses. So we had the couch, a coffee table, and then a mattress, and then the fireplace, and then another mattress.
That's cool.
And people were able to like lounge around, and some people were watching Harry Potter. Then we were in the other room playing poker and spades, and we were kind of in the same area. But
how many books did you get?
Books?
No, sorry. When you played spades, like how many? I got 7. That's
let's see. I got 5.
Yeah, sorry.
I got 5 books for that one. Yeah, spades was fun. I haven't played spades in a long time.
Yeah. It's kind of a ghetto game, man. We used to play that.
Hell yeah. And I got some ghetto raised friends.
Yeah. Have you ever played Tonk?
I've played Tonk. I don't really remember the rules, but I've played Tonk. I've played like
that's the stripped down for real hood version. Hood
version of spades.
Yeah. So like, if you can play Tonk, then we can hang out.
Yeah.
Man. I'm pretty good at Tonk.
It's a good one. Spades was fun. Poker was fun. I'm a bullshitter, and I'll bet all my shit for like a pair of 2s. Like I don't care.
I've given up on cards, man. Like I can't. It doesn't keep my interest anymore.
That's fair.
Except for Uno.
Oh, it's a fun game.
Yeah, Uno just pisses people off, man. It's just
especially that whenever it's like you reverse.
Yeah, man.
Draw
reverse,
4.
You draw 4. Fuck you. Like it's like
wild card. Fuck you.
Yeah, man. Like so.
Pick up 25 cards.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. There's just like 7 versions of Uno. I have all of them.
Yeah,
I have all the versions of Uno.
We played Cards Against Humanity on Friday night with the ladies, and it was like 5 a.m. before we went to bed.
Whoa.
It was late.
Yeah, people love that game. I haven't got into it. I haven't not got into it.
I mean, it's pretty fun when you have like 5 or 6 people because you have all the cards to play with, but
I know what it is. Yeah. I get it. It sounds fun. I just haven't like, I don't know what it is. I mean,
it's like dick, sex jokes.
Yeah, I get it, which is right on my alley.
Or like Hitler. Yeah. There's a card.
Dick, sex, Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I get it. I just for some reason haven't got into it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Usually when I hang out with friends, we just start like using alcohol and then make fun of
using the alcohol.
We use it. And then we would make fun of each other.
Yeah. Speaking of how you were talking about like hitting, I was with Amelia earlier.
Hitting on.
That's where the
phrase.
Like getting whipped with, but like how you were thinking of like wadding up the towel. Her husband was talking about
wadding up the hide.
Oh, they hit him with the hide.
They have towels back in the day.
They had linen.
No. So they killed animals.
Yeah.
Men went out and killed animals.
They gave the hide to the ladies.
They didn't give shit. They whipped them with it. They hit them with the hide.
But the hides that they were are the women are hitting the men with the hides?
No.
The men are hitting the women with the hides.
Yeah, to make them fertile.
Oh.
Yeah, they make them fertile. Hilarious. And then they have a woman lottery.
Yeah.
The men and women are paired up and they fuck.
Yeah.
For 3 days, 13th to the 15th. Yeah, 3 days.
Well, just going off of bro love.
Yeah.
Man love.
Yeah, I just want to make, that's some crazy shit.
We were clarifying.
Crazy shit that happened. Like, yeah, so.
Okay, I didn't know if the hides were presented to the women.
No,
and then
you were
hit. Yeah. That makes more sense.
Yeah. That's crazy. It's just crazy how pagan we are. And when people are like, oh, I hate pagans. I hate these rituals. Like, dude, you do pagan shit all the time.
It's like, you remember blowing out your birthday cake candle?
Where did that come from?
Pagan shit? Making wishes off of candles.
Yeah, but like, I gotta look into that. I'm not gonna do it now.
Yeah, that's fair.
But like, I don't know I have no idea how that started.
Oh, I don't know. How did anything get started?
Pagan magic.
Pagan magic.
That's how it all got started.
Blood magic, candle magic. Whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, and then Christians were like, religion was like, we're
gonna squeak that dry erase board and change some words around a little bit.
What the fuck with Easter, man? Like, they merged the resurrection of Jesus Christ with a fertility holiday with rabbits and eggs.
Yeah.
But like, why would you do that?
You can figure it out, right?
But why wouldn't you just have them separate? Why could you just
too many words on the calendar. I don't know.
Why couldn't you just have like a fuck day? And then like the day,
Jesus happened to arise on that day.
Well, it doesn't have to be the same. It's not the same day.
I know.
I'd be like, why they have to merge them? Like, just have a fuck day where there's all like fertility, rabbits, fucking eggs,
done stuff.
And then like, hey, here's another day where we celebrate the fact that Jesus Christ died and came back.
Boom,
it's fucking dope.
Dope as fuck, man.
But they just blurred them together, and it's like, yeah, Easter is about eggs, rabbits, fucking, and Jesus. It's like,
excuse me.
That don't seem right. That don't seem right.
That's an odd one.
You know, the other day, not the other day, the other podcast day, we were talking about like the Tao, and I believe in the teachings of Jesus, right? And I like learning about other ways that other people look at just gods or religion, and then like some of it's very clarifying for me.
Yeah.
One of them was like Dolly Parton, something, I forgot the name of the episode. I just pick random keywords that we talk about. They're funny.
Yeah.
And then like Taoism plus Jesus, right?
Yeah.
Because I think like the idea that the universe and particularly the earth is a symbiotic relationship, we all arise together and live beautifully that way, is a beautiful representation of God. Yeah. Like of the true sense of what God really is, not the Old Testament God, but like what God is. So for me, it was when I learned that, I was like, oh, that really helps me.
Yeah. Clarify
some shit. Like, and then like, it was Twitter that people were like,
that's real.
One dude said, repent. And I was like, repent from what? I don't think I've done anything wrong. Yeah. And I was like, I think that Jesus is happy with what I said. You know what I mean? Like, so it was just like, y'all, I was like, did you listen to the episode? I didn't say like, be a Buddha. I didn't say worship Buddha. I was just like, the way that they look at like how the nature of one is God. I was like, but
it's like, you didn't even listen to the podcast.
Yeah, but like, it was just funny because I don't care what people say, but but I was just like, oh man, look at the Bible thumpers are coming out, man. That's like sweet.
They're coming at me.
I was like, we finally hit the Bible thumper group. I was like, we found them, man. But
they're on Twitter.
Yeah, I thought that was trippy. I was just like, did you listen to the podcast? I was like, but it was kind of talking about like blinders. I was like, like, have you thought about like other shit?
Yeah,
like,
have you thought about anything? Have you read another book?
Yeah, like, there's people been alive for a long time, man. Like reach back.
And do you realize your book is not the first version?
Yeah, well, the one thing that you realize, like the Bible came out like 300 years after the resurrection of Jesus. Yeah. So there was Christians for 300 years that didn't have a Bible because the Bible didn't exist. The Bible isn't a prerequisite for being a Christian. Yeah. The prerequisite for Christians believe that like Jesus died and came back. Boom, done.
Boom.
Yeah.
Fundamentals.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? And then, it's, anyways, I thought that was funny. That I was like, Bible thumpers.
I didn't see that. You got to screenshot more.
Yeah, I will.
Tweets.
Yeah, sorry. I fucking hate social media. Well, I like looking at social media. I don't like being a creator. That sounds way too more important than what it is. Like being a person who posts shit.
Yeah, content creator.
Yeah, I don't. That's not it. Well, that's not true. This is awesome. I enjoy this. Yeah, fantastic. This is great. But like as far as like poking like fucking other shit. Yeah, I like fucking with it. You know what we need to do? Interviews. I have like a lot of people want to do interviews. Folks on here. Yeah, and they want us to be on their podcast. Done. But I don't do it. Oh. But you know what? One thing is a lot of it happens through Facebook, and there is a subsection on Facebook Messenger of not friends. I don't know if you know that. Mm-mm. Yeah, you can go into like there's people that message you and you talk to them through Facebook. But then there's another one you click on that people aren't your friends that people are trying to talk to you. You have to.
Oh, I had that happen on Instagram.
Yeah, same thing on Instagram, right? Yeah. So like and they get on there and I'm like, fuck, I don't check that shit. Yeah. Oh man, one episode. This is funny. I don't know what we were talking about. We were talking about psychedelics. Well, we thought every episode.
We sprinkle that in every time.
Yeah, it's like, hey, man, you should try it.
It's real fun. But enlightening, not even just fun.
Yeah, I don't know which one it was, but then like on the podcast Instagram, sorry, bourbon's kicking in. It was I got like I'm not gonna lie, 14 different DMs of people trying to sell me mushrooms. Different people, man. Like,
yeah, they're like, do you need some? I got some.
Yeah.
You want them dehydrated? You want a tea?
Yeah. And I was just
do you want them whole? Do you want to dry them yourself?
And I was like, okay, we're on to something. But I was like, what the fuck did we talk about in that episode where people were like, they're going to buy mushrooms from Instagram?
Be like, they would do that.
Yeah. So I don't know what that was.
Would not do that. You got to be a friend.
Yeah. But yeah, or just go fucking find some cow shit, man. I went to Georgia Southern University, which is in the middle of fucking nowhere. We talked about it.
Fuck nowhere.
We talked about it when I got
Milledgeville, yeah.
No, you said that last time.
No,
Statesboro near Savannah.
Why am I stuck on Milledgeville?
That's
it's also fucking nowhere.
It's true. It's also a little tiny college. Georgia Southern's pretty big though.
What's in Milledgeville? Georgia State College.
Yeah, yeah. Adam went there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I've been to there. I've had good times there. It's good time.
Good times.
But I didn't go to school there.
Gotcha. Statesboro.
Statesboro. Did you know that I lost my train of thought?
Cow stuff. I'm sure you guys went.
No, but the reason that you just recap what we were talking about is that because did you see me lose my train of thought? See, I told you we're gonna be best friends.
Recap.
I didn't. I did for a second, but I was like, I should just recap.
Recap. All right, I forgot. Now I'm back on it.
Yeah, you're ready to be one of my best friends, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, we already know this.
All right, cool.
Pals.
So there was cows everywhere.
Yeah,
because there was fields everywhere outside the city. So like my friends used to go pick mushrooms. And then they had like these jeans they wore. I never went because I didn't want to fuck with it.
I'm scared. I ain't going to someone else's property.
I wasn't even scared. I was just like, man, fuck it. I'll just pay for it. Like, you know what I mean? It's not worth my time. You know what I mean? I shouldn't say that. It's not worth walking through shit in a certain time. You know what I mean?
It's fun though.
Well, not for me. It was for them.
Fair.
I just enjoyed the effects of eating them.
Yeah.
But so they would come and they have these shit. We call them shit kickers.
Shit kickers, yeah.
So their jeans from like their knees down would just be mud and shit stained because they want to go out there and just like fucking pick mushrooms all the time.
It's like, get your boots on.
Yeah.
So you need to get them waders.
Yeah. So like that was a big thing when I was in college was mushrooms just because they were everywhere.
Yeah. These are easily accessible.
There's a lot of stories of people going to go picking them like farmer coming out. Get off my land.
Get out of here. Poof.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't blame them. Like, fuck off my land.
Yeah.
You go and scare my cow. Or, even liability for them. Like, you break your ankle on someone else's property.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck, man.
I haven't done mushrooms since I was in college. That was the last time I did them. I'm not against them. I just say, like, you know what I mean? Like,
you got things you got to do.
Well, they were just there all the time. Mm-hmm. It was just like, hey, there's just mushrooms everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even like a big deal. You eat mushrooms from the Publix all the time.
Yeah.
They don't fuck you up or whatever, but they taste good.
Yeah.
You eat these particular ones that make you fucking transcend reality. That's cool. But it's not like you have to like
about dropping a veil.
Yeah, but you don't have to like go process them or go see some creepy dude and buy them. It's just like, no, they're just
they're right there.
Yeah, this dude's flying.
Just let them dry for a second. Rinse them off.
This dude's flying an American flag. They're right there. Just pick them and
Bink.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it wasn't like very weird. I don't know. Did I tell you the first time I had them was on an accident? Did we talk about that?
Where you like got Kool-Aid from someone's fridge?
Yeah, okay, we did talk about that. No, my fridge. My roommate. My roommate.
Rude.
Yeah.
Was it grape?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was grape. Yeah. So my roommate, I had been out like hanging out at the bars or at a party or something or whatever.
You're like, I'm thirsty.
Yeah. And I came home drunk. And I went again. Don't judge me. I was in college. I was like 20 something or whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like, I want some purple drink.
Yeah. So I came home and I was like, whatever. I was like, I'm going to drink some water. I chug a glass of water and I opened the refrigerator and I was like, there was like one of those plastic jugs, you know what I mean? With a handle.
Them Kool-Aid jugs,
yeah, man. I was like, yeah. I was like, roommate made Kool-Aid. Fuck yeah, dude. So like I got one of those big ass plastic cups, filled it up, and I drank it. And then me and him started playing.
Like 5 grams later.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know. I didn't make it.
I know.
So, yeah, so like I was like, this is the first time. So like I was playing Tekken, which is a fighting PlayStation game. So me and my roommate are playing it. There's a bunch of people around, and all of a sudden these motherfuckers start coming out the screen.
It's like, that's getting closer.
I put the controller down. I was like, because I didn't know this was unintentional. You know what I mean? I put the controller down.
Like I drugged myself.
Yeah, and I looked at my roommate. I was like, I need you to take me to the hospital, bro. I was like, something's wrong with me. And he's like, what's up? I was like, man, everything looks really cool. And like something ain't right, man. it ain't right.
It ain't right. Say normal.
I think I looked at him and I was like, reality isn't right. I think that's what I said to him. And I was like, reality's not right. I was like, I like it, but it's not right. You know what I mean? He's like, did you drink that purple Kool-Aid? I was like, I did.
He's like, you're cool, man.
He's like, dude, that was Shroomade. And I looked at him like for like 2 seconds, like long pause. I was like, pick up the controller.
I'm like, all right.
I was like, well, because I didn't know what was happening. You know what I mean? I'm just sitting there like I just had like Jello shots, whatever the fuck you have in college. I don't remember the night. I only remember the
garbage
end
alcohol.
I just remember coming home because like the rest of the night was just par for the course for being in college. Coming home, and I remember that, and then like that's why I was freaking the fuck out because I didn't expect it, and then I was like, wow, this is kind of cool.
Like, oh, this is nice. Tracers.
Yeah,
feels good.
Yeah, it was just like, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, like the day when it comes to alcohol, the versus being like, I'm gonna just throw alcohol in a glass and throw an odd amount of mixer into it.
Yeah,
and then you have someone who knows how to make a drink, and you're like, that's much better.
That's way better.
That's way better.
I didn't have a spiritual experience the first time with mushrooms.
No,
but it was also unintentional.
It was unintentional.
So, but it was.
But you also had a Tekken experience.
I had a great experience, but I was also drunk.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, I mean, like,
it's kind of an interesting.
Yeah, it depends on how you use psychedelics. You could use them for recreational drugs.
Yeah.
Or you could use them for mind-altering experiences. Like, there's different, you know what I'm saying? Like, scenes?
Set and intention.
Yeah,
set and setting.
Set and setting, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like,
setting, intention.
Yeah, so
environment.
I literally had zero intention because I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah.
Which is, you know what I mean? I didn't know. And I was fucked up. I was drunk when I got there from Hunch Punch or whatever the fuck I've been doing. You know what I mean?
You're like one Kool-Aid for another Kool-Aid.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, like, I didn't have... Like I didn't see anything that changed my life except for I was like, whoa.
Oh, wow.
I was like, reality is fucking weird right now. And I was
it's like, wow.
Yeah. So that was my first time.
Yeah.
What's that? This fucking champagne. If you're watching, I went to Target and I bought a champagne glass.
It's a stemless champagne glass.
Yeah, it's pretty legit, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you one so we can do this.
Yes.
Because you said, you're like, do you have another?
I was like, yeah, another one of those. They fit nice in the hand.
Well, yeah, this is the first time I've actually drank out of it. Because I only drink on the podcast. So we didn't do it last week, so I didn't drink.
Yeah.
Actually, not true.
I was about to say, Rick and Morty time.
Not true. That might not be drinking time. Rick and Morty has other things attached to it. But yeah.
Has other things.
Yeah, after Marley transitioned and woke up in real life, I got this. This is random. I was in Fresh Market. And I was like,
oh yeah, you got the rosé.
I did, yeah. I told you about that. Yeah, the bubbly one.
You sent me a picture of it
because it was bubbly.
Yeah.
And then I bought some rosé, and then it was a bottle of wine because that's what people do when they're sad. I was fairly sad. I didn't go to Fresh Market to be sad.
Yeah. I
went to Fresh Market for lunch, and I was walking around their winery, and I saw this bottle of rosé that was like said bubbles and like organic rosé, and it had it had a top where you had like. You know what I mean? Like a
cork.
A non-twist beer cap.
Oh.
You know, you do twist cap, but kind of like the one that I had to go for your whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that was.
Like a bottle cap.
Yeah. So when I got it, I was like, oh, this is gonna be like Kool-Aid sweet or whatever. It wasn't. It was
champagne makes it kind of dry.
It was just regular rosé, which is just wine, but with bubbles in it. So it didn't have like a sweetener or anything. Like you drink like the fake wine with like it's not fake wine, but the non-fancy wine. This was fancy rosé with bubbles in it.
That is fancy.
Yeah, I drank the whole thing.
Yeah. Did it give you a headache?
It was awful. I barely got drunk.
Yeah. And like your stomach gets full and you're kind of burpy.
Oh, that's not true. No. That night I got fucked up. I got really fucked up that night. Sorry, I lied. I lied. But then I woke up.
I'm a liar.
Yeah, sorry. But that was an accidental lie. I woke up. And then I woke up at like 6 a.m. and did my stuff I have to do for being an adult. And I felt great. And I was like, fuck yeah, man, that's my new wine.
Great.
That's my shit.
Yeah.
Because wine usually makes me feel like garbage immediately.
like not even drunk yet.
That night, I'm like, I'm hungover before I go to sleep.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck yeah. And then at like 11 a.m. the next day, boom, it hit me. And I was like, oh. And I was like, God damn, man.
It's like it got me.
It's like an incognito hangover, man. So like it was good though, but like I wish I had the wine. If I had the name of it, I'd shout it out because it was really good.
Nice.
Not the fact that they gave me like a delayed all wine hangs me over. So it's
I was about to say you and hangovers are kind of a
except for with this. Except for with this, because like
because you're drinking it straight.
Yeah, drinking it straight, and it's not mixed, and I'm not shooting it because you can't. I don't want to shoot this.
No.
Yeah. So like it's a
That
sip.
would not be pleasurable.
Yeah. So the sipping of the bourbon, like it's like I know I'm drinking alcohol, so I drink it slow.
Yeah.
Because it burns and tastes like garbage. And then like it's just to ease into it, man. Like if you're thinking of a veil as a drunkdom, it's like it's
Ew.
yeah, it pushes you in.
Hello.
As opposed to like shooting like 7 shots real quick, where it just
yeah.
kind of like sticks your face through it. So like
That's an unpleasant experience. Like, check on my life people.
yeah, check on them, man.
See how that's going.
How are life people doing?
Pretty good. I have a lot of friends who have like new experiences.
Tell your friends.
between-
Tell your friends to listen to the podcast.
They have been listening to the podcast. I sent them links, and they were like, "It's so good to hear your voice,"
A lot of
and they
people
think we're funny.
That's what I was just coming out of my mouth.
People think we're funny.
Which is good, man. So the whole point is like we'll talk about like fucking crazy spiritual religious shit and like trippy shit and health shit, and but it's intermixed with like dumb shit.
Yeah,
But that makes
my
it
life.
Yeah, that means exactly. But like that's like I can't handle, man. Like I mean, like there's enough of everyone being serious and like not talking real.
Yeah,
You know, everyone puts on like you feel like you're a professional,
yeah.
right? Which we are.
My professional facade kind of falls sometimes. You're
Yeah,
like, eh.
and like there's the professional facade, but it's just like, I mean, can you just talk to me like
A
what
person?
like a person, and what
Yeah.
you really are?
Yeah.
not what you want to present to the public.
Yeah.
So
No, there's definitely like layers of like festival Sarah is a different being.
Well, that's different, but
that's probably like my purest essence.
yeah, but that's not a facade.
No,
But like, sometimes when
but I
people,
can't bring that to a lot of other places.
That's true.
'Cause
You can
there's,
bring-
there's not the space for it.
That's true. You can do it here if you want.
Yeah.
That's why you can do whatever the fuck you want. Talk
Yeah.
whatever. That's why podcasts are awesome, man.
Yeah.
That was my whole point, man, because it was like, people like the health shit I talk about.
Yeah.
But like if there there is a bit like, hey, this is Dr. Odom talking. So
Yeah.
it's not like I'm fake, but there is like a barrier to my real thinking.
Yeah.
Because you're getting a fraction of my health knowledge and my philosophy on this particular fraction of a thing.
Yeah.
And not the totality of what I think about everything.
Yeah.
And here it's like, boom,
All of it
all of it. man.
in one sentence.
Yeah. And I didn't, I kind of struggled. In the beginning because I was, we're trying to find the voice and like the steam and not the branding because that's a stupid word.
Yeah.
But like the,
I switch my hips.
yeah, do it, man. But like I don't know what the right word is. The thing.
The
Trying to
thing.
find the thing, right? And I didn't want to put Dr. O or Dr. O. I don't want to doctor anything.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like I get pigeonholed, man. But yeah.
This mic is really accommodating.
Yeah. I've been tweaking with the tensions and stuff. We got everything kind of fucking
Yeah.
sweet, man.
Hi, microphone.
Yeah,
Switch
but
my
now,
hips around.
yeah, but now I'm pretty confident. Like, hey, this is Dr. Odo. I love you. I
But now
want you to
this
be
isn't very comfortable.
like, I want you to be healthy. But like, hey, there's some other cool shit. Like, I'm not all in to talk about. We don't only have to talk about like, hey, man, don't be fat.
Don't be fat.
Yeah, and if you are overweight, it's okay. It happens, but just work on it. You know what I'm saying?
Work on yourself.
You should work on yourself with everything.
Love yourself.
Yeah, you should love yourself. Whoa, I get a bunch of text messages.
From
Ooh.
your date night friend.
Oh, let's see. No. Well, we got some.
Yeah.
Let's
I got
see.
bruises on my arm from scraping.
From fucking muscle scraping.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy, man.
It's fucking awesome. It sucks when you're getting it done. You're just like, ow, why do I travel to do this?
Why do you hate me?
Yeah. But working with my massage therapist, like, has given me a little bit more insight to like, when I'm working on clients to like not be so gentle with them. I'm like, you'll be fine.
Sometimes you just got to do what's best. You got
Yeah.
For you got to be maternal.
Yeah.
Like your mama Sarah.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
you're
and
like,
I
"Come
talk
here."
to them and I'll kind of prep people. I'm a lot kinder in that way. I'm like, all right, we're going to start breathing. Like, let's go ahead and do that now so that we can prep because this isn't going to be awesome.
Yeah.
The person I worked with yesterday, soldier, about to go to Ranger school. Your fucking legs hurt, man. And I was like, these quads, this isn't going to be fun.
So you're about to go
But I
sleep.
love you. I tell that to people. I'm like, look, I love you, but you might want to start breathing.
It's like, dude, you're about to go sleep on rocks, man. This is-
Yeah, it's like, I got you. Like, I'm here to communicate with your brain. So I was like, let's talk to yourself. Let's do this.
Let's get through this.
Yeah, it's like, we'll be through this. So yeah, I breathe with people. So I'm like, I'm here with you.
Yeah.
I know it's not nice. I'm not just being mean to be mean, but
Yeah, you always talk about like you're not empathetic. That's empathy.
yeah, well,
That is empathy. But taking it home and worrying about it later, that's a whole different. I don't know what.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
No, yeah. So that's a different thing. But like in the moment you're there, like that's empathy.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, yeah. So like you are. Yeah. Well, you said that one of the podcasts. I was like, no, that's not true.
It's like, you got heart with folks.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But you might not think about it. That's a good thing, but where you can like leave it.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a fancy word for that. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Tell us what that fancy word is.
Fancy
folks.
word?
We want to know fancy words about things.
Yeah, tell me we're dope. It's basically just tell people we're dope.
I'm excited to hear about what happens later at your dinner.
Who, me?
I'm nosy.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I don't know the answers to that yet.
Yeah, I know. It hasn't happened yet, but I'm excited to hear about it.
I even bought new pants.
Oh, shit.
I did bought new pants.
Are they dark?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dark skinnies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joggers.
Nice.
But they're fancy as fuck.
They look like pressed jeans or like
They look
dress
like
pants.
they look like really fancy dress pants, but they're joggers.
Nice.
There's a waistband.
I mean, if you're going to eat steak tonight and drink, like you might need some space.
Yeah, that's going to be good, man. I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
So one reason, I mean, I wanted cool pants. I'm a fan of pants.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of cozy. As if you're not watching, I got a hoodie on.
Cozy life.
Yeah, I didn't go fancy on this one. I never really go fancy, actually. I shouldn't say on this one.
I was going to wear a cool sweatshirt, but it was not very warm today.
Hoodies are fun.
Sam's got a really cool like maroon, and then it's got this like nice pattern on the, like a circle and like a mountain and cool colors, like bright colors like that.
It's a Marley.
I know.
Did it look like her?
Yes.
That's what she did on my shoulder.
I know.
That's
She was
what
like, I got you, bro.
Yeah. That one was around the other bend over there, and I just hung it up there.
Yeah, he was like, we gonna have that one.
Still got Marley's bed and her dog toys. I'm gonna keep that there forever.
Yeah.
Like
Well, that's
forever.
for her.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a monument to her. Like she's amazing. I don't necessarily want to have like dog pictures of her everywhere.
Yeah.
I got one. I mean, I do have two.
Yeah.
That one I just happened to find behind you.
Yeah.
I found that at Goodwill for $2.
You're like, that's mine.
Yeah, yeah. And I looked on the back of it, like whoever painted it charged the person like $150. Like they drew it. Like it's
Yeah.
like one off. And I was like, no, that's mine.
That's mine. I'm
Yeah.
gonna cherish that one.
Yeah, I saw it. That was cool. I got that in Peachtree City.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, right.
At that cool like heirloom place.
No, I got a Goodwill. Like for real Goodwill.
real
I went
Goodwill.
I went to Goodwill shopping
Nice.
and I got it.
Got it.
It's the only thing I got.
That's
No, that's not true. I got the Chewbacca mug over there.
that
too.
one's hilarious.
Yeah, right. I walked through and I
I
was
mean,
like,
if you're gonna have a bowl to put your shit in.
yeah, Chewbacca face.
Yeah.
So if you've never been to my house, which is nobody, I have
Bitches don't come to my house.
like if you could imagine Chewbacca going like opening it up and then you tilt it down this way and
Yeah.
like his
and
mouth.
then put a handle on it.
Yeah, that's really legit.
Like I'm a mug.
Dude, I went to the dentist a couple of weeks ago.
How'd that go?
It was good because I missed one appointment because I forgot in Noonan, and then the other one in March got canceled. And then I was like, "Fuck, 'cause I haven't been to this in a while." Just because like I literally missed. I was at work. I missed one just from being overwhelmed and like fuck it. And then the other one, I was like, okay, we're gonna do it. And
then they
It was
canceled.
April. It was actually in April.
Yeah, my dentist appointment was, and they're like, we're not doing that right now.
Yeah, yeah. So then I didn't have one for a while. So I went there. They're like, "What the fuck? You've been drinking?" Because my teeth got stained, and I was like, "Fucking green tea." Because this shit, if you
Matcha.
I
Yeah,
poured
it's
it out.
dark.
Yeah, I poured it out. Kind of like I drink like 2 of those a day.
Yeah.
They're like, "That shit stained your teeth." I was like, "I know, man."
You're like, yeah, but have you been blessed by the green tea?
Yeah, I mean, like the fucking
I have some ceremonial blend powdered matcha.
yeah.
That's what it said on the top.
Yeah. That means that's the
The shaded tea.
Yeah, for a certain amount, a certain temperature or a certain amount of time or both. I can't remember. It's something in my mind.
Yeah, it has like bullet notes on the back.
Yeah,
Of why it's some.
But that's basically the only green tea
Words.
that's basically the only green tea that's good for you. You know, you get all the
Ceremonial blend.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I was trying to say. Wow.
yeah, I know what you mean. But you know, you get the benefits of green tea.
Yeah.
Like if you drink it and it's brown, it's oxidized, so you don't get almost none of. I won't say none because there's probably one benefit, but you get almost none of the benefits that people think of when you get green tea. So you have to get the good kind. The
Yeah.
matcha is usually ceremonial grade.
Yeah.
So,
I got some as a gift.
booyah!
Yeah.
Did you drink it in your lingerie? You're like,
Not yet, but I will tonight.
oh, Valentine, Sam, get ready, son.
Be like, I'm going to put on my things. I'm going to beat his ass at Guitar Hero. And then the living room, there's tons of space.
There's space for things to
Space
happen.
to roll around. That was like number one reason.
Yeah.
I mean, the bathroom was top notch because I was like, boom, double sinks, boom, shower, which we're fixing.
Double sinks are cool, except for my son's sink is disgusting.
Yeah. And then big tub. And then I was like, look at this living room. Because we used to do this thing called steamroll in our apartment before we had furniture. Because I don't really like coffee table. Like they just take up fucking space.
Yeah.
And you're just going to put your feet on it.
Yeah.
So steamroll, Stam usually wins just because he has a advantage of like leverage over because he's taller than me.
How tall is Sam?
If I'm 5'5", he's like 6'1".
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew he was taller than me.
Yeah. And so you kind of get like a board, and then you just go rolling around on the ground, and then whoever can steamroll over the other person, they win. It's very fun.
That's happening tonight.
And you get squished.
And you get squished. So
And you get squished.
So the loser wins.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's a win-win.
That's a Sam phrase. Smush me.
Smush it. Smush.
Smush me.
Have you ever? This has nothing to do with Smush Me and Sam.
Yeah.
I don't know why it popped in my head. Sorry, I don't know why. I have no idea why it's. Have you ever? Have you ever watched the show Ancient Aliens?
I've seen some of it, but I haven't had TV since that show's been out.
So fucking good. It's only been on History Channel for a long time, but it's a bunch of crazy alien conspiracy nuts talking about aliens kind of like visiting the Earth back in the day, like all this evidence for it. Yeah. It is fantastic because there's truths mixed in with bullshit, so you can't separate it.
And you're like, I could kind of believe it. But.
Yeah, because some of it is real, I believe. It seems very real. Yeah. And some of it is absurd, but they blend it together. So
you're
just
like, you don't know.
Yeah, so it's really a mind fuck. And so it's great. And they do it like a real documentary. Like they're talking to MIT scientists, but they're not. They're talking like a dude with crazy fucking hair.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy's amazing. Anyways.
I feel like I need to readjust.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just touch it.
I just got to move.
Just touch it.
Because I like having my arms back here.
Yeah, this setup is fucking great. I'm glad I got all this shit. Yeah. Because like.
It's definitely a sweet mic. I like this mic more than like the downward mic. Yeah. Because you have to sit off to the side.
This is called a shotgun where like you want to talk into the top of it. So anyways, that's the broadcast style of mic. Like, so there's some other not dumb, I shouldn't say that. Other mics, if you want to hit it at an angle. Yeah. It's more for like off to the side or whatever. Yeah. Ancient Aliens, sorry.
Ancient Aliens, fake MIT people. Open stories.
Open stories. We finished Valentine's Day. We did. Sorry, that was open what I really want to talk about because that shit's crazy. Yeah. They refer to the aliens that came like 3,000 years ago, whatever. All these aliens that came down and like in the pyramids or whatever, like this, you know what I mean? Or whatever. They don't call them aliens or UFOs. They don't say those words. They use the words ancient astronauts.
Oh, yes. I've seen stuff like that on like Aztec artwork.
But
they look like they're in.
Yeah, so that's the whole show. They dive into that. So ancient astronauts. Nice. And I was like, if we're gonna change the name of the podcast, it should be Ancient Astronauts.
Oh man, who was telling me that?
Because that could be cool for a lot of reasons, man.
Ancient Astronauts.
So I'm just asking you live how you feel about that.
I mean, I'm here for all things.
Because that's pretty dope, man.
Ancient future.
Yeah, no, right. That's right. Ancient Astronauts is like a conundrum of words. It's fantastic.
I'm here for it. So open stories with ancient astronauts.
No, we have to pick one. You can't do. That's too many words.
You can have all the words.
Or we can just leave it the way it is, or we can go ancient aliens.
Ancient astronauts.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah. Or we just go the Dr. O and Sarah show.
Either one. I like ancient astronauts.
But yeah, we're not famous.
Yeah, I mean, no one cares about our names.
That's true. If we're famous, then you have to go that way. Yeah. Why aren't you famous? You should be famous. This would be easier if you're famous.
I don't know. I'm pretty popular with my friend group, apparently.
Oh, good.
They say very kind things about me. It's very nice.
Well, good. There you go. So
like birthday time, man, people are just like, man, I fucking love you. And I'm like,
hey, well, you know what? That is a, I almost say repayment because that's a business relationship and that's not what it is. That is sorry, the bourbon's kicking in. Like, you know what I mean? Sorry for my word choices. Like, it's not a repayment because you're not in a business relationship with your friends. If you are as a business, it's not a friend. Yeah. That is a sign or whatever of how awesome you've been for a long time. It's just a recognition of you.
Yeah, it was really nice to see how many people like showed up for it. And like people who, I mean, I had people come from Tennessee, North Carolina, North Atlanta, people I haven't seen in like 4 or 5 years. Yeah. People I like, you know, friends that you know and you want to hang out more, but you have that like adult work life where you're not off on the same times. So it was really nice.
That's cool.
And people were excited to be there. Yeah, and willing to help and be.
But the kindness to you, right? Yeah. Like, so that's not a repayment. That is just a reciprocal or just a mirror that hasn't been placed in front of you. So boom, you're living your life. You're doing awesome shit for other people and being kind. and then a mirror is placed in front of you, and then you get to see
it back.
Yeah, you get to see it back. So that's really cool. But if you don't put it out there, then when people place the mirror in front of you, it's just look at yourself, and it's just you and yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's when
So
people
it was really nice.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's
and even
good.
like going home. Going home, I wouldn't say it's a task, but it's not like I'm going to sit around. It's usually like me putting the energy into like conducting the day just because there's a lot of people to see.
What do you mean by home? Like
go see my parents. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. And by parents, I mean brother, sister, the kids. But even like going to my brother's house, he let me take his like first gen Wii.
Ooh.
Right? Like he doesn't do that.
You gotta get a Nintendo Switch, man.
I gave that to him.
Oh yeah, that's right. You had
Sam bought one, and he used it for a little bit and was like,
Dude,
and that was whenever like they were price gouging.
You should have kept it, man, because them shits are dope.
Yeah, but Sam don't really play, and I'm more of a like I want to watch someone play. I had that conversation. Me and a chick I've worked with have had the same like brother sister relationship, even though they're closer in age. She would just stay up all night watching them play video games.
Well, that's why that shit's popular, man.
Yeah, like it's like I'll watch that on Twitch. I do that all the time.
Dude, my son wants to do that so bad.
You got the gear for it.
I do. So I've been trying to do it, right?
I would put him in like a superhero mask instead of his face.
Yeah. So like we got it almost all down. Mm-hmm. So like if you go in my room now, I have it all set up now, so I don't have to fucking set shit up.
Yeah.
If you go in there, it's all the green, because on that one you have to have a green screen.
Yeah.
That's what puts the game behind you. Mm-hmm. So I have the green. It's all set up now, and the only thing I can't figure. There's just one thing I can't figure out. Like we did one, but the microphones didn't work right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're trying to figure it out. But like he's into it, so I'm like, all right, we're gonna go all in on it, man. Like
I was on someone else's. I'm a friend. If someone's gonna be like, "Hey, I'm going live," and be like, I'll be there.
Yeah.
I will interact with your whatever. And they were on, and you just hear all these different people, and then the little kids popping up. Man, that's just funny.
Yeah.
He's like, man, pick the green guy. I'm like, he's just be like, we know what you're doing. We're like, we're not picking the green guy.
So I got to do a couple of with my son, because my son wants to do it right. It's his shit.
Yeah.
Right? But like we have because when me and him play video games, it is pretty funny.
Yeah.
But like when we start recording, he acts weird.
Oh yeah, because he knows he's being recorded.
Yeah, so like I'm doing like fake recordings with him now, so we can get that shit out.
Yeah.
And just be like, hey man, just sit here and talk shit to me like we normally do.
Yeah.
Because it's awesome.
It's like let's be funny, like normal.
Well, we'll just normally play the game and talking shit. Like that's what watching people play video games is. You know? But like, he acts like a weirdo.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's 7.
Yeah, it's too exciting.
Yeah, so I'm like, look, just be weird, and then like so the last one thing, it didn't work. You couldn't hear us talk. But I got almost everything. We can see the game. I got all the green screen. Everything's great except for I got to figure it out.
He's playing Among Us, isn't he?
Not with me.
Oh, no.
No, I'm not playing that shit with him. I hate that game.
Yeah, like, fuck this game.
It's not fun to me, man. Like
I don't really understand it.
Yeah, it's not.
I get it's fun to be the imposter, and you got to find the suspect.
Yeah, but to me, it's not a fun game. Like it's slow and boring.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm not into it. Like he likes it. He could play it, but like I don't really let him play it because like people play it online, they talk, and like he's 7 and people say bad words.
Yeah.
So I don't let him play games like that where he can interact with 30-year-old men.
Yeah.
So that's
it's like, let's keep it in your age group.
Yeah. I mean, it's like if 30-year-old men are on there, like they're going to say,
they're going cussing a lot.
Yeah. Say awful things. So like you can't play that game online. You know, I'm sorry. And he's like, I don't understand. I'm like, well, people say bad things. So
yeah.
They make it adult instead of kid. He's like, well, and he's like, why don't they make a kid? I'm like, I don't know, man.
I don't know why they didn't read the label. It's clearly a child's game.
Yeah, so we play mainly Mario Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because like we watch a guy play like the hardest boards possible.
Nice.
And he loves it. We don't play those boards because we can't beat him. We just can't beat him. It's just a thing. But like, so we were doing videos on that or whatever.
That's fun.
Yeah, he wants it, man. He's been wanting it for so bad. So I got all the gear. I got the thing to hook the Nintendo up. I got everything. I just can't. I got to figure out like one little button or some shit.
Yeah, figure out the sound.
Yeah. And then I'm going to go all in on him with that as a passion for him to do. So like, whatever.
That's cool.
Yeah, it'd be cool when he gets older to get on the podcast and stuff. And
like, I did this thing.
Yeah, just start talking.
This is a cool interface. I'm glad more people are doing it.
Yeah, it's cool. And then for us, it's like it gives you an opportunity to talk, and which sounds stupid, but like you get to like for us, we get to talk about things that we think are important. And like a lot of, for me, like when's the last time I talked about like I have no idea, like fucking this deep shit we're talking about. But when you say it out loud, you get better at talking about it.
Yeah,
better at talking about it. And then when you go out in the public, you're like, oh shit, man, this person knows what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah.
You know why? Because we fucking talk.
Yes, we talk. You practice talking. Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you listen to the podcast, like particularly me. I don't say I don't listen to you because that's not fair.
Yeah.
I judge myself. I don't judge you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah.
I go back and listen to it. I judge me, and like my judgment of me now is way better than originally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
it is fun. I mean, you see me. I'm like, what does my hair look like? How am I sitting? I like to know what my posture's like.
Yeah.
I like to know how it's looking.
Yeah. So like,
I like watching it equally as I like watching it. I like watching it more than I like listening.
No, I like watching it, but I don't judge the watch.
Oh, yeah.
I judge the audio.
The audio, yeah.
Because like I'll hear you say some shit, and I'm like, I should ask 17 questions about that.
Yeah.
Or, you know, like the dumb thing. We're going on 2 minutes, 2 hours and 30 minutes here. Every single time we're about to sit down, I'm like, I have nothing to say.
Yeah.
And then I can't shut the fuck up.
I can't stop.
So like I haven't got through that, you know. Again, we're on episode. This will be 13.
Mm-hmm.
So 13. You're not a master at anything at 13, but
No.
like every time I sit down, I'm like, I got nothing to fucking say.
And it's like we got some shit to say.
Yeah. So like every time I listen, like it gets better. The pauses get everything just gets better. So,
Mm-hmm.
but then when I go out in public and people ask me trippy ass questions, I can like I'm talking about trippy shit, and I'm like, they're like, oh, this dude sounds like an expert in trippy shit. And I'm like, well, I read a lot. It's true, but I also
practice communicating.
yeah, I speak it out loud
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
Not well, you know what I mean, like once a week at least.
Yeah.
So I mean,
For
like
a few hours. Yeah. I mean,
that's more than I've ever
done.
done.
That's more practice than I do my German and my study stuff.
it's more practice than I've done anything else in my life, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's been pretty consecutive.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. Which is good. I couldn't do it by myself. I didn't realize this. Like growing up as a kid, I wanted to be a disc jockey.
Yeah. You mentioned that radio was your jam.
Yeah, it was my jam, man. I never realized it, man. But like, I fucking love it, man.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
It is good.
It is good.
Good stuff.
I'm gonna drink bourbon out of a champagne.
Do it.
Champagne.
Prost.
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 With a P. Yeah.
So there's a couple on the Dr. O and Sarah mind blowers. If you watch Rick and Morty, they do they have a episode in there where they do like this anthology where they go through and like have these like little
Minisodes.
cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a highlight reel for them because it's shit you never seen. But I did one last week for like, it was like a highlight reel, and I had like the first couple ones in mind. If you go back and watch it, like the first 3 transitions, I had those in mind because it's funny because it's about cussing.
Yeah.
And you go through it, but if you listen to the first 3 transitions, it's really good.
Yeah.
Then after that, it's kind of just like put some stuff in there. I try to put some stuff that I didn't like clip up in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
You're getting good at the cutting and splicing and your phone, or I guess, are you doing it on your phone or your tablet?
I do it on my computer. Yeah, I have to do
okay.
that shit on the computer, man.
Yeah.
Because like all these files are massive.
Massive files.
Like this shit is probably like 30 gigs that's recurring. And seriously, it's about 30 gigs, man.
I believe it. Yeah.
I'm like, I remember when hard drives were only 30 gigs.
Yeah, and you had to like buy extra. Be like, you had to buy a whole new computer.
Yeah, I need a new computer. The computer I bought a fucking expensive MacBook, but it wasn't. I needed a desktop.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know, you know what I mean? When we first started, like I needed this. Remember me at work? Mm-hmm. It took me months to get. I'm glad I waited though.
Yeah.
Because this shit, I'm on like a bunch of groups and forums. Is that still a thing?
Forums, yeah.
It's
That's
really
what I would call it.
It's podcast group. That's true. That's not, it's Facebook groups.
Yeah.
But it's like a forum.
Yeah.
Their audio fucking sucks.
And you're like, I want better.
And I'm just like, get that. They're like, what do you do? I was like, I plug it into this light. I plug it into the light box, and it's perfect.
It's perfect. And it does it.
It does.
I might have to like change a little Turner bar.
Yeah, but we don't.
Slider bar?
Yeah.
Sliders, yeah.
But we don't really. Remember the last episode we were fucking with the buttons?
Yeah.
I forgot we did that, and I was listening to it. I was like, "Oh shit, we're fucking with the buttons, man!"
Those sounds.
Yeah, that's the fun part about drinking bourbon. Sometimes, like when you
You're
do
like,
talking.
oh yeah, I forgot a little blurb of that.
And I was talking. I was like, "Oh, look at that! I don't remember talking about that."
I was like, I do now, but
What is that about?
I didn't.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's fucking crazy.
That's funny. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a steak dinner tonight. Steak dinner.
Who's cooking it? You are.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I cooked with butter the other day.
That's how I always cook. Grass-fed butter, man.
Oh my gosh. When I first started cooking, like when I moved out, I just used water.
I remember you telling me that.
I didn't buy butter. I didn't buy oil.
No, you don't. You go to any store. You get Kerry Gold grass-fed butter. Yeah, it's good for
absolutely.
you. Yeah, it's good for you. You can cook
That's what
everything.
my dad got. He's like, don't touch my butter.
And it makes everything is good for you and
It's delicious.
delicious.
Yeah.
So it meets the good for you delicious.
Yeah, so I made some chicken the other day. And I was like, I have butter because we made food for my birthday and people only took a little bit of it. So I took the rest of it.
Give me that food.
Give me that food. So I was like, I have opportunity to cook with butter. So why not? So that was delicious.
I cook with butter every day. That's all I cook with.
But I think the first time I made cooked chicken for Sam, and he was like,
"Did you use water?"
He was like, "Yeah," because he was like, "Why are you putting water in there?" I was like, "Because I'm making chicken."
He's like, "You're like, how else do you make chicken?"
I was like, I guess it's boiling. It's basic. I basically just boil it.
Yeah, there's not much flavor when you boil a chicken.
I mean,
I'm not against boiled chicken, but it ain't.
I just want hot sauce, anyways.
It's true. What's your hot sauce? Like for me, it's Louisiana or Texas Pete.
Pretty much anything spicy.
That's true.
I'll just take it.
You know those fancy chips, Siete?
Yeah.
They have a hot sauce.
I know.
You do know?
Yeah, I got the green one.
Nice.
That's good.
The base is apple cider vinegar.
Nice.
That's why it's got like that kick.
Yeah. But yeah, I just thought it was funny.
We got to get.
I'm kind of just a bland food eater.
I'm not.
I like spices, but I'll also just eat food.
I'm not.
I'll eat plain chicken and rice. I'm like a dog.
I mean, I'll eat chicken and rice, but I want some butter. I want some pink Himalayan salt. I want all the things, man.
Yeah. Just whenever I moved out after I graduated, I had like $100 for the month.
No, I get it. No, I'm talking about now.
That's how I learned how to cook.
I'm talking about now.
I just got lazy.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about now. I get it back then.
Yeah.
I used to eat ramen noodles, man.
Eat them dry, just break them up.
Yeah.
Pour the powder in there. Yeah, I've done that.
No, I get it. Check it out. We're going to that place. It's down the street. That's underneath the rapids, like on the bottom floor of the rapids.
Yeah, I passed by there yesterday. I was pumping you looking for what you want to eat. Those are nice little chairs.
Yeah, it's a nice place, man. It's fancy.
It does look fancy.
We're going on a date or whatever, and I was like, "Oh, it's I was like, it's Valentine's weekend." I was like, "Shit."
Well, at least do something.
Yeah, well, that just synced up.
Yeah.
Not on accident, kind of on accident. It was just like the timing of meeting people. You know what I mean? And look at that shit. I want to drink that purple drink.
Hell yeah.
You can't see it on the podcast.
You can't see it, but it's nice and purpley.
I'll try to
probably
put it,
like a blood orange.
Yeah.
Dried blood orange.
I always say I'm not going to put it on there. I don't edit anything.
I have intentions on doing stuff.
I don't edit shit. If you watch it on YouTube, it's fucking unedited at all.
Yeah. It's little off the front, a little off the back.
Yeah, just the dumb
like
shit.
Standing up to turn it off.
Yeah. If you listen to it on audio, I put funnies in the beginning and then it's unedited.
Yeah.
Do you ever listen to the audio? Mm-hmm. The audio is good. It starts off with like the 15-second funny, the 5-second funny.
Yeah.
It's good. Last time it was like, I want to be the fucking LeBron James of going to school. Boom.
Boom.
We got to get a new
intro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, it costs like $200.
Shit.
That's why I was like, fuck, man.
I was about to say, anyone want to Venmo us some money?
Yeah, just fucking get us an intro. I'll get an intro. We'll get it. We'll get an intro.
You can just make one with your sound.
We could make one.
Yeah.
Let's make one.
You have the possibilities.
Yeah, we could do it.
We have sound boxes.
I have a computer.
In our face and then there.
We do have faces.
We have sound boxes in our face.
Sound boxes in the face.
Yeah. Oh, which is fun whenever you think about beatboxers. I got one friend.
That shit you sent me about the
Himalayan throat singing.
Dude.
Yeah. Himalayan. Mongolian throat singing.
That was dope.
Yeah. I told you that guy in the mountain with the little thing. That was great.
Sometimes I wish I wasn't born here. I wish I was like thrown into like this crazy spiritual.
You would have gotten some skill because there's not a lot to do. So you gotta figure something out.
Yeah. That motherfucker is crazy.
Yeah. He tapped in.
He tapped in.
He tapped in and figured it out.
I don't know what he figured, but it's I don't know.
Figured out how to do all the voices. I mean, we were born with that ability. Yeah, that's why babies sound so crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, but it hits hard. It hits different. Like when he does it, I'm just like, you hear people singing shit or whatever. Sometimes
but it reverberates with you.
Sometimes you get a reaction or whatever. But that shit, when I heard that, I was like, God damn, I feel like it in my fucking soul.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, don't know but it's got it.
Yeah, so it's different when you hear like different words sang in a way. You get like a combination of what they're saying and how they're singing it. This was like some fucking vibration just like hit me, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oof!
I was like, "I feel like
got me."
Yeah, I feel like my cells are different. Like I'm vibrating a little.
Vibrating all the places. Dude, my hair is so big and purple.
Yeah, your hair is bigger. When you open the door, I was like, "Hey."
Purple hair. I did it right before. Yeah, Mealy's got It's crazy what just an inch smaller would do.
An inch what?
Smaller, like the diameter of the barrel is smaller.
What are you talking about?
On a hair tool.
I don't use hair tools.
Yeah, it's fine.
I have no hair. I got this shit chopped off.
I mean, you could grow it if you wanted to.
I can't get through the middle phase. I can't go from short to medium to long. I've got the medium a couple times.
And then medium usually bugs the hell out of
That's
people.
what I'm saying. I've got it down like where my front hair will kind of come down to here.
Yeah, and you're like, it's fucking crazy.
Well, for me, I bend over people all the time, so the shit was coming down, and it wasn't long enough.
Slick it back in a headband, bro.
It wasn't, well, maybe.
You can soccer player at it.
Yeah, it wasn't long enough to put in like a
Not a ponytail, just a hairband.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's fair.
So then I got pissed off one day and I went,
just cut it.
let's cut it.
You're just like, cut the shit off my head.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it, man. I'm tired of doing this.
Yeah, Sam got really, I mean, and he did it for me.
Senator Sam.
Senator Sam, yeah. He had grown his hair out because I was like, leave it alone. Just let it grow.
Dude, have you guys been back to that fucking hamburger place that he loved? He got the same hamburger twice. He was like, dude, I'm getting one to go. We went to like a party, we had a birthday party at work. No, a Christmas party.
Yeah, it was a Christmas party.
And Sam came to it, and then like we went to this
That's the only one he's come to.
Yeah, it's true, but like he got like a hamburger. It was fancy.
Like,
he got a double to go.
Yeah, he was like, I want that again.
Yeah, that's legit, man.
Yeah.
That's when you know what you like. You're like, I want that again.
I mean, give a man bacon, beef, and egg, and avocado.
That's all you need.
It's fucking good.
That's all you need. I like bacon jam because then it has a little sweetness to the bacon. So yeah, it's like
a little
delish. That's
a little
all
delish
you
in
need.
there. What was I saying?
I don't know. I'm drinking beer.
Good thing you can walk to these fucking places later. Be like, hey, lady, come get me.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes down. We'll talk about it on the next podcast.
Yeah.
She asked me, I think she asked me like, what's your podcast? I was like, I'm not going to tell you yet.
Yeah.
Because I don't want you to know my soul.
You don't get to know that about me yet.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I was like, I don't know, man. Because like people.
Like, we'll see how dinner goes.
Yeah, we'll see. And then I was like, if you're cool, I'll tell you what the podcast is.
That's fair.
I probably should have done it the opposite. Now that I think about it.
We should just put her on the podcast and hit record.
No, well, yeah. But I think I should like, hey, listen to like all these episodes and like, don't waste my time.
Be like, if you're cool with that, then like, cool, let's go get some food.
Yeah, like the person that told me I should drink Bud Light and watch football.
Yeah.
But which I like both of those. Beer, well, not necessarily Bud Light, but like beer and football are great. But I was like, I am also going to think about things and like,
yeah, other things.
But like talking, like we talked about when I brought that up, but like being able to talk to somebody, they don't have to be like a PhD in smarts. They don't have to have a philosophy doctorate in smarts education. Yeah. You know what I mean?
They don't need that paper and smartness.
No, they don't even have to know stuff, but like just to be like, hey, I want to talk about. I'm not gonna say, hey, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Well, like, hey, man, let's talk about. I mean, we're talking, and for like, oh shit, yeah, for real. Oh, cool. I never thought about that. Like,
yeah, just to be open to the conversation.
Yeah, just to have a conversation. Because I talk about weird shit because weird shit is fun. Boring, normal shit is boring and normal. Like we can talk about who fucking wants to talk about that.
Yeah.
But like that's a rarity.
Yeah.
That's probably why you like Sam.
Yeah. He likes to talk about.
Yeah. Well, you guys.
He only likes to talk about deep stuff.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean. Like the other shit is the same.
Yeah. Yeah,
the weather is cold, the weather is hot, it's rainy, cars are cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's all the same. It's like different, you know what I mean? Different breaths of the sameness.
Yeah.
But like when you get into the essence of someone's like psyche and soul and like they're like what drives them and like that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Or to think about like I love talking about triggers and taboos because I try not to have any taboos and triggers. I do. So anything that's a trigger, like when I hear it, I'm like,
try to like, oof. I mean, like, okay, why did that happen?
Yeah.
Why am I triggered by that?
Yeah. And then I'll listen to other people like talk about the opposite of what I think.
Yeah.
So and then sometimes, and usually over time, the mid, like what I end up going is the middle. I'm like, oh shit. Like I was like some sort of crazy progressive on this issue. But like when I hear this, I'm like, it's probably in the middle.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like I was kind of like way left field on this. I'm not going to go way right field, but like, let's go more towards the center field.
Yeah.
You know, in reality, but like, and then like it changes me to become a better person as opposed to like just sitting here thinking like,
this is my thought.
Yeah.
Nothing else is going to change. This is my thought.
Or this is what my mom told me. This is what my dad told me, you know, or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? So like, I like to be able to like,
is that what dogma is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's almost the definition of dogma.
Yeah.
I was going to Google it, but like you got it. Like religious dogma, like it doesn't have to be religious, but like dogma
It tends to be like when people talk about it, it's usually on that.
Yeah, because you don't think about it because it's like, no, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Why is it that way?
Because it was fed to you and you're like, accepted.
Yeah,
Done.
yeah. And I'm not saying you shouldn't accept things. No, that's not true. You should accept things, but think of the counter argument. And if you can go through all the counters of it and then like defend it and love it, you should be like, yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
That's
you should think of all these things. I do that. Like when people like, I believe this, and this is what fits in my. I use the word sandbox. This is what fits in my sandbox. I've thought about it like to the nth degree. There is no contradiction. Like I feel great about it all.
Like, I'm good with all of it.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't do that. And then when like like people are like, oh, I love God or whatever. What about dinosaurs? Oh, I don't like dinosaurs.
I don't know about that one.
But it's
that
like,
was my first question. Whenever I wouldn't say like questioning the church, but I was like,
well, religion is weird.
I was like, wait a minute. I was like, I know motherfucking dinosaurs were a thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, your guys' timeline's a little off.
Well, the thing with religion is it's man.
And no one would answer my question.
Yeah, well, that's what's fucked up.
Yeah, and that's where I was like, why is no one answering this question? It
Yeah.
seems like a simple question.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought I would have a simple answer.
Yeah, I mean, like why do they have to? To me, nothing contradicts.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say nothing. The things I believe in don't contradict. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't know why people like freak the fuck out.
Yeah, just a little old dinosaur.
It's just a dinosaur, man. Like,
It's so cool.
or like act like, or like, well, let's say like dinosaurs existing doesn't fit your sandbox.
Yeah.
You should fucking think about that. You should
Like,
think
you
about.
should change the shape of your sandbox.
Exactly. That's what I did. That's exactly what I did. Cause I was just like, you know what I mean? Like to me, oh man, what was, I'm kind of drunk, so I don't want to fucking misquote this. It was, so, then the podcast get deeper and deeper, but also get dumber and dumber at the same time.
It's like, wait, we have the ideas now, but wait, I can't get them out.
Yeah. It's just like, some people might take offense to it, but like the Bible or whatever, it's not what it is. It's what it's like.
Yeah.
Cause like, you can't talk about
Allegories.
Yeah, you can't talk about, because the Bible isn't a cookbook to being God.
Yeah.
We're not.
God, you need to listen to Bill Donahue.
I have that on my thing.
Yeah.
It's on my thing. Yeah,
That one's a good one.
It's on my thing. So that's not like, it's not like.
I just love what he talks about. I think you're just going to get super jazzed up about it.
No, it's not Treehouse where I just disregarded it.
But you love Treehouse.
I do love them now.
Treehouse is fucking great.
They're great. I listen to them all the time. I listen to the first CD because you told me to go to the first ones. I listened to, I can't remember. The one I told you.
Yeah.
The newest one. I listened to the newest one. I was like, that shit's dope. Especially number 2. Treehouse number 2. Fire on the new one.
Yeah. Growth and Lifted are my jams. When we got those albums, so we saw them, our friends in Tennessee, barn party. They headlined like our friend's house barn party.
That's legit.
And like, I didn't know who they were. And I was just like, these folks are fucking good. So we bought their CDs. I'm all about the support. I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to buy your CD.
Me too. Like if you like the people, you're like, hell yeah, man.
Yeah. So bought their CD. And then me and Sam listened to it nonstop. That was at Halloween. And we listened to it nonstop for maybe 5 months.
That's how you do it.
And then we saw them again at like another place. And it was cool because our friends were like hosting them. So we got to leave the bar that they just played this sick ass show. And then we hung out with them.
That's
and
cool.
like sat them around the table and like other guys played pool. And I was like, oh shit, I'm like fangirl. And everyone was like, I fucking listen to this shit out you guys' CDs. And that was the night like I was like, a friend had bought me a drink because everyone like, I always want to drink when we go out, but I always end up DDing. And so like someone had bought me a drink. They're like, you're drinking tonight. And I was like, I got to go dance. I was like, you hold this. Like I have to go. And I like moved around the entire, like the floor was probably as big as like the living room, kitchen, and this whole area.
Yeah.
I was all over it.
Well, they follow the podcast on Instagram.
Yes.
Which is legit. And
Yeah,
how cool is that? I was like, that's why I said to you, I was like, they follow the podcast. They follow us.
Yeah. So that was really cool. And then I got their other album. And then we got a hat.
Well, I got Apple Music, so I got like all their albums.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I have them on Spotify now, but
I don't fuck with Spotify, man. Except for
Sam's got it. So
I fuck with Spotify for Joe Rogan and our podcast.
I mess with it for like Ganja White Night, Spangle, and Treehouse.
Well, I mean, you're dumb. You have a dumb.
I'm an Android user.
You're not actually not. I mean, but like your choice of phone, I prefer.
Fuck your iPhones. iPhones aren't even that great.
The revolution.
They dumb. They don't even fucking work.
So I use the same thing for Apple Music.
Oh my gosh.
But after that day, I was listening to it. I was in here jamming or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was good. And I was like, shit, man. I was like, we were on that same episode. We were talking about My Ass Yahoo.
Yeah.
And like, I saw
That
him.
hit's good.
I saw him live. That changed my life.
I missed him going to Macon and I cried.
Yeah.
I was like,
that's one of those shows like, you know, like.
It was on a Wednesday.
Yeah. I like his music, but like I saw him live and I was like, fuck.
He's like, I like you. I like your soul.
Yeah. Well, he's like hardcore spiritual dude.
Yeah.
I mean, like he's not fake reggae. He's like.
He feels it.
Well, he's an Orthodox Jew.
Yeah.
Not now. I don't speak for Mount Yahoo, but I think he's changed into more of like just a spiritual being as opposed to like identifying with like.
That's fair. I mean, you grow and you.
I feel like that's how it goes as you grow as a spiritual human. Like you start going, okay, well,
like I don't really need that label.
Yeah, sometimes these boundaries kind of conflict. You know, it's like, well, when we just get rid of the boundaries, then nothing. That's how I am.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, this shit's awesome. This shit's awesome. I believe this, but this is awesome. This helps me think of this in a different way. You know, it fits in my sandbox.
Yeah, that's where Bill Donahue really came in for me. Like he took some of my like angry 13-year-old, like where no one answered my religious questions, and then met me at Consciousness Sarah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. All right, Mr. Bill.
You know what? That's kind of crazy. It's funny you put that because sometimes, like, whatever age it is when you're angsty or angsty is the wrong word because that's kind of funny, but it's like religious, like spiritually, I'll say religious, spiritually, like curious.
Yeah. And then no one answering your simple question. And it's like, why can't people answer my question?
And then you bail.
Yeah.
Not you, but people bail.
But I did.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, most people, they're called the nuns. Funny because like Catholic nuns, but nun is being an N-O-N-E. Like, what religion are you? None.
Yeah.
Which is different than atheist. Atheist is hardcore.
Yeah.
Atheist means we are chemistry that turned to life somehow, and we're gonna die, and nothing means nothing.
Yeah.
That's putting it in a general perspective.
Yeah.
But
it's like when you die, lights are off. Goodbye.
Well, you know what? If you really dig deep into atheism, it is not a religion because that has a spiritual or like.
It's more of just like a belief system. Yeah.
It is a belief system because like it's crazy when you dig. I've read a lot of like, atheist books. You know what I mean? I'm not an atheist, but like
just to learn about it.
But yeah, but getting to me, like, you know, like I'm like, oh my God.
Get into what school did you want to go to? You wanted to.
Yeah, I wanted to get my degree in religious studies.
Yeah. But what is that called? Is that
religious studies?
But what's theologism then? That's not a word.
Well,
theology. What am I thinking?
Theology?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when. Well, I don't know. I don't want to be a preacher. I don't have the gift of like I have too much demons in me to be a preacher. You know what I mean? I'm trying to walk through life with everybody else. I'm not a leader in it in any way.
Yeah.
Oh shit, what were we talking about? I need you to say a recap.
Sorry. We
kind of drunk. Sorry, I'm not gonna lie. I've had a couple of champagne glasses of bourbon. Date's gonna go awesome. I
do think it's gonna go really good.
I do too.
I think it's gonna be fun.
I mean, I talk, so it's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
It's in a couple. Let's say 3 hours. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. What were we talking about?
You were talking about. I was talking about Bill Donahue. People at a certain age, they become the nun. You've read a lot of atheist books. You're not an atheist.
Oh yeah. So thank you. So like when you're an atheist, not when you're atheist. Like if you're like people say
it's not a religion, but
most people are agnostic. You know, just to define them, like you know what I mean. Meaning like, hey, I don't know what the fuck happens, but something's gonna happen.
Yeah,
that's that's a general definition of agnostic. Atheist means we're chemicals and biology, and it's over. Not like there's something that you know what I mean. Like you know what I mean. Like there's like not like. You know, there's a difference. Agnostic. Yeah. Most folks are agnostic. Most folks won't say
just because they're like not non-committal to an idea.
Well, it's okay to be agnostic. Yeah. It's okay to be anything, really. But but being atheist is hardcore on one side. Like it's hardcore, like this one. But to be agnostic, if you really dive into what it really means, right? Not just like, oh, I don't believe in God. Right.
Yeah.
You can say
they have that voice, don't they?
Yeah, you could say, yeah, right. You could say that, but like if you're really atheist and not agnostic, right? That means that everything is just since the beginning of time. If you can even fathom that, which you can't.
Yeah.
Because no one can.
We're not good at that.
No one can. But just try to fathom the beginning of time. That means the very first chemical reaction between something. And the great question is, how did something come from nothing?
Yeah. Who knows?
That's what keeps me going. Like when anyone goes to like anything, when we learn anything, and it like proves something, I always go, cool, that's amazing. But how did something come from nothing?
Yeah.
So like that keeps me spiritual.
Yeah.
Like because I don't believe something can come from nothing. Like I can't fathom that. You know what I mean? Like the fact that something can come from nothing doesn't make sense to me. But so like if you just think of something came from nothing, which is what atheists believe, something came from nothing, and then there's something. And then there's the first chemical reaction, a bajillion, which isn't a real word, like you know what I mean? Like there's a time frame that you can't fathom reaction. And then that had a reaction, and eventually the universe existed and there's life. That means that me and you are only the result of chemical reactions in physics, and we have no free will. So everything that we're doing is predetermined by chemical and physical reactions. We have no free will over what's happening. Like if you want to cross the street, it's not that you want to cross the street. It's just that your chemistry
your chain reaction wanted to go across the street.
And that makes zero sense to me.
Yeah.
So like when I hear that, I'm like, that makes no sense. Being agnostic makes sense because that means I don't know what the fuck happened.
I mean, like, I don't know. It's smarter than me.
Yeah, it's smarter than me, and something can't come from nothing. That makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
And then there's other religions meaning, this is the deity, this is the way. That makes sense for different reasons or whatever. But atheism makes no sense to me.
That's fair.
To me, but agnostic makes total sense.
Yeah.
Meaning
like, I got that.
Meaning something can't come from nothing. I have no idea what the fuck's going on, and I don't think about it. Cool. That's what most folks really are.
Yeah.
They'll say they're atheists, like, I don't believe in God. They don't believe it. This means they don't like religion.
Yeah.
But that's man-made. Man is awful. Like I said, like
we are terrible
people. We're barbarians. I mean, like I said, this like Valentine's Day we're going to celebrate tomorrow came from fucking dudes smacking women ass with fucking hides.
Fucking dead animals, which I mean,
to fucking fertility,
as a person who
to make them more
dead
fertile so we could fuck. You know what I mean? Like in the I mean, like this is dumb. You know what I mean? Like everything is dumb if you think about it. So like I don't know.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Anyways, so there you go.
Sorry, I appreciate like raw hides.
Aliens.
Smacking ass.
But it is weird when you think about it. It's like, how can something come from nothing? So like I always ask people to say I'm an atheist, and well, how can something come from nothing? And they don't know. And I'm like, well, you're probably agnostic, which I'm not hating on you in either way.
Yeah,
but I was like,
just like let's open your like vocabulary
there's
define it.
Well, there's definitions of it. Like, you can't make up your own definition of a word. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't say like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to
People do like to do that. What was the gentleman you were talking about that was like, no, that's not what you meant to say. That's not what that word means.
Yeah. I don't know. I talk about a lot of stuff. Like a lot of times people are like, you know what? I've invented this new game.
Yeah.
It's called football. And you're going to skate on ice and you got sticks and you're going to hit a puck.
Yeah.
And try to score it. And you're like, no, that's not
hockey.
Yeah. But they're like, no. I'm calling it football. So they redefine the word. It's like, no, the word's already football.
Yeah.
Or hockey. You know what I mean? It's already been defined. Just make a new word up. You know what I mean? So like a lot of people are like, I'm this, man. Fuck this. And I'm like, no, you're not. You're this. And like, whatever you are, it's cool. I have a strong belief in you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Like, I believe in personal choice so hard.
Yeah.
Like, you can do whatever. You can believe the earth is flat and do whatever the fuck you want to do. And I support you 100%. Yeah. I might think you're dumb, but I support your choice to do it.
There's tons of people who've Googled it, so.
I don't know how they think the earth is flat, man. Like there's flat earthers think that there's an ice wall, like goddamn Game of Thrones, and like everything just stops. I'm like, well, how come I haven't seen the ice wall? I have an iPhone. It has fucking 4K video recording on it.
Why haven't I seen the ice wall?
4K. Yeah. I don't know what that means. 4,000 something pixels to record the goddamn ice wall, and I haven't seen it.
I
haven't even seen it on like a fucking Windows 95 version of a video.
Yeah, haven't seen it at all.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. I don't know. And then people have been in space, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like I saw the curve.
It's circle.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Those people also don't think
we're all in augmented reality. None of this is real. We're going to wake up and we're all going to be part of each other.
Man, you know what's crazy? Like, there's like for real physicists thinking like, what if like posing the thought question? Like, what if this is a
simulation?
Yeah. I'm like, well, that's it. Those are fun. I posed as the last time we're talking like, what if we're a god and we're dreaming, right? Mm-hmm. It's you can't unprove it.
Yeah.
So, excuse me. Like if this is Excuse me. Sorry, it's starting to really kick in right now. We're talking about fucking simulations. Yes. Well, like if this is a simulation and this is like the Matrix, for example, you can't unprove it.
Yeah.
There's no, so it's a good thought experiment. But like, I don't know. But like if I was a machine, this is what I would do.
Yeah.
I would
like this is fun.
Yeah. I would fucking create a virus. I'd make everyone freak the fuck out. I would make everyone separate. I mean, if you're a machine that wants to take over, like in the simulation, right? Like I would separate everyone. I'd make everyone super polarized. We're already pretty polarized, but like super radical.
But isn't it funny how we can have these strong, like super strong thoughts and then still kind of like, okay.
Well, me and you can, but a lot of people can't, man. I thought when like the pandemic hit and I was like, it's going to be like 9/11. We're going to bond.
Yeah, we mentioned that.
Yeah, we did. I was drunk.
Yeah.
But that's a real thing, I think.
Yeah.
But it didn't fucking happen. We split down the middle over dumb shit.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know, man. Like, if I was a sentient...
But whenever you get to people, like, one-on-one, people aren't that much like that.
That's true.
Yeah. It's only in groups. People get that, like, crazy mob mentality, and they're like, these are my thoughts.
But they're not their thoughts.
No.
Like, I don't understand, like, how some shit can be so political, like, different. Like, global warming... which is a very scientific issue. So if you're like a dumb...
It's not an opinion.
Yeah, if you're a dumb asshole, like, why do you have an opinion on it? I'm probably a dumb asshole, but like, I don't study it. So like, I'm not going to act like I'm an authority on global warming.
Yeah.
So why does that? And then let's say an issue that's more social and more biological, like abortion. Why are they grouped together? Why do certain teams all think the same shit?
Yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't make sense. Like... I'm going to go ahead and say 100% of people have no idea what the fuck's happening with the climate change.
Yeah.
Literally no idea.
We can have some science thoughts and then still not know.
It's not even science thoughts.
Yeah.
It's just dumb shit you hear on Facebook and other people on CNN say, but what the fuck do you know? How many papers have you read? Not you, but like people. I've read some, but not enough.
It's like, I can't have an actual opinion on it because I don't know enough to form an opinion.
And then also, let's say abortion, right? And then why do you have to be on the same team or the same side of the issue? Why can't they be different?
Yeah.
Why can't you be like, yeah, climate change is real? What's the opposite opinion? That like abortion... climate change is real. I mean, abortion is bad.
Yeah.
So I was trying to think of the opposite.
Yeah.
Like, why do they have to be like on the team? You're like, oh, I'm on the same team. Abortion is good. Climate change is real. Or abortion is bad. Climate change is bullshit.
Yeah.
Those two issues have nothing to do with each other. That's just tribalism at its best. And that's being dumb monkey brains.
Like, we don't know shit, but I'm going to argue about it.
Yeah. You know, they're just really hardcore into it. Like when people talk to me about like fucking abortion, like I'm like, have you thought about it? I have, but I think about dumb shit. Then I should say, I think about shit, not dumb shit. And then they start talking about like fucking climate change. I'm like, have you fucking... Are you a climate scientist? Like, why the fuck do I?
Do you know how weather patterns work?
I'm like,
do you know how the Earth works?
Yeah, I'm like, dude, you work in a factory, which is fine.
But you don't even see the daytime.
But like people who work in factories, they can read shit. But have you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I work in an office. Most of the people my colleagues have not read a fucking goddamn climate change fucking book,
but they got opinions about it.
They have hardcore opinions about it, and that's what's funny to me. I'm like, why the fuck you? Because it's a team. I'm on team red, team blue. I'm like, no, man. Like, if you look at the issues, man, like if you really dig into them, you're probably both.
Yeah,
you should be both. If not, you're dumb.
You should be purple.
You should be purple because you should be like, yeah, I agree with this, I agree with that, I agree with this, I agree with that. I mean, like, you know, what I mean, that's just weird to me.
Oh my gosh.
Because like climate change is crazy.
Do we get to change our political colors? Can they all be purple?
All be purple. It should be a blur. It should be a blur.
It should be like, black. All of it.
Yeah, it should just be mixed in there. Because I mean, like, how can that shit be lined up? It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
it just doesn't make sense. Like,
that's what I was talking about earlier with like people who think you can't have renewable energy and fossil fuels. Like, we're not trying to get rid of all fossil fuels tomorrow.
But if we did, would that be why?
Would that be better? No.
Why is that bad though?
Yeah,
if it's better, but what if it was better?
I mean, it could be better, but the fact that people don't think that they can live simultaneously, that nothing's happening. You know what? No one's moving towards renewable energy because they're stuck on you're going to get rid of our fossil fuels.
You know what? It's funny you said that the word simultaneously. That seems to be like the word that people can't handle.
Yeah.
It's because we always want dominance over something else.
Yeah.
Like as a group, whatever your tribe is, you want dominance over the other team.
Yeah.
So maybe that's it, man. We just can't handle it.
We can't handle both.
Can't handle for white folks, like right now, it's like their dominance like back in the day, it was over like being racist and like black folks and stuff like that. That's how they were dominant, right? And now like white folks like are all about like putting down other white folks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that woke dumb shit. Like they try to be the slave and the slave master at the same time.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Like it's just we're always looking to be dominant. Like not we, but like, yeah, that's true. We are always our group or our class or our team, whatever we identify, our ideology is always looking to be dominant over the opposing ideology. Mm-hmm. I think it's the monkey brain, man.
It's like, get out of here. It's like the lizard brains. Those are our chain links. We got our lizard brain and our monkey brain and our higher self trying to like.
Yeah, you know what will become from a shrew, which is like a rodent. Like, I think evolutionary, like it's where it branched off is the shrew. So it's like I guess we're just fucking
little shrew babies.
We're just little shrew rat monkey dumbasses.
Can't get our shit together.
We just want to fight everyone and be stronger than them.
Figure it out.
Be like, think like me.
Ugh.
Think like me.
Think my thoughts.
Think my thoughts, motherfucker. And then we will be friends.
Maybe. Because then you're going to have a thought and be like, oh, I didn't like that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
When you start diving into stuff like that, it's like, shit, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know why we think dumb shit.
I say that all the time. I'm like, I say shit, but I'm like, I don't know shit.
Yeah. Why you listen to me?
Why you listen to me? Like,
why you listen to us?
We appreciate that.
Yeah, we do appreciate it. Tell your friends that we're awesome.
Tell your friends they can listen to things too. Maybe get their thoughts thinking.
Yeah, man. Yeah, if you're trying to listen to some
thinking their thoughts.
If you're trying to listen to some philosophy, trying to dig deep in a little bit of religion, trying to go into psychedelics and how we can change the world.
Psychedelic umbrella.
Yeah, man. Dabble in some health, which is our specialty, which we never talk about.
Bam.
Yeah, but we could. We could.
I could throw out things.
Yeah, we could. I know.
Molecular non-process.
Yeah, bam.
Science.
Yeah, science, motherfucker.
Kinetic chains.
Yeah, bam, chain. We could do it, but that's why we're here, man.
Yeah.
I hate, I don't like listening to podcasts where it's just like you need to take notes on them.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like so deep. Like it's like fuck. I miss
suck
it.
at taking like study notes.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Someone asked me like, I hate this word, niche. What's your niche? I was like
fish.
I was like humans. And they were like, what do you mean? I was like, well, if you're human, you should listen to the show.
Yeah.
They're like, what do you mean? I was like, well, do you want to be healthy? They were like, yeah. I was like, do you want to be spiritually healthy? Yeah. I was like, do you want to transcend dimensions? Yeah. I was like, yeah, fucking let's do it.
Let's do it. Do you want to just hear us say fuck a few times?
Fuck.
Fuck.
Sometimes you gotta say fuck, man. It
That's
feels
a good
good.
one.
Do you want to fucking drink bourbon out of a champagne glass? Champagne.
Then do it. Listen to us.
I'm gonna buy Sarah a champagne glass.
Do it.
I feel bad.
I mean, it's fine.
But I didn't know it was dope until today. Literally, today is the first day I've like felt the goodness.
Felt the goodness of it.
But when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that.
You want me to monogram your name on it?
Absolutely. No, fuck that shit. There's a cool thing. Asheville. First time I had a super fancy drink. Ooh. It was like
what's super fancy? Like a drink you didn't know what the fuck it was?
Like a jellied hibiscus flower.
Okay.
They did some sort of like a spritz of something that changed the acidity, and then they did like a lime twist and all the science. It was a science drink.
Have you seen the episode of Parks and Rec where they go there?
Hibiscus jelly? No, I haven't seen any Parks and Rec.
Okay.
Sorry.
You should watch it. It'll change your life.
I only know about the DJ Roomba.
That's because I got all of DJ Roomba.
Yeah, and then
I'm not gonna lie, man.
That was a good gift.
The best gift.
Thoughtful.
If you know me and if you know Olive.
That was a thoughtful gift.
That was a very thoughtful gift. It was hilarious. And it's a fucking Roomba.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that it's a kick-ass Roomba. I made DJ. If you ever watch Parks and Rec, like Tom Heffer makes DJ Roomba. It's fucking awesome.
Is that Aziz Ansari?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I made DJ Roomba for Olive.
Yeah.
And I gave it to her. And I had it pre-programmed with Little John music. Like
we're just gonna clean up
but the
all
one I
your
got,
pet.
the music player I got on DJ Roomba, like flashed light. So if you turned it off, it looked like a fucking party.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, I did. I was pretty proud of myself. I did good.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I did good. I did good stuff with that.
Yeah.
I did good stuff with the Olive. That was good. I was pretty proud of myself. I look back on that when I was like,
yeah, this month it's been really fun. Like I said, all the fun. I got a bat mirror for my girly Tiffany.
a bat mirror.
So it's like a vanity mirror.
Gotcha.
The handle, it's all bats. There's like a skull.
You love bats, though.
I fucking
man.
love bats. They're the best.
Why do you love bats?
They're so cute.
I mean, what about besides the cuteness? Like most people don't think of bats as cute.
I mean, they're fun. One, they're like environmentally friendly. They are
mosquitoes.
Oh, they are pollinators.
Are they?
Mm-hmm. You should see their migration patterns.
I haven't seen that.
Like the fruit bats, like they're part of like, hi, like the Amazons? Thanks, bats.
You're welcome, Amazon
You're
forest.
welcome, Amazon forest.
You're
bats.
welcome.
They're fucking cute.
No, I'm not against them, but I just never been like, you know what, bats are
It's
adorable.
one of my favorite like Halloween costumes to be.
Well, I
It just
know. Every
feels so
time we
great.
dress up, you're like, bats.
I'm a bat.
I'm a bat. I got
I
bats.
love the vampire teeth. I love the ears. I've always loved vampires. I've always loved immortals, and so the bats are always like associated with vampires. They're just so fucking cute. But yeah, little vanity. It's got bats on it.
That's cool.
What else did I get? Rachel gave me a little organite bat for Christmas.
Kirshner.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And then same
She's
chick,
a
Tiffany.
kind woman.
She's a good lady.
The whole family is just like, they're just kind, man.
Yeah.
Like, just like, that's the family you want to be.
Yeah.
Like, you like the Kirshners, like,
Yeah.
you're like,
I like you.
Yeah.
I did
Shout out to you guys, man.
We like you, Rachel.
Yeah, your whole family, like that's what you want to be. Like, you're just like, they're just kind.
Yeah, they're good folks. And Tiffany's the same person. She gave me my first bat gift. So it was, we met at Imagine. They got married at Halloween. We went there. They got married at the event. That was the first time was I a bat that year? Maybe.
Oh, you know,
I wasn't that year, I definitely was the year after, because that's when I first got my first tail. And I was a wolf and a bat those weekends. And then we just had such a good time because she was a chicken. Her and her new husband were chickens. And so just at some point, I'm just like protecting my chicken. And so we just had such a good time. And then for my birthday, her husband's like, why the hell are you getting her a bat? She's like, shut up. Like, I know what the fuck she wants. Like, you just stop. And it came in like a really beautiful, like little case that was like satin lined, and it was like a resin square.
That's so cool.
And it's like a bat in it.
It's like a bat.
It is a bat.
Yeah. So I was like, it
is a real bat, and
bat.
I love it. And he's so cute.
And it's amazing.
And so yeah, she gets me something batty every year. And then my friend Nicole has gotten me a bat, comma man, like semantics, Batman. A shirt. It's like Batman.
Yeah, Batman.
Batman.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
And then I got to see bats in the UK. We did a bat walk.
Have you been to Austin, Texas, where they have the bats under the bridge?
No, but at Halloween, they have huge bat houses that are maybe like the size of your fireplace.
It's supposed to be crazy in Austin. Like, it's supposed to be like super, like one of the things you have to see in Austin. I've never been to Austin, but it's supposed to be one of those
I haven't
things.
been to Austin either.
I would have moved to Austin.
It's a cool place.
Yeah, that's where I want to live. Like, whenever Andre graduates from high school.
Yeah, be like, come on, dude, let's go to Texas.
Where the fuck he goes, man, I'm like, I'm going somewhere else. I'm not going to be in Columbus, Georgia.
Yeah.
I can guarantee.
I will be here until you turn 18 and you decide to do something.
Yeah, I guarantee that. Even if he stays here, I'm like, good job. Actually, I'll be like, dude,
get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of Columbus, man.
You need to get out of here.
Yeah, I'm going somewhere. I'm out.
Yeah.
I got an 11-year countdown. About 10-year. I got about a decade countdown going. Every year, I'm like 9 years.
Yes.
I'm getting the fuck out.
Hell yeah. When you think about stuff like that, like retiring, like it seems like a long time away, and then it's not. And you're like, it's
life
here.
is long and life is short.
Yeah.
It depends on which season you're in. You know, which stream of life. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I'm kind of like in a middle place right now. It's like I don't feel old, but I feel different.
Yeah, I give you that.
I feel different.
Yeah,
I make different choices.
You're on a good path, man. You're on a good path. Like my 30s kind of sucked. My whole life has been, I will say awesome. But like I grew up as a kid, it sucked, but that wasn't my choice.
Yeah.
Like that was pressed upon me, but I made the best choices from that. And then my like, where you're at, like, I'm not that much older than you, but you know what I mean? Like, graduating high school, college, doctor school, right after that school, fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Turned 30, started making all these, and then it got real relational.
Yeah.
And then then you have to depend on other people.
Mm-hmm.
And then shit got sideways.
Yeah.
For me. But when people ask me about it, like I wouldn't do it again because I have my son.
Yeah.
So like, when you have a kid, you can't play the redo game.
Yeah. It's like, I would not want to not have him.
Exactly.
So
Because he's the best thing that's ever happened to me. So like, I can't play the redo.
I have other conversations with parents and they're like, I love my children, but they're always looking at me. They're like, think about it before you have kids.
No, I'm the opposite.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Like kids are great. I love my son better than, it's great.
Yeah.
It's the thing that's kept me alive. It's the game that's kept me, he's the thing, or he's the person. I shouldn't say thing.
Yeah.
It's kept me vibrant. He's irrelevant.
Yeah.
He's everything to me. Like, he's my best friend. He's my student.
Yeah.
I'm his student.
Yeah. He's my little teacher man.
He's my teacher. I'm his teacher. You know, all is simultaneously, right? Which is cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. I teach him like the conditional ways of the world, and he teaches me the ways of nature because he's, you know what I mean? So
he's very present.
Yeah, which is just what I mean by that. Like, he teaches me the ways of nature.
Yeah.
Which is the way, you know what I mean? Like, the way it really is, and I teach him the way that we've made it. So it's a good relationship. But like, so I can't play the redo game because of the impact that he's had on me.
Yeah.
But if I could like play some sort of weird science fiction game and pick him out of this timeline,
keeping you,
and then like go back to like 29 or 30, I would do everything different for that chunk. But that's okay. I mean, like, it's okay. But prior to that, I would say up until 30, everything was fantastic. I mean, like, but then so I'm 39 now. So from here on out, I'm like, cool. I got my guy.
Yeah. Got my dude. Gonna do things how I would have done them.
Yeah. Make different choices and like different, like look through things with a different filter. You know, I mean, not that I have any regrets, but I'm just looking at it as like life as a teaching tool.
Yeah.
As opposed to being cyclical. Like, I'm going to go through the same cycles over and over, which are either happy or unhappy. I'm going to go, okay, yeah, that shit sucked. Well, like, this chunk of my life was amazing. This chunk kind of sucks. So I'm like, oh, this chunk sucked. Fuck that. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to go through a different chunk. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, I don't mean it as like a type of nihilism or anything, but like, you know, fuck it.
Yeah.
Live and learn, right? That's what I call it. That's where the saying came from.
Yeah.
Life is fucking crazy.
Yeah, it is.
So like, you live and learn. I got to live, like, you know, I'm like, okay, that was dumb.
Yeah.
Like, I started thinking more in my head. I thought more in my heart. When I looked at people, like, I relationally, in any relation, not romantically, in any relationship, like when people
interactions with people.
Yeah, when people say relationally, they always think romantic, which is true. But there's relationally, like we have a relation. Like we, you know, with friendship, we have a relation. You know, everyone has a relation with everyone that you know.
Yeah.
I always, you know, I have a hard. I should say, I fuck up. That's better. Because I romanticize people, or I look at people with my heart as opposed to what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
So I've learned, because I've had a lot of people that say things to me, but then do the opposite. So, you know, if you haven't experienced that, it's fucked up. Like, you know, some people are fucked up to you and do fucked up things. Some people will say the opposite, and like one half of their body is like awesome and the other half is fucked up. I've had a lot of people that way, which makes it difficult because you have to pick.
Yeah.
It's 50-50. So you're half right, half wrong. Like, okay, this person, they're good or bad. Some people, you look at them like, oh, they're that person's dog shit.
Yeah.
Oh, this person's amazing. I've had a lot of people that are significant be halvesies. So I've had to choose. I'm like, God damn, why you make me choose? Why can't you just be a dick to me or be awesome? You know what I mean?
Like, don't be both.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? I've had the beaten by circumstance. I hate that phrase, so I don't take it. So I'm like, I've learned by circumstance. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I look at it, okay, well, maybe everyone has been proposed this way. I chose wrong. Like, the way I look at it is wrong. Like, my prism, my lens is wrong when I see the world. So I was like, I'm going to change my lens for life, and then it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know. So sorry. I got a little kind of crazy there. But, so you know what I mean? Like, sorry.
Got a little crazy there real quick.
Yeah, sorry. I got bourbon in me. I'm like, did I skip half of what I was trying to talk about?
No, it resonated.
Yeah, okay, cool. But, you know, everyone, it's not like, woe is me. It was just like, okay, this shit happened to me. I misjudged a lot of things. Why the fuck did I misjudge? I don't blame the things. I blame me. And blame's a hard word. I don't think I blame. I put responsibility on me, not the things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Blame is being a victim. Yeah. I'm not a victim of shit. I am me because of me. Yeah. So like things happen, I fucked up. I'm like, okay, this is that. No, I was wrong. Through my 30s. So my 20s, I was hitting home runs, man. You know what I mean? Like from age 5 to 29, fucking home runs. 30 to 39, foul balls.
I mean, I don't think it's fair that we're supposed to have stuff figured out.
Yeah,
like,
but
that's a lens that we really have to change.
Yeah, but just like looking at life, you know what I mean? I was like, God damn it, I was like killing life. Came from garbage, doing great. Every life choice, making hard choices, picking the right one. You know what I mean? Yep. Oh man, it's like I had God like guiding me, like you know, God's hand.
And then you're like, bah.
And I felt like God was like, you know what?
You got it, bro.
No, is that not even that? He was like, no. You need to experience this, and then it left me, and I fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I fucked up with choices. Fucked up. Sometimes like fucking up choices was believing in the wrong people or just being dumb or whatever. You know, me being bad, whatever. I'm not blaming other people. I'm not blaming anything. Actually, blaming is being a victim. It's just making bad choices. You know what I mean? But I felt like God was like, hey man, go experience. In 30s, you came from some garbage. I had you. Yeah. I walked you, held you through this shit. Go get it. Yeah. And I was like, oh shit, this is a heavyweight fight. I got hit a couple times. Like, oof. But 38, 39, okay, right now I'm like, okay, cool, bet. I got a fucking kick-ass son. I've learned a lot. I came from garbage. I'm not garbage. I'm like, okay, bet. It's going to be awesome from here. You know what I mean? So it's not like, oh my God, everything's bad. I look at like age 0 to 29 as like, I should be in prison. Yeah. Just where I came from. I feel like God like literally grabbed my hands like, no, son.
I got you, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I got you. But then it was like, okay, I did that. You didn't do that. Chris didn't do that. Yeah. I did that.
Chris did his 30s.
Yeah, Chris did his 30s and fucked it up. I fucked him up, man, which is okay. That's life. Like that was my real learning. It was crazy. It was going through as a youngster and a teenager, and then I won't even say young adult, through undergraduate degree and then my doctorate degree. It wasn't it was just like people were pulling me. I just got pulled into, like, I should have been doing bad shit. I just got pulled into this, and I was like, okay, cool. And it was like, literally, he was like, okay, go see yourself. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I fucked it up. And I learned, and I learned. It wasn't like, some people might think that as a negative. I see it as a blessing, because like if it was like, oh, go figure it out at 17, I'd be in prison. Yeah. So I look at it as a blessing. It got me through, like, oh shit, like everything is awful and everything is awful around you, but you have something of value to give to the world. I mean, just kind of nudge you. But then I also took advantage of the nudges. I didn't ignore the nudges, but then I do feel like there was a time when he was like, all right, man, I'm done. Yeah. He's like, you got to do you.
Go figure it out, man.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, man.
I was like, damn it.
I did dumb stuff.
Yeah. Make smart choices. Don't be dumb.
Yeah. But that comes with life, looking back on it. But like, I look at now, like I'm 30, like I said, I'm 39. Now I'm like, dude, I'm happy as fuck. Everything seems to be like, if it was only 8 years of like, not
so bad.
It wasn't even all that bad. I have my son, and he's like the greatest human being that's ever bumped into me. Then fuck it, man. Yeah. My life is going to be great. It might not be great, but I'm going to do everything I can to make it great. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't look at it as like, oh, this time.
Putting in that effort to make it great for you.
Yeah. And some people don't like it when I talk to them. I talk to people and they're like, oh, you thought about it too much. I'm like, no, I haven't. Yeah. You haven't thought about your life enough. Yeah. Like, I am very realistic on what happened from age 5 to 39. Like, very realistic and non-realistic. Like, I'm very realistic in what actually happened, and then being non-realistic, being the spiritual hand-holding I got. And then happy and loving it and knowing what's going to happen from it. Like I don't live in blindness when it comes to it. So. Yeah. Oh, if that makes sense. Be like not thinking about it. Like, yeah, I don't know. Fuck it, I'm here. Yeah. Like people are like, I'm here. Is it good or bad or indifferent? I don't know, but I had nothing to do with it. That's bullshit. You have everything to do with it. Yeah. Oh, does that make sense?
It's definitely your work you put in.
Yeah. I got to pee.
I got to go make some steak.
Man. Dude, Sam is the luckiest dude, man. You gonna go put on some lingerie and make steak?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna go do that.
So what kind of lingerie are we putting on?
I don't know. There was a few outfits he didn't see.
So. Which one? Just name one of them.
It's got a bow on it.
Oh,
and no back.
All right, that's all we need to know.
That's all you need to know. It's got a bow and no back.
That means the bow's in the front.
No, the bow's on the back. There's just nothing else.
Oh, okay. There. You're like a sweet ass Christmas present.
It's definitely an ass. It's definitely a sweet ass.
Definitely an ass involved. Sam, you're looking dude.
Bam.
Eat that steak up.
Yeah.
You like that? Booyah.
Boom. All right.
Subtle funnies. Follow us on the internet, never99 with words spelled out.com. Boom.
Yeah. Boom.